championship because we just saw Miami, LA Thieves. These teams are getting better at a rapid pace.
Allie, are you worried about Optic after seeing them struggle in the minor?
I wouldn't say worried. This is an Optic team that I feel like has already built up a lot of trust with not only us, but just with the league in general. Like the second we do see them struggling, they're pretty quick to turn it around at this point. They've solidified themselves as the top team in that category. So I'm not necessarily worried as far as Major 3 itself comes, but how long it's going to take them to catch up to the rest of the league, that's probably where the concern.
Just the gap. That's where you, if you're a Texas fan, you get worried about the gap they had on most of the league. It's definitely shrunk in the last couple of weeks.
Not over this team, though. If you're looking at the leaderboard, Boston is in the bottom 3. As of now, they would not make it to champs with their current seed. Nasty has been a superstar for Vancouver, went to multiple grand finals last year, did not win a trophy, but all of his teammates have. So you know it's only a matter of time before he finds himself on a successful roster. I don't know if it's going to be in a Breach jersey. Do you sell this guy? Do you keep trying to surround him? Vivi? What do you do if you're the Breach? You're past the halfway point on the season, Allie.
I'm clutching with white knuckles. I don't want to
We're here before the matches start.
You have on this roster right now.
We're finally starting to feel a little better, which is good.
With Boston, they have great pieces, I think, but for some reason they are not all firing at the same time. There shouldn't be
am drinking a Dutch Bros coffee though, so we may have some bathroom breaks throughout the stream. Just a warning.
It's not too late. That's the problem right there. Is that mentality that some teams will have? They have to make
a
change.
I missed you, Vivi.
I mean, there's so many teams and challengers. Look down, grab somebody, take a chance. We knew this split was going to be difficult. They had like the 5 hardest matches of anybody. You've seen what you have. It's not enough. So for them, I mean, barring a miracle today, I think they're staring down the barrel of another potential roster.
I'm looking for someone that has won a championship in challengers as well. You need confidence going to land with Major 3 just around the corner. You are guaranteed attendance. You can't have any mistakes. As we take a look into the maps and modes for this series, Optic are the clear favorites, but where does Boston have a chance? Are there any numbers that point in their direction?
Yeah, I just told you the Saki and the Plaza, those are maps one Optic probably need, given what we've seen on the other new maps. And then also for Boston, it's opportunity because Optic just don't have a lot of official reps there.
Yeah, I would have to echo that. I'd say I don't hate
How are you doing, Vivi?
Boston. I feel like systematically they should be maps they're good at. The problem is they're playing Optic Texas.
Get my tweet out right now.
You look at the maps overall, maybe you go to the gridlock search and destroy, and you're like, if we get there, maybe Optic has some struggle. But with them putting Plaza in this series, I have a feeling they're just trying to expand that map.
Reminder that Den Overload was in their last meeting back on Feb 13th. That went 3-2 in Optic's favor, so there's more of a chance for Boston this time around. With all that said, it's time for your Scuff Pick'ems, and I think all 4 of us, the fans included, will go Optic Texas. So give me your map count, Wheeler.
Yeah, I got 3-0. Optic taking this one, convincing fashion.
Rosalie?
I'll give them 3-1.
Really? What map?
I think maybe Search and Destroy. I think Plaza's chaos enough.
Well, to tell us more about the challengers,
we good about the witness and ass whooping. Yeah, it might be an ass whooping pretty much all day today. Now,
how you doing, fellas?
I forget what the last series is, but I mean, Optic in Boston. Yeah, this might be a BTA. Then we go into Thieves versus CLOUD9.
I mean, beat a dead horse if you watched us last night, but we were sitting there saying like, okay, Boston
it's going to be a belt to ass day for sure.
Ever. You're having a lot of trouble in the SMG department. A huge meta shift happens in the SMG department, and wouldn't you know it, Snoopy looks like one of the best subs in challengers.
C9 will whoop us now.
That's very tough, Al, because if Boston happened to make it to the event,
if CLOUD9 whoops us,
potentially had the chance to wait out for the update with the NPC.
If CLOUD9 whoops us, we're chalked.
Snoopy is a
straight up.
Totally different player with that weapon in his hand compared to the Dravik, so you might have jumped the gun too early on that roster change.
We got other fish to fry if they beat us today. Not only beat us, but whoop us. If they whoop us,
when you take a look at the maps that they were
got other fish
in
to
this
fry.
series, like Den HP on the season as an org, they are 0-8.
We can't have
winning
that.
rotation is only 20% of the time. If you're not early to some of these teams, especially versus a team like Optic, you're not even finding success in breaking as well. This is just, it's difficult because Boston have so many things that they need to work on. Hopefully they at least show me one.
Joe, Jay, let me ask you a question here. Okay, so Optic picked Team B, so they select the Plaza Search and the Sake hardpoint. And like, let's be honest, the Boston coaches know. They're like, this is Optic saying, we don't respect you, we're playing maps we suck at. Does that check you out mentally? I feel like that would check me out mentally.
Well, it's like, it can check you out if you are a weak-minded player.
C9 wins a map. I'm disappointed in this. I think they might win. I think they could win an S&D.
Optic are fantastic at 2 maps.
Just because they're actually good at S&D. But our S&D has also looked much better. So I think it'll kind of depend on map and mode.
And then the opposite side for Boston, even though they're sitting at 0-0 on Plaza, they lost their best to destroy maps in Colossus and Exposure. Combined between the rest of the maps, they're sitting at 5 and 14. So you gotta
really
try to throw something against
today.
the wall and just see if it sticks.
Crazy scenes, but that's essentially how the picks and bans had happened. Optic throw in 2 maps that they haven't played yet.
Actually,
Boston
I don't know why I
in a
said much.
very
I haven't
tough
eaten anything
situation early. Shotzzy on the rotation to 2, able to find 1. Boston hold down couches nicely. Dashy, last one up, and he will create an opportunity for a 1v1 for time. Optic will spawn into the back.
I've been good, Justo. I've been chilling, kind of recovering from my brief little sickness that I had. Still kind of having some lingering effects that I'm getting over, but we're making progress, so feeling better for sure. Feeling better for sure. How have you been, Justo?
Opportunity for a quick break back in. Still 35 seconds here at the P2. Nades and stuns are reigning supreme on the backside of the stats, but it doesn't lead to the opening kill.
Shotzi's ripping and getting active. 8-2.
It's a really interesting way to
already
play
on a
P2.
5
We
spree.
saw Miami do this about a month or so ago.
I'm surprised Bucket's not in here.
But in the early set, where you don't have trophy systems,
he probably knows this is a belt
outside
ass.
the site a little
That's
bit
why.
allows you that little bit of extra freedom from being affected by stuns and nades, and you can toss your own down to really tight choke points. And Optic put that perfectly on display. Purge, Smart, kick us off over towards.
Dude, I genuinely feel so bad for Nasty.
It's just waiting to see if someone's going to try to.
Somebody's got to pick that guy up.
Afro right above him, Purge right next to him. But it's all about which fight do you want. And there's kill number 6. Can you get number 7? No, not quite.
Low key, if we end up losing, Scrap in the off season,
so we'll see how Optic calm this situation.
we gotta get Nasty. Call me crazy, but unless we can get like another top AR.
Another our side hill, Nice, get up. One more wave. I'm gonna go front you. I'll get a spot. I'm not even trying. You guys play that time. I'll get a spawns. Yeah, can you watch my cross? Because I'm in the corner. I need it, dude.
Run to their side.
I'm in the corner.
He's super weak.
I'm one off streaks. I'm one off streaks. I kind of want to wait for him. Go back to you. Yeah, you should go mid. With him.
Did Boston just chalk up the last like 20 seconds of that hill?
Do it small in the back door now.
Why did they do that?
Stop flanking you back door from Dragon.
Back door.
They did that and they're still gonna lose the rotation, bro.
You went close right corner. I haven't cut.
What?
I got one.
I have one spawn out front, Nasty. Nasty's going outer P2 roof.
Time right now, Afro. He's full. He's close up. Yeah, one bottom red. Absolute on time, Afro.
Okay, never mind. They are winning the gunfights here. Dash should just get 2 down.
Let's run him here. I'm with you guys. He could be close right. Challenge straight. And I'm behind you. Nothing. It's close.
Watch out, Afro.
In the window. I have your outer. Pinch. I'm one shot. Outer dead. One's in the red, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, high energy right here from Optic Texas. You're hearing it out of Shotzzy, and Dashy shooting as straight as ever. Good stuff for Optic.
Yeah, it's like, you know, they're playing with
Looking for a teaching job? Job market in your area is awful. Yeah, I feel like the job market is not good in general.
They were on 5 in a row.
No one wants to hire anybody.
This place happened at this hill specifically, the P4. That was the reason why they ended up losing that one. But I'd love to hear the high intensity, and I also love the energy out of Shotzzy. Because he's a guy who's going to be the leading guy when it comes to playmaking ability, but the fact that he's also leading in that small talk is only allowing Optic
Vivi, you would take Scrap and Nasty?
Oh, and how about this? He's already got a
I mean, I wouldn't mind Scrap and Nasty, but I do agree with Justo that I think Neum has looked really good, and I feel like he plays the right way.
Mercules will also drop on the heady, and Boston Breach will have an opportunity to get some time here on 1, which they desperately need. They need a bat.
Yeah, I think if we keep Scrap, we keep Neum as well. Because I feel like as a duo, they're playing pretty well together. And I think Neum like amplifies Scrap's playstyle. Like he enables Scrap's playstyle, I should say.
Most likely have the space on the right side, so we're forcing ourselves to hit the OE, and Optic just have it on lock.
I mean, that's a hit.
Now I've heard some people mentioning
the timing is just off
Scrap
with this
going to like Optic if they don't win. Which if that's the case, bro, give me Dashy. Unless Dashy retires, obviously. But if Dashy's available, bro, just take Dashy.
Optic went into the rotation over to 2. Nasty trying to finesse around the back.
Because Dashy's not bad.
And now it's just
so, like, if we lose Scrap and we pick up Dashy,
good help from Afro on the way.
I mean, that would be insane.
So there will be a break opportunity here for Boston from the front.
Man, Boston desperately need to hold this.
I wouldn't be surprised, though, if he were to get dropped by Optic after this year, that, like, he would just retire. Because I don't know if he would want to play for anybody else.
Hellstorm is now going to be in the back pocket. You're going to desperately need this 25 seconds to somewhat make this a game. But that's a good moment there for Boston Breach to start to build upon.
Yeah, you need that. Not just to get a Hellstorm of your own, but
I don't think people keep saying like they would move on from Dashy, but I don't think they would.
Smart will stay idle.
I think that's just crazy.
To get all of this time, and Boston
like Dashy and Shotzi are Optic.
Optic will be here first. All 4 players ready to go and receiving this hit nicely as you've got Hook on the heady, Dashy watching the cross, and a long route being established for Shotzi to watch the back. But from
at least that's what I think.
Purge on the corner. Yeah, that will work out with the nade to support.
Hold on now.
Also left outside Dojo has to play his life.
Yeah,
this would be some big time for Boston. This would be some big time. Spart's getting absolutely dookied on 9 and 16.
So you're forcing now the hand of Hook to invest that Hellstorm just to play keep away a little bit. Allow his teammates to
if you're a Boston fan, you hate to see that.
Actually countering with his. Shotzi's just gonna invest his as well. So 2 from Optic here at the P3.
Yeah, double Hellstorm that will work out unless Purge has something to say about it. He's on 3 in a row, but cannot finesse to try to get one more. Over towards Dojo. Nasty peeled off of that side corner.
Shot.
Dashy again, just really lighting up the ARs of Boston at the moment. Team kill comes through, but Mercules is able to get the collection onto Spart. Pistol out with Afro in front of him, and it won't work out there. So Boston in a decent position, try to get on rotation to 4. Optic will have to hit through rooftop side, and a big first blood there for Purge.
Man, Purge is finding massive kills so far in the last couple of HPs. Just trying to provide his team.
Yeah, bro. If we've been watching Dashy play recently, and you're telling me that if Optic doesn't win, they're gonna get rid of him, you're hammered.
This has always been the
you're
money
hammered.
for Optic Texas. A 92% chance at locking this one down.
I mean, this guy's disgusting.
The first kill followed up by a second. They already had the guns up, ready and waiting.
Yeah, we're just not hitting a simultaneous timing right now for Boston. It is a lot of 1-by-1s. You can kind of see it again. 1 player through the front doors, 1 still kind of finessing outer. And it's just so much extra space for Optic to work with on their setup. Stuns and nades coming through. Shotzi in a little bit of trouble here at the window, but has Purge held. And again, it's just where's the timing? The hit through mid's not here yet. So you can definitely see it, I think, just by watching the minimap.
I mean, if Dashy is playing like this consistently, Optic is going to be extremely hard to beat.
They're just not setting themselves up as a group of 4, and Optic is going to cruise through this map.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, especially when the stat lines of the scoreboard is like this.
Yeah.
Where, you know, we can't give up any little scrap time. We have to contest it.
I mean, bro.
We're not in a position to do so immediately. You're just down by too much, having to play catch up.
Dashy's locked.
On
He's locked.
Yeah, I don't think they lost the rotation, Jay.
Nah.
Maybe the first P2, kind of, but like, no.
They instantly broke through the front door, and then they spawned them all the way across the map. So it's just like, even if Optic are late, they
I mean, I feel like Merc has obviously been good, but yeah, I definitely don't think he's been what, like,
not a great map for Spart right there, but
everybody made him out to be after last season.
Largely thanks to the quick tempo that Optic want to throw at you. So Boston 0-9 now on Den Hardpoint. Their average differential on the map has not been great either. Before this one, it was 167 to 250. After this one, well, I can do the math real quick for you. It's 162 to 250. Not great. Not great, Jay. Not great.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy when you're going up against a squad who is fundamentally sound.
Yeah, just so no one's going to say anything about him.
Moments where they were able to hold down the ending of that P2, find a very quick break at the P3.
Isabel, another week of watching Purge play.
Expecting, you know,
yeah.
Through the front side.
I mean, he played good in this map, at least relative to the team. Only 1 positive, but yeah, I'm surprised Purge is still on this roster.
The game is just very simple for Optic when Boston are just gonna get to them like that.
Yeah, it really is though.
Yeah, and I love this little look.
Because I was thinking the same thing, and then he was like the only one really shooting back, and I was like, oh.
You just wait for a little bit of contact, then you flood the garage. You flood
maybe I'm wrong.
Nades, and you can't break if you're Boston. So. Really good awareness, really good heads up stuff.
I think Nasty is giving up mentally.
I mean, honestly, this is what you said.
I mean, probably.
And
like
Jay,
this guy's
like,
just getting scammed.
What do you do about this Boston team?
Genuinely.
Like, candidly speaking, none of these players are bad players, but it just doesn't feel like this team is working as a group of four. Like, I don't want to point the finger at anyone in particular, but it just feels like this is not it cohesiveness-wise.
Yeah, like you could potentially add any of these players to a different lineup and they will be a totally different player. Everybody's been saying it all season long about Nasty. Obviously had a very successful year last year.
Joe looked chalk before they brought in Kips. Yeah, I think he kind of was.
Together, and it might not be, like you said,
because that team definitely should have been a lot better than they were to start.
How they play around each other, that's just very difficult
and I think
to see because
Nasty is in a similar spot. The only difference is I don't think anybody really expected Boston to be good.
The map was atrocious. Below, they only have one map that they can possibly play, so just not getting better for Boston.
Like Boston really just doesn't move the needle
in like
at all.
Here, talking about player like Afro, fries and challengers. Yeah, he's been dominating literally all last year. Time at New York at the beginning of the year was meh. Yeah, we kind of know what we got out of that one.
I think the problem with the Boston team
I mean, it's the same thing with Beans. It's the same thing with
the Boston team is made up of a bunch of players that
get out of the gameplay and be like,
put together. I don't think is a good team. But if you put them on like a top squad, like I said, if we were to move on from scrap, say we move on from scrap, and we pick up Nasty, but we still have a BZ, Hydra, and Neum, I think that would be a good pickup. If we move on from Neum and we bring in Nasty, I think that would be a good pickup. And I think he would play extremely well with that team. But I think with Nasty playing with Purge, Afro, I just don't see that roster winning anything. I think if you put Purge alongside of a good sub, like a well-known sub, I think the way he plays,
on the opposite side, because when we jumped to listening, he was
at least from what a lot of the pros will say, is like when he plays right, he's really good, even if he's not getting the kills. He's doing the right thing on the minimap. That would be a lot more beneficial on a top team. But when he's playing with a lot of guys that I feel like are more of just meant to fill in spots, not really a great team construction, in my opinion. Yo, what's up, Buckets?
And overall, they're 1-3.
You ready for this belt to ass?
Something about trying to find the right areas, I think, for a player like Shotzzy in Search and Destroy, especially compared to what he does like on a map like Raid and a map like Den. You need to see something that he can really finesse his
Isabel,
life
exactly.
And, make a play happen. Plaza,
and I think that's how just about the entire team is.
Especially to watch his arrow. What do Optic have in mind for Shotzzy in particular when they're trying to get the first blood on the offensive side? We'll wait for that at least for a little bit, as it's going to be the defense.
Ooh, just those Val picks hit the other day, Buckets?
Split, hard focus on A.
Ooh, I think I know what that means.
For that early A pressure.
The taxman's going to be knocking on your door, Buckets.
So now you're going to allow your teammates who were 3-stacking to rotate back over to
Starscream, you got Optic 3-0, Thieves 3-0.
Just got to shut down the B plan.
I kind of agree.
Hercules just kind of watching from the top.
I agree here. I think it's going to be a belt-ass day for sure.
Afro's been throwing some shoulders.
We only got 3 matches too, so this is going to be. This might be a DoorDash day. The entire day is a DoorDash.
Rewrapping this. Be bold to consider that. With
no taxman.
No
okay.
Yeah, just
never mind.
Back to the unknown spot.
Never mind that. I got a little too ahead of myself.
The entire time, Shotzzy has been holding strong with his shoulders just in case of the rotation.
You need a Dashy Aster class? Well, you're off to a horrible start, Buckets. Because Dashy
holds his life for a while longer. Boston are going to do a desperate rotation.
You are off to a bad start on that. On that one.
Just finding the first blood. Spark gets tagged. Here comes the rotation from the SMGs at mid-map. And this is not a call.
I thought you only pick overs, Buckets.
With any sort of confidence. Everything was just guessing, dude. That's just getting shrugged off by Mercules playing a power position, sure, but we have to have some set names or something for that and not just get scared to rotate back to A.
Yeah, I guess Boston they've seen Plaza be played so far ever since it's been added to the map pool, and a lot of it has been, especially early into these rounds, just grade A bangouts.
Hear me out. So if it's a DoorDash day, we deserve a Z gaming stream.
Well, slow and steady approach,
I'm going to dinner tonight with my friends, so I want to be able to do it tonight.
You only have 30 seconds before you gather some kind of information.
Would you guys actually watch me do like gaming streams during the week?
Easy
like on my personal account?
Dominate the map control in the first 15 seconds like that.
Yeah, for real. Well, here we go. Optic.
Yeah, but not today's matches. Afro, Spark, Hook, Dashy, Unders. Oh, wow. Taking the Dashy under is crazy, though, Buckets.
On this push, and he will find 2 with it. Purge, last one left, nowhere to go. Good round, go next.
Yeah, that's perfect, man. Whip out an extra NPC. Everybody fly and fry. You get the first blood, instantly you get the
That'd be cool. I mean, if I were to do it, I would only, if I stream on my personal account, it would only be on Twitch. I want to stream on YouTube as well.
Yeah, the gunny's too
strong. Just a heads up.
Yeah. Okay. That's that bang up that you're talking about, but I've got a feeling as we get closer.
So you guys are telling me I should start streaming like during the day.
Slow down this.
Is that what I'm hearing?
I think
I've been playing a bunch of Minecraft Java multiplayer.
Like controlling early on towards the middle of the map.
Dude, I haven't played Minecraft in a minute. I was playing because
it allows you to dominate.
I was playing every now and then because my buddy had a server
by himself
that we were playing on.
Actually gets a nade to land on a shot for first blood.
Needed that HP to finish faster.
Considering what's going to happen at A, and Afro will
Breach were hanging around for some reason.
4v2 situation early here for Boston just comes down to which bomb site they want to go to.
Yeah, and this should be no doubt.
Oh, okay,
which bomb site they go to. A with 4 guns versus 2, but we gotta trade out effectively, even though a team kill goes down. It's Mercury's.
Well, hey, Vivi, the last couple days during the week, I was streaming. I was just streaming at night.
Nasty on the close corner. There's the exit. Shots on Merc are decent.
Merc in the 1v3.
He's able to back away.
Legacy saver.
Chance of the 1v3, but now that he's kind of missed his first window, this becomes extremely difficult. Stun will reveal where he's at. He says, "All right, you know where I'm at. Let me see if I can find out where you're at." Nate doesn't bounce correctly, and Spart will find the final kill. So, okay, better there from Boston. Largely just a distraction play from Spart turns out to a first blood.
He had enough of Purge, so he just team killed him.
A little bit more ground up the middle of the map.
Oh my gosh.
Had the one guy isolated back over towards the A site, and thankfully it's Spart with the frag, at least to the opening kill. Forces Optic down to 3v4 to try to quickly make up the numbers.
Whoa, I got a $5 super chat from Buckets.
So then 4v2,
let's go, Buckets.
we know we have the advantage regardless
$670 NBA win on Wednesday.
Up close and personal towards the A site for a guaranteed round win.
Gotta wake up at 3 a.m. tomorrow to watch UFC Australia. That's crazy. We're waking up at 3 a.m. to watch UFC Australia. I mean, I tip it. I appreciate that, though, Buckets. Thank you for the $5 super chat, man. W Buckets. W Buckets.
Okay, Boston, what do you got for us on this retake attempt? It'll be Spart from the front. Everyone else either playing through mid or around the back.
Guarantees in life.
And I love this strategy from Optic. Like, we have players who are flex players, dominant SMGs,
taxes,
allow Dashy to carry the bomb,
and Buckets paying the tax man.
Shotzi is going to get caught. So now you're surrounded by
it happens all the time. Maybe I should say Buckets winning his best. Maybe that's the better thing.
And Purge wins it. Okay, it's the ace for Purge in the round. He finds the final shots needed.
Buckets up in the super chat as well.
Finesse move initially from Purge.
I just got a $3 bonus from Buckets.
Shotzi of all players to get that first blood on the retake.
I mean, I'm not going to complain.
Shotzi was in a very good spot.
I'll take the $3 bonus. You kidding me?
Purge.
Oh, we got a picture-in-picture now?
With the finesse, the wall pounce, hits him with a little bit of that ninja action.
Oh, we got new tech out of the CDL.
That allows them to have the numbers, allows Optic to be frantic to try to hold
They're
down
just
all those
beating
angles.
Dashy.
And eventually Purge to be the deciding factor for
Dashy's feasting, bro.
Huge.
I mean, it's Boston Breach.
Interesting. I'll be interested.
Of course, Dashy was going to feast.
Of not playing the bang out at A. So far, it looks like they're not interested in that at all. And yep, our free cam obs is saying no bomb needed apparently in this round. Left and
yeah, Nasty's got to be completely checked out,
mid
bro.
here for both teams. Hercules is kind of playing up and over. Dashy closer towards the staircase, but Spart will retreat back, grab the bomb, and Boston look like they've got eyes to play through mid. Just comes down to which direction do they choose to go.
Yeah, it's just a little bit different this go around because they don't get that first blood in the first 10 seconds with a frag, so you're only allowing time.
I feel so bad for Nasty because I feel like he's kind of like pigeonholed now.
No need to switch up anyone in their positions.
Like I think if the Thieves team, like the MW3 team, would have stuck together for like another year, I think Nasty would have gotten on better teams.
Pretty far behind this play.
Although I guess he was on a good team last year. They just never were able to get over the hump, unfortunately.
On the backside of the site. So now it's just down to
26 kills till the overhits.
Not being planted at the moment.
Yeah, that's.
Kills, and Purge will find his 5th in a row. Hoop the last one standing on top steps.
That's looking pretty tough. He's already at 5 in the 5th round.
Yeah, but He's already going to be spotted.
And you still have an entire overload.
We're just gonna run
You're going to need Optic to just absolutely world star Boston on overload and hope Dashy gets like no kills.
Back alley and instantly get cut down. And so far, Boston's strategy on this map is working out. Like
that's going to be a tough one, I think.
Just in case they have that all-out rushing towards A. But just the information that they're able to gather and stay alive. All right, this presence in towards mid-side of that A-bomb. So that's 3 guys, at least 3 guys maximum over towards the left side. We have 4 guns. We're going to take that space. And when you're throwing that smoke grenade,
Shotzi's still struggling in S&D.
Balcony, you force him to reposition. You get the first blow.
I wonder if it's just like him trying to figure out new timings
the SMGs are all the way across the map,
with the new sub and then some of the new maps.
Yep. 6 in a row for Purge.
Because I'm sure once he gets it figured out, he's going to be good again.
Gonna play through the B side quickly here.
But yeah, 1 and 4 to start. He struggled against us in S&D as well.
Pause. Not playing aggressively towards A this time, looking to see if they can catch Boston on some aggression of their own.
Yeah, but I don't really like the decision of no one showing facing towards that A site because now the bomb is going to get planted. You're probably going to be expecting all 4 of them to be inside, but Optic
am I crazier, or do Optic have to win this next tournament?
On the post plant setup because last time
I feel like if Optic doesn't win this next tournament,
so now you're hitting a pinch of your own.
Their mental is going to be
on the backside of the play.
It's going to be rough.
Everything in front of them. There's the first 2, no problem.
Especially if they get another second.
He's now on 7 in a row. But into the smoke he goes, and Shotzi will find him there. Hook able to take the last on the other side of the bomb side. Yeah, that's just a good adjustment.
I think obviously they would still compete at champs. I'm not saying that.
We don't need to send all 4 players here. Let's just keep our ARs back to the middle of the map.
I think
eventually it's a long route for Mercury.
I think if they don't win this next tournament, there's probably going to be a little bit of concern
there for Boston, where they were super active on that late pinch. They were willing
to
exactly, that bomb plant, but take the opposite side of the map away. This time they're just more than willing to stay on their side. So Optic are having the backside safe. We have down. We have to watch
the fans. If they get another second place, they're going to be calling for like Hook's head, bro. I promise you they will. Even if Hook doesn't do anything wrong, they're going to be calling for Hook's head.
Just not give up one side of the map for free.
Well, here we go. Boston going to do the 4-man bang out towards A. Dashy's stun will reveal that there is a play here. Hercules watching that mid circle cut. And meanwhile, Hook and Shotzi are on the long play, already through and around B. So this is just about, can Mercules and Dashy stop the bomb plant and allow this flank to get here quickly?
Yeah, and the longer that they wait to get this bomb plant, the more impactful that this flank is going to be. So now you're going to decide to try to go for the objective, but it's Hook effective on the trade, gives you one better, and is not able to get out.
2v2 though.
Carrier can no longer commit on the bomb plant.
This S&D is a lot closer than I expected it to be.
In some trouble here. He needs to commit. He's going to have Purge here to help, so that should be enough information.
Cyber, I mean, I'm an Octa fan, but I don't want anyone dropped, even if they don't win the next event. See, and I think that's the reasonable take, Cyber. I think that's the right take, I should say.
Timing could be
but I know that there's going to be some fans that are like calling for people to get dropped.
It took Nasty so
and
long
I won't understand that.
Yeah, well, it took the entire team so long to try to plant. Their initial play call was
Cyber,
the site. No one's there. Don't waste any time because
I'm
the
sure
longer you wait, the more
getting
space you're
second
thinking
place
that you're going to give up, and that's exactly what happens. It's
feels way better than going 0-18 and feeling like your season's over.
Is there to get that trade, and then immediately find kill number 2. So when you force it into a 2v2, we have no information.
Is this the one series Purge wants to shoot back in? I do feel like Purge ends up playing well against like good teams for some reason.
Count. You push up if you're dashing towards the backside of blue side. You pepper.
He's like
he's
like Estriel in that sense.
Just wins his
like Estriel always plays good against good teams.
And very well structured there from Optic on that retake again.
Hook is always the first fans call out. Yeah, and I don't understand it, especially this year, because like Hook has been really good. So if they were to call him out, that would really surprise me. I feel like Hook has been a phenomenal player for Optic this year.
Again, especially after the last round where they got beat on the flank. Shotzi gonna watch inner circle. He's got help nearby with Hook. There's the first shoulder. Shotzi bounces out, finds one, not gonna get the second. No trade because of the smoke.
Afro's 1 and 6 as well.
Here come the rest of Boston, but
he's getting worked on right now.
Rave inside the bar. And Optic again, just too strong on their side.
Not ideal.
It's the same exact setup though from Boston on their
Not
defense.
Ideal.
You're just giving up the A site. We're not being proactive on the backside to try to trap them in. You're gets into them on the silver platter, and Optic are making adjustments.
Hoop not being on Nameless's top 10 was criminal. Oh, I didn't even see. I didn't even see what his top 10 was.
3 in towards the site. Mercury's just spot the backside
Games
of
keep
yellow,
purging the league.
And Shot Team puts itself in a great spot.
Oh,
for
poor
that first
Purge.
blood. It's just, again, Boston are giving up way too
Yeah,
much.
Cyber, there's something. It was the same with like Octane and Kenny.
Boston choosing to cook
every
up
time
nades
they played
get
Optic,
into the
it
inner
was just
circle
like they stepped it up a little bit.
Away, but everyone's cooking nades while they're inside of it into bar, as if they didn't expect Shots to be there. Quick hit for Boston down mid. Mercules gets a pretty early read on this, respects it, backs up towards the statue. And Optic will just kind of wait for the next bit of information before they commit their defense one side or the other.
Okay, Mercury's just trying to keep them at bay. Great shots. Doesn't lead to a kill, but it's already been 30 seconds.
The way I see Optic play shots, he's annoying around the map.
You're probably thinking,
yeah, I mean, I think that's just his play style. Like, he wants to be annoying on the map.
Oh man, yeah, they've got a high
because it makes it so much harder for the other team to
get some damage and Nasty for one, but Mercules is
play off of it.
Purge is naded. Smokes himself back to a little bit of safety. Expects that there's going to be a rundown. And absolutely pogo sticking off the wall. And Optic will run down Plaza.
Well, it was close to start,
Boston Breach team.
And then Optic just kind of pulled away.
Yeah, and that's what Optic are really focused on playing against this Boston lineup when you take a look at the maps and modes. Like, they want to specifically try to add one of the
I hear you on that, Isabel. They've been extremely consistent.
And they can have any veto versus any single team. And realistically, even though you are playing against Boston Breach, just the different strategies and play calls.
I mean, Shotzi brought it back.
A lot better than what they do on
only going
-1,
-5 and 6.
This might be, even though, like I said, it
2
is
first bloods as well. I think the problem was 3 first deaths, but I think when you're kind of the guy that's trying to get the first bloods, that's going to happen sometimes.
I liked all the looks that we saw from Optic, really on both sides.
Afro, though, he went 1 and 7 with 3 first deaths and no first bloods. You really don't want to see that if you're a Boston fan.
They've got players that are playing to kind of contest that flank. One backside.
Although Destiny's probably stoked.
I think what we're seeing is a very heads-up understanding, not just from what the play initially is supposed to be, but also just how quickly they're varying it and developing it depending on what they're facing against. So great stuff for Optic there. You could say something about the caliber of opponent not being the greatest of litmus tests, but hey, first sight, I like it, like what I see.
Dashy 22 or less, map 3. Oh, and it's a Den overload.
2-0 up. Looking to close things out as we will head to a Den overload. Don't go far, we'll be right back.
Ooh. Ooh. That might be a tough pick there, Buckets. How's everybody else doing on it though?
Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
COD Champs tickets are on sale now. Come
yeah,
see
Cyber, that's why I feel bad for Nasty.
Grand finale in fabulous Las Vegas.
I feel bad for him. He deserves more. He really does. He's such a chill dude too.
To get your tickets now.
Such a chill dude.
Pros to play like the pros. The CDL team skins are available now.
I never got to do an interview with him when he was on the Thieves. He was the only one on that team that I didn't get to do the interview with.
Brought to you
but
by America's Navy.
Even when I got to talk to him in person, he was super chill. Like every now and then I can still like DM him and he'll message back and stuff. So
you whipping an F1 go-kart at the
hella cool dude.
Testing your aim and movement.
The one day when I was playing ranked, I played his girlfriend in ranked, and I recognized that it was her.
Surviving the best
and
at Escapology.
I was like talking to her and stuff. And then I remember like during the game or something, she told me and my brother to like stop sweating, and I was like, bro, I'm not even like sweating right now. I'm just playing the game.
Weekend in Vegas that you'll never forget.
Big GG. The guild took the hard point. Oh, that was roll for Bears. Aww. Got the hard point. Hard point contested.
8-0 Merc Shotzi Masterclass. That would be crazy.
Oh my God.
The other 3 need 35 or less.
Oh no.
Okay, that's definitely doable.
Are we good? Hello?
35 in a map 3 is probably pretty tough.
It's red everywhere.
Unless you go OT at this point.
Oh my God. Running.
100% Cyber. That's what I was saying. Like, I think the entire Boston team, if you took them and you were able to take one of them and replace them on a,
I don't know.
replace them with a player on a top team, I think most of them would play well and fit the team very well. I feel like they're all, I guess the best term maybe would be like they're all filler players. They're all guys that are supposed to fit a spot. So I think when you have a bunch of guys that are meant to, or I guess role players is probably the best way to put it. I feel like all of those guys on Boston are role players. And when they have to like team with all role players, it makes it tough. I think that's why like the MW3 Thieves team was so good when they started to figure out, was because Joe and Ghosty were more of like the star players, which I still think Ghosty is like that. He's kind of like the hybrid of like star player, role player type of guy. And then Kremp has the talent of a star player. I feel like
Go to market.
Nasty, I feel like has just consistency.
He's far right.
Like Nasty is almost always consistent. So to me, he's more of like that role player. Not that he doesn't have the skill of a top player. Just he's so consistent that he's always going to do his job the way you need it to be done. Nasty almost ended up at Gentlemates. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't remember hearing that rumor, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, teaming with Ghosty again, that probably would have been a good fit for him. Congrats again on bagging a minor. All right, buckets. Let's not say it like that, huh? Let's not say it like that. Let's not say that we bagged a minor. Let's say that the Thieves won a minor tournament.
Atlanta, going to be a lot of fun. Scan the QR code and join us on Friday. Do it. The Braves are
Let's maybe not phrase it that way. That might not be the best way of phrasing it.
I'm excited for the event, man, because what was it? The last time we sort of had a pro-am setting was EWC. Two teams from the amateur scene made it to the bracket play, but didn't win any matches after that. So I'm just
went hard in that minor.
That one of these amateur squads can put up a really good showing versus the best in the world. But enough about the young guns. We got to talk about these guys.
Scrap did say, "Bring me the minor."
Optic got some of the best overload players in the game. You see Dashy sitting nice and comfy at top.
Yeah, man, he's been unbelievable as Overload has developed for Optic. Not that it really needed much development in the first place, but I would just say, like, how Optic have won.
They should just call it a 20K. I know. Calling it a minor is kind of weird.
Like, it comes by way of the byproduct of what Dashy and Mercules can do first. And then Hook and Shotzi go do their thing. You see Hook on that leaderboard as well. But Dashy has just been unlocked in a different way. I think a lot of that has been mostly
just so I mean, he probably was.
Kill, immediately give the comm to his SMGs and then pick up the device and score. So that's what Optic are trying to replicate here to get a clean 3-0 versus this Boston team that I would say desperately needs to.
I really don't get how he was the one who got shafted to go to
if they want to stand a chance. You know, it's the best overload on the season as an organization, sitting at 6-6 overall. But Optic haven't lost this map in 4 months. So let's see what you got. And if you're gonna allow this guy to just make this guy
there might have been like very little talk about Nasty, which I don't understand.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like,
Abdullah, do I think if an offer came in for Scrap from Optic next year, he'd leave?
The world from you. Mercules able to shut down Purge, who was trying to play through the Optic side of the map.
I think it would depend on the offer.
Only a bit of threat that could be
but
established now for
I honestly, I don't think so. I don't think he would.
He picks that up,
I think as long as the Thieves are willing to like give him the keys to the team, I feel like he would probably stay.
Almost able to jump forward to find the fourth, but
I think if he's getting good pay and he gets the keys to stay, I think Scrap really fits what the Thieves want. Because the other thing too is like he says he's willing to do content. He doesn't want to do content, bro. He doesn't want to do content. And honestly, at this point, the Thieves don't really want to do like a ton of content because they're more focused on like their team's winning. And unfortunately, we haven't gotten to see that fully pan out yet. But
possess.
They've said that their goal is to be a top esports organization, and that they want to focus on winning, not so much about media and content and stuff like that. So in that regard, I think Scrap would fit in more with the Thieves than he would with Optic, and that could be more of like an incentive for him to stay with the Thieves.
6 HP in the tree, and you can't commit because Dash is still holding that iron. And now you're forcing Purse to hit the retreat.
Mercury's holding over towards mid-couch. Pistol off.
That's what I think.
2 for Merc. Up and out through Broken. Knife almost able to connect onto Spark.
I mean, he says that he's like he doesn't mind content, but it's also like if he goes to Optic, he has to stream scrims. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to stream scrims.
Here to actually defend against this. There's one more player to the left, and no. Shotzzy not expecting Nasty to be there. Almost got away with one, but we're
I don't see like
this is
he'd have to be on in podcasts like probably close to every week. Like the amount of content that he does now is so much less than what it would be if he were to Optic.
You find out, you clear out all of your spawn. Smart is now your lead blocker.
So it's like if he gets paid good money at the Thieves, gets the keys,
Boss to get on the board first.
And doesn't have to do as much content as he would do if he went to Optic.
Across the board, I would say everyone
I feel like I could see him staying in
the spaces that they're trying to contain. So now Optic
staying on
over
the
towards Dojo side. They do deal with
personally
on the pitch. Spark being a nuisance up close and personal. And Spark will be on 4 in a row, holding his life for now.
Plus, Scrap, I feel like Scrap is the type of guy that likes to be Optic. Like he doesn't want to join them. He wants to beat them.
Mercury's following behind that.
But you know, he does also want a championship, and if he feels like that's his best way to get a championship, then maybe he would. You know, I don't know. I like to think he would stay though.
Get out of dodge because your lead blocker now in Afro already guarantees this space. He's gonna also win an initial one-on-one gunfight. Dashy's not gonna be in a position to stop it. So Boston
I agree, Abdullah.
On the counter.
I agree with that.
Up 2-0. Reset over
this team, especially now after the meta shift, like as long as our sub duo is performing well, I think we're
the damage on Spark followed up on
minimum of top 3 team.
Do get a counter cap pretty quickly. But look at the mini map right now. It is 4 different 1v1s, and the kill feed tells a lot of the story. Things will start to stabilize as we get Optic playing.
I just don't see. I don't see Scrap going to the Falcons.
Boston's still working
like
on
even
forward progress
when there were the rumors this offseason, I honestly didn't feel like he would go.
Onto Spark.
And I do think part of that is I don't think they constructed a roster that would have made him like thrilled to go. I think that's the difference with like Celium. Celium already won a ring, you know. So for him, it's like. I'll take the bag. I'll take financial security for the rest of my life, you know.
Now you're just looking for the direction that you want to go.
But Scrap still wants to win.
Now you got to wrap it back towards Dojo.
Yeah, I don't think Boston were expecting that all 4 Optic members are going to be all.
Yeah, probably Abdullah. It could be put off.
Mercury deals with 1, looking for Afro. They're going to find Spark first, then Nasty. Good shots from Merc on 4 in a row. First last one left to the mid cut. Puke able to find the final bullet needed. And with 4 seconds left, Dashy will grab the EMP to trigger the first half overtime. We may have to wait for the route from either Shotzzy or Mercules to work out before there's a commitment on where this EMP is going.
Yeah, but the route, they're working in sync. Like, you're not drawing the attention if you are Shotzzy. Creates this opening in for Mercules, but doesn't win the fight.
That was a huge kill from Nasty. If Merc got that kill, they get that cap.
Mercules wins that one-on-one.
Wow, Boston
be a difference maker at a tie.
Going to the half up, 2-1.
But Boston, what they do great on Den. Proactive on the counterattacks. Fantastic. Just holding the line.
My other thing, though, is I was kind of saying it earlier, Abdullah. I think if
they were just finding the kills that they needed.
I think if the Thieves end up
to a 1-score advantage here going
or I think if Optic end up making a change.
Okay. Good stuff for Boston.
1, I'd be surprised.
I mean, this whole first
2,
half, they're able to deal with a lot
whether
of
it's for Merc or Dashy, unless Dashy retires,
which is something that
if you're the Thieves, just go after whoever they drop at that point.
That get scored on,
you know what I mean?
Ones are able to score right back
like just heavily pursue either Merc or Dashy, and you're still in a good spot.
Tells the story of this map as well.
Like that's the only reason I don't really see Scrap like going anywhere because
anymore. Yeah, nice
like,
shots. EMP now
the Thieves could get a good player if they drop Merc or Dashy.
Guys, information one's behind us, so you're gonna look for that trade, but Mercules doesn't get it. So now Afro And
Dashy can't get 12.
He
can't get 12.
But now you got to slow down. You know, Optic have an extra gun, potentially wait on this pitch before you decide to commit forward.
Well, Dashy gets the opener. Nasty still hanging on the corner, able to find one. Does he turn that into a second? No, can't. Shotsy right there for him.
Oh, true. Can't get 13.
Still trying to make their way on this corner. Last bit of a hit here from Purge will be felt, and that will be enough for the EMP to reset down the middle of the map. Boston will get some mid-cut control here, and they've got an early route from Afro up the middle of the map. He's going to find one before falling. So everything kind of restabilizes here. 3:50 on the clock.
Yeah, thankfully Afro gets that kill because now Optic are lighting up the kill feed. 3 for none. You're trying to keep the EMP right in the middle of the map.
He's just chowing that?
Dashy is not that good with the Jaeger, and that's going to turn to 3 dead in favor of Boston. Another situation where defense turns immediately.
Bro, his trigger finger is insane.
Well, everything's still stable for now. Boston trying to work on this B side of the map. Spark gets one, but that's a good kill feed for Optic. Purge making good on the play through mid. Again, keeps the EMP into a contestable spot, and then follows up to find Hook. So space gained from Boston again, playing a little bit of keep away at the moment, kind of playing TDM around the middle of the map. And look at the route from Afro all the way through the A point. It looks like Hook has gotten a read on it, but doesn't win the battle. So now all of a sudden, you've got pressure mounting from both sides. Afro finds a second.
That was a big win from Afro. Nobody else up front.
He gives you
wins any
gunfights,
though.
Kill, he'll gain some extra space by running forward. Problem is, Boston
Vivi, you want to see Dashy do a road to Erie with only a pistol?
By raid wrapping the map.
Yeah,
he could definitely do it too.
An advantage now as long as you're winning these key one-on-ones across the map because Mercules and Dashy are in a position to play the rotation. Mercules finds 2.
He could definitely
Afro, you
do
need
it.
to make something happen from small room.
The only reason he wouldn't be able to would be because of like cheaters and stuff.
Perfect rotation play out of Optic to
Afro
control
gets
the map
2.
the way that they did and for Shotsy to get a read. My teammates aren't spawning with me. Let's just wrap it back.
Yeah, big wins right there for Mercules. Stalls out the potential for a counter cap or at least a counter attack from Boston for a little while longer. Safe position for that trophy to come down for the defensive Optic.
Buckets, this is not a good position for Dashy to be in right here for you.
Watching for OEs right now. Nades coming through. Who gets the opener? Boston's stuck. Just cannot get around this corner. So many nades littering this elbow. Hook onto one. Low
Got
HP
2 minutes.
Down by Dashy, unfortunately, but for Boston, they still need to find a way to grab
the ball.
Oh my gosh.
Accidentally grabs it. So now it's just down to what Hook can do. He will fall, and Boston will score their 3rd.
Yeah, that's so tough if you're Shotsy because that would have been a freebie kill, but you pick up the EMP, you force your FBC to go in the back pocket, and the Jaeger doesn't pull up quick enough.
Buckets just needs Dashy to get incinerated for the rest of this map, and Afro jumps off the map.
Afro is going to fall off the map, though, and now you're banking on Purge to at least make up for it in this lane. He guarantees at least one.
Good shots, Purge.
He gets the second pistol out.
Good shots, Purge.
Trade should be here, and it is for Spart. So Boston with numbers, in control, up 1.
Are they about to park the bus?
Lot of things that
no way they parked the bus, right? Okay, they're just rotating over.
Mid-map, though. That's a good way to kick things off and keep Optic on their toes defensively. Around the back, Afro shut down by Dashy.
Purge. Purge for 2.
Purge for 2. Able to get a couple, but
gotta wait.
Cannot push through this. You've got Nasty on the flank. You've got to wait for him to get there. But
Nasty's got to go. Dashy reads
it. Dashy picks things up from behind. Optic a chance of control.
Did he shoot? He might have shot.
Coming in at the right time. Spawn's a little bit funky. We're at the P2, so someone has to get behind enemy lines. So Optic able to get the much needed stop.
Oh my God, he's at 20.
Through Dojo, Nasty's gonna slow them down by finding that kill through mid.
Oh no, he's at 21.
All you have to do is just hold the line.
Oh no.
Well, they lose 2. The hunt is on.
Merc going huge though. Oh, Dashy with the Trojo.
Optic will grab the EMP. They will have about 60 seconds to make a play if they can trigger the overtime. Shotsy's gonna go first. Shots to Afro. Good, but not good enough. Afro wins the battle.
Oh no, Dashy's in a spot where he can get some kills.
He can do too much. Dashy and Hook still showing presence through Dojo, and there are 4 trophies down to Boston over here.
Oh, but they found that opening kill. Now the pinch player also gets one, so Optic is going to try to do this with Dojo. EMP is going to be down, and it's Nasty who finds 3. Mercules is going to pick it up. You just got to slide it in, and Boston
he got one more, Buckets. Oh no. They just needed a team shot him, and you would have won.
And every time you needed to clutch up and get the fights that were desperately needed, you
oh, that's so tough, Buckets. Yo, what's up, Robbie? Vivi, did they revert the rules? No, they just they changed the overtime. I think they reverted the like the regulation rules, but then the OT rules are the stopwatch.
Cemented on this dojo play.
Yeah, Robbie, this should be a quick day of COD. I mean, that was a big win from Boston, though. I definitely didn't expect them to win that.
Good reads on when the overextensions were coming out, and they also had some really solid proactive plays of their own. Good stuff from Boston.
Oh, yeah, the SMGs came into play, man. Afro sitting at 29 and 24, 36, almost 3,700 damage. Right there alongside what Purge was giving you. Those guys were finding
Bro, they just needed to get one bucket.
Those one-on-one lead
they just needed to get the one.
And also, big-time kills were also getting those stops.
So
like,
tough, dude. That's a bad beat right there.
He had two
that is a really bad beat.
Like the one at Couches where he hits the wall bounce, absolutely destroys Dashy.
Those are the types of things that happen to me every single time I put cash on something.
And in that final moment, he finds 3 to set up Purge to have that one-on-one versus a guy with a pistol. So
oh, I didn't even notice that, Isabel. That's definitely a cash to Purge then.
Huge. Okay. And that is the first loss for Optic on this map in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
You'd have to go all the way back to when they played Vegas in the Stage 1 qualifiers after the New Year's break.
Is Boston nice at Overload?
Just after the New Year's break. So it's been like 4 months of dominance for Optic on this map. Wouldn't you know it, the Boston Breach, the team to slow them down.
I mean, it's a good mode to be good at.
I mean, they score a lot on this map often as well. So really good stuff. And that's the moment right there that Shotzi actually may have determined the map, to be fair. I mean, Shotzi doesn't pick up the EMP there, and he's got his SMG out. He probably at least trades.
So much pain.
It's the way it goes, man. That's Overload for you.
Oh, man.
This is tough, man. Probably weren't
I
expecting
know. I'm frustrated, too, because now the tax man's not getting paid.
But they get it done.
I was rooting for you.
Now able to force the map. Number 4 will be yet to see.
Dude, that kill right there. Oh, man.
Obviously practicing a little bit. We've seen.
It's because he got the headshot.
Like their Sake, they were a little bit iffy if they wanted to throw it in, but you're playing against Boston, you might as well try it. Thankfully, Boston have already tried it.
Bro, he got the headshot cheese.
Let me tell you, it's the same exact story when you talk about hardpoint for these guys. You're not
Thieves Series 100-point club or what?
So
dude,
that needs to be the key.
It better
be. Force game 5.
I'll tell you what,
the Thieves got to be locked in
against
Boston.
Set up the right timings
against CLOUD9. I mean,
take this map and send it to a gridlock search. That's your best chance at the series. But
let's see.
Just getting a spark.
Let me look on Twitter, see if we got the maps and modes.
Minnesota
we do.
Would be great. And
we do have maps and modes.
One of those situations that, again, I think the evaluation around Boston is.
Let's see here.
Everyone's pretty much in the same camp. This is a team that has a lot of individual talent, but it's not merging.
We got Colossus HP. Yeah, we should smoke them on that.
Sometimes it does.
Gridlock Search.
One good map win.
Den Overload.
Like, yo, wait, whatever that was.
See, I don't like that. I mean, maybe we're map testing.
In those moments.
I guess.
Just hopefully they're able to find it.
Gridlock HP and then Raid Search. So I could see us maybe going game 4 here as well because of the Den Overload.
Some of the best teams in the world.
I love that, but I do think it's probably not a bad idea to map test.
And it's all about the little things, man. You're getting beat in the fundamental aspect. You see how when they're in control of the game, when they're understanding where the pressure's coming in.
Just so you think it'll be 250 to 120 on Colossus?
When you're consistently putting yourself at the disadvantage.
4 overs or unders for that series?
Grab all the head glitches and guarantee so much space and you so far away from the time. That's when the game.
I mean, I would say probably scrap over.
To do that on a map that they're going to test here for the first time.
Maybe a BZ over.
Into that line of thinking, if Dashy's set up on a power position,
and
he's
then
do more of what he did in map 1.
Exactly.
Maybe Ocus under.
Locking down the spawns and locking down the hard point. He's going to go run around and do what he just did. I mean, he only had 22 seconds on the hill. And
hide
still
under.
1.5, just running around doing
That's what I think.
So it is a very clear cut. I think, especially
that would be my
wide open maps like
picks personally.
But
I don't know if you want to go. I don't know if you want to go off of my picks.
Fight over objective time and make a game of it, like on maps like Colossus, maps like Blackheart. You can even throw, I don't know, like a map like Den into the mix.
Yeah, but Robbie, C9's not bad at S&D. I think we should beat them at S&D.
Yeah,
I also think though our Den Overload is our worst map in mode
if you don't win that
combo.
First wave of fights and then you allow them to
I think we should still win.
Door, hit that long route, find that opening kill. Then
I hope we still win.
So it just needs to be teamwork, making the dream work for Boston. They have it in Overload. You saw it on full display. Even though it was a lot of individual players making big time moments, they were having that at least in the vicinity where I can instantly be put into a trade position. So that's what Boston have to do. Even though it seems like we keep on talking about it, it's such a small thing, but it's such a big thing. You win your rotations, first step, done. You win that first wave, step 2, done. And then at that point, they only have one more good push. And if they don't find the success there, then it's a full 60. It's so simple. Boston just have to lock in on the little things.
Yeah, and they don't have much time to do all of that because you look at the season standings right now. Optic in the lead have only just barely 10 points above FaZe, who are, I'd say those two are pretty much head and shoulders above the rest of the league. You go over to the right side of the leaderboard, though, and
Ocus is sub or AR?
Teams like Boston, it'd be far-fetched to believe that they could make it into the playoffs just where we are right now. Vancouver, Carolina, maybe more of an offshoot shot if they can find a way to do well
he's an AR.
Major. But
Chat, do we know, is Ocus an AR?
Had a situation quite like
I feel like I've seen him with an AR.
Between the top 8 and everybody else. But that's what was currently existing. Carolina, of course, right there.
Because I think Hyde is an SMG.
Down, so they need to have a good major. They need to finish off this qualifier on a strong
Encourage.
foot. And a team like Boston would have to put together some sort of a miracle run if they were to get themselves into top 8.
I think he's an AR.
Sake hard point
Isabel, he's an AR? Okay.
I'll tell you, 10 points off of Optic would go a long way.
So there you go, Buckets.
Some sort of a jet start.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Ocus against
this one, so
knee money and scrap.
Your entire squad to just
knee money in the neck.
Potentially beating one of the top
that sounds like a heavy under for me.
We go.
Respectfully, sounds like a heavy under.
Trying to keep his light towards the lower side, but he gets picked.
We got decent separation from Miami from that minor tournament. That's good.
Long route developing for Afro.
That's good.
Behind one, Mercules turns and finds the trade though.
Any extra points we can get to keep moving forward is fantastic. Especially because Miami's like starting to look good too.
It's like 5 seconds goes, and then there's a Boston player dead in the kill feed. 5 seconds go, another Boston player dead in the kill feed. They cannot get themselves set up. So finally, they're able to get their feet underneath them, but Optic have won the preferred side of the map, looking over to P2.
Yeah, they have P2 side locked and loaded, ready and waiting. And they have every single cutoff as well, but Afro's able to catch that timing through the middle of the map. Now you're trying to approach the backside. Of the bricks area here, you win a key gunfight, or at least spawn 3 players from Optic all the way on the opposite side. The nuke turns and burns off the spark, but he's quickly gonna get traded. And this is now a perfect sequence for Boston to get a good chunk of time.
Yeah, and I love this from Purge, taking space over towards Barrel's side on the inner part of the bar. That will keep Optic a little bit hesitant to just full flood from the front, knowing the pinch is probably available. Nice angle from Nasty through the window, able to double down onto 2. And okay, Boston recover brilliantly. Purge eventually shut down, so Optic, 30 seconds to play. We'll have one more go at this before they default towards rotation.
You see, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Win the rotation, win the first wave. They only have one more push at this. Boston Breach doing exactly what they need to do to try to force the game number 5. Okay. Let's hear their comment because they need high energy to force it.
Ocus season stats are rough. That's why I was saying Ocus under.
I spawn long. I've got all of this.
Wait, you did scrap Hydra, Nezra, Ocus unders? Oh, so you didn't listen to anything that I said. I mean, hey, you do you, man. You win more on bets than I do. So I trust you. I trust you more than I trust me with that stuff.
Long on me. He's in lights, okay? He's gonna go good late. He's in that door. He's low. He's pushing up on
okay. That's fair then, Buckets. If his line was high, that's understandable. That's understandable.
I'm in this hole.
I think she's on spawn ring, by the way.
Actually, I'm
What's everybody go? I'll get
I'm looking at the right, okay?
They can't go for new. Could be Dojo.
P1 right now.
Need a 250 to 50 HP map for the Thieves series or for this one? You did probably for the Thieves one, I'm assuming. Although, wait, but Buckets. His line was 63, but we're getting a Colossus HP. And he was frying on Colossus HP the other day. I mean, he dropped 30. I think he dropped like 35 on Colossus the other day against the Heretics, bro.
Yeah, good stuff for Boston.
Damn, this is a close one.
Just kind of forced into a weird situation, having to hit that P2 old time with only about 15 seconds.
This is a close one to start.
And then late to rotation on 3. They get a little bit blessed.
Oh, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm throwing it out there like
out with a nice hellstorm and take the lead.
Yeah,
that could change things. That could throw a wrench in the plan a little bit.
The rotation locks down on the backside, but I don't know if it's a miscomm or something. We have to be able
to trust me, the taxman is never negative.
You block the front, you block the back.
The taxman is never negative. Because taxes are going to get paid. You know what I mean?
And then you force the hand that helps them to be invested probably a little bit too early, but still Optic trying to fight their way through the front side.
Oh, Robbie, if we got a map 5 in the series, I might cry.
For sure right now. Really good stuff for Boston.
That would be unreal.
Everyone's playing well. Love to see that if you're a Boston fan. For Optic, let's try to
Boston with the reverse sweep
to congest this hard point, but everything's being
that might be worse than Optic getting second place at the next major.
20 seconds still remain.
If Boston reverse sweep this series, that might be worse than Optic getting second place at another major.
Some kind of time here.
Straight up.
They are finding the opening kills. They are trading out effectively. Purge is trying
Dashi was the only Optic player to hit his over.
Finding 3 kills at the same
and it was by 1 too. That's such a bad beat, man.
Instantly have been mapped to go
oh, that's such a bad beat.
So almost a 30-point difference.
Whoa.
Boston are trying to set up to find that opening kill. Shots he's gonna strike off of a Creddy spot and Optic are in the time.
Yeah. Spark gives you one. Whoa, Nasty just trying to blitz around the corner. Dealt with, though, by Shotzi, and as Sparta's traded away, Optic will get some early time here on P1. Barrel side hit coming through, though, for Boston. With a little bit of focus over towards the bridge. Afro with the jump into the hard point. Purge able to win out the pinstripe kill feed for Boston to get into the time.
I mean, Boston's getting trades. They're getting good trades here.
I just love the way that Boston are approaching this, man. They're actually sending a lot of players on the same exact route, so they're having more than just one gun on very important angles. And that's allowing Boston to keep it as scrappy as it is. And now with only 20 seconds left, Purge thinking a step ahead. You hit the route all the way through warehouse. You have a teammate that spawns alongside you. Now you just got to try to lock down this side of the map, and it's only easier if Spark finds the opening.
What a nice Wagyu ribeye to cook for dinner. Damn, Buckets, that sounds fire.
So Optic will get a couple of close spawns still. A lot of pressure on the Purge.
I've actually never had Wagyu steak.
Finish off the kill. So Optic
to my knowledge.
Players around P2. Nasty.
But I've heard it's phenomenal.
The next Optic hit is coming from, knowing there are no reinforcements here. It is a mess around P2. Every battle.
I know with how much time you put into your your brisket, was it?
Inside the hard point,
I know that shit's gonna be
There's 40 seconds to fight, and Optic look good for it.
I know that's gonna be fire, bro.
Some key one-on-one gunfights at the front side of that warehouse that allows Optic to be past that 50-yard line with more players on that side of the map. So they take the spawns with a very quick break here at the P2. And now Boston, how are you going to work your way back on in? It's instant first 2 kills going to Shotzi. Smart and Nasty.
Bro, I've just never been anywhere. I've never been somewhere to like have a Wagyu steak. It's not that I don't want one. I've just never been. I've never been to a place that I could get one.
Spawning all the way out, and Purge should be as well.
I didn't realize that makes me a liberal.
Try to open up P3. Here we go. It's a full convoy. Optic playing from the top side of the map. Boston through bridge side. Oop, searching. Can't find anybody yet. Boston will open up the hard point to their name, but it's still a question mark on who is going to actually control the hard point as soon as this next hit comes through.
As an A-shot would say, my bad. I thought this was America.
Right there from Smart. Just staying proactive, being a nuisance around the middle of the map.
Hold on now. Hold on now. Boston's getting some kills.
So first wave already done and dusted.
Okay.
Who was trying to influence
Get that time though, yeah.
And now all of your focus is towards street side. Boston are going to be able to take the lead because Optic are so far
Hold
away.
on here, chat. Yeah. Boston's getting all the kills.
This is what we often expect.
Hold on now. Boston's getting all the kills.
P4 right now. Boston have done the better job through 2 and 3.
Afro's going to get shot in the back though.
Don't believe we have any other Hellstorms available.
I thought there was someone there.
So this should be just a raw gunfight. Optic are going to be in control of the spawns for
He's Merc in the back.
Honestly, Boston.
Forget him. Yeah, I like that. I like that, Afro. Yeah, forget the guy in the back.
Some dojo control here, as long as they can find Hercules, which they do. Shots able to find 1 damage on to Spart, 5 in a row for him.
Ooh, whoa.
Huge win from Sparty. Shots to Hercules, not nearly as efficient.
Whoa.
You've got Dojo control, and Boston are in the time for now.
Okay.
Trying to get the Hellstorm Spark shut down. 3 straight kills.
Virgin, go huge.
Oh
my God, how is Shotzi not dead?
But that'll be all.
I would have loved to see Sparks value his life a little bit more towards Dojo, because if you get that Hellstorm, that is such a difference maker, especially at this kind of moment.
Oh my gosh, they're breaking from the front.
But it's still gonna be Boston trying to hold it from the front.
Purge killed Nasty with a stun, bro.
It's looking like they're gonna show up this final 30 unless Afro's able to catch a time.
He came new with a stun.
Can't finish the kill quite yet, and finally does, but instantly trade.
Yeah, and you get a little contest from the front.
Okay, Boston kind of threw that rotation, no?
Nasty able to keep Spark safe inside the time. This is
Lib
not
talks. Oh my
hard
God.
time.
Thieves talk socialism.
Decent accrue for Boston, and now the rotation to 5. Mercules finds 1 to kind of cut off the reinforcements through mid. Boston still spawning towards bridge side. Merc will be traded, and Afro will be the first point of contact to try to read any Optic players moving through stairs.
Yeah, I would have loved to see Afro just take more space there at warehouse, but he's at least going to guarantee this first kill before doing so. So now Afro, if you can find the second kill with the hook, you can flip the side of the map, and he does just that. Afro, just like the Overload, having clutch gunfight after clutch gunfight, spawns now flipping. Optic got to break through the front.
Yeah, Shotzi gives himself away over towards mid. Still alive, but Optic now using that little bit of distraction to find the timing to hit from the front. Afro able to find 1 more. But Optic will breach in for now. Nasty kind of has to watch 2 things at once.
Gotta kill Shotzi here, right? I mean, they have to.
He gets another gunfight win.
They have to focus him.
Trying to force the trade, and he will eventually find it. Now Boston focus back onto the
hard point. Wait a minute. Are we actually about to go game 5?
Trouble here as Purge finds the kill to Hercules, and the last hit from Hook. Well, he'll find a couple, but really this is only for a couple of seconds of time, and Boston are really happy with how P5 went.
Yeah,
there's no way we go game 5, right, chat? There's no way.
Early over towards the rotation at P1. It's a 30-point difference, but with the lead's advantage, this is where you need to start to work on some of these routes. But the routes are being read. Shotzi and Mercules already find 2. Optic shut down the first wave.
Yeah, time to turn up right here if you're Optic. They are turning up.
Okay.
Shotzi on skates. 4 in a row. Almost gets Spark for his 5th.
Okay, that's 2 dead.
Bring this back within single-digit deficits. Dashy trying to hang as long as he possibly can. He's stunned. Afro will find the kill.
How did Afro win
that?
that?
Reclaim some time here on P1.
I think Dashy might have just got hoed.
There we go. Boston earned a really good spot. And Optic, honestly, they're just trying to play 2 things at once. 2 players playing for the hill, 2 players playing for rotation.
Yeah, they're trying to lock down the spawns and also lock down potentially this whole time, but
hold the phone.
And Boston are taking a lot of space over at Rockside, so now the Nuke needs to choose his timings correctly. Thankfully, he turns and catches Purge. And you're going to turn this into a 2-on-1 to try to hold on this side of the map. Just don't allow Nasty to break you down.
227, 202. Big win from Nasty. Shotzi there to pick up the trade.
Does get traded,
Boston
though.
Will be spawning to break.
He would have stayed alive. That would have been crazy.
Threat starting to be established for breach around the back. But look at this. Afro's going to come help out on the hit through the side door. He finds 1. Nasty damage into Hook, but Hook stays alive. Optic able to reinforce.
Bro, they got to get
regen out for Hook, and he turns that into a big elimination. Now it's just down to finding Nasty inside the hard point. Follow up good from Shotzi.
1v1.
It's just down to reading the last player. It's Spark from the side door. Hook finds the kill, and Optic will stabilize to take the late lead.
Boston's got to break. Boston's got to break. They didn't get the kill side door.
Until we can't lose. You have pressure from the front. You have pressure from the
no, Hook's going insane. Hook just went insane.
And it's the Nuke who's able to line up 4 in a row.
Boston.
Now you create the space.
They soiled it. They soiled it.
Unbelievable from Hook. Last opportunity to contest.
Hook just went insane there, bro.
He probably would have had the 6th as well. What a display.
They soiled it, bro.
Chaotic at the front door. Hook, the last one standing, finding everything, secures the series for Optic.
Just so my membership name is the Red Sea.
And even though it wasn't a 3-0.
It is. But wouldn't that be communism? Not socialism? Wouldn't the Red Sea be communism?
Because there's a lot of things that they desperately need to work on. We gave up 100
Bro
seconds
falls asleep
to 20
watching Hassan electrocute his dog. Bro, I actually don't watch Hassan at all.
To the P3 because that's where
I actually find him very annoying.
Made the game a big difference. But
okay, maybe not very annoying, but
man, where if Boston just switch it up a little bit when Spark hits that early route towards the backside of P4.
Next on the flank is the League Socialist.
All we have to do is lead. leave the front spawn
How would the
open.
league
There's
even
no
be
reason why
socialist?
when we are finding kills off the rotation, Optic should
I don't know.
instantly be in
I don't
the
know
setup when
economics,
they
bro.
have more guns than us because they spawn so damn close to the time. That has to be miscommunication. It's something that Boston are 100% going to go back and look at, because that one moment where 23-point difference could have at least forced that game 5 if he fixed it.
Afro had his moments, Abdullah.
100% the case.
He had his moments
That
on the
was
Thieves.
a heck of a sake map. And again, you see moments from Boston that's like, okay, they have
Boston
the
can't do
individual
anything.
skill. It's just down to timing, down to the cohesive moments that they need to
Fucking
work on,
socialism
especially when
and
it comes to things like
communism are
rotation.
not the same.
Because when
They
you look
are
at
a
the
different
chart, like,
thing.
again, P2 to P3,
That's why they're different
that second
terms.
time we're there, biggest spike we saw. And even at the beginning, it's again 40-20 exchanges through P2 into P3 into P4. So like, you take that if you're Boston. You're giving yourself.
You trying
an
to
advantage.
find
You're
out?
starting to
No,
gain a
I'm
little
not.
bit of a gap. But it's right there at the end.
No.
Looking from 5 to 1.
We're not a
Of course,
we're not a
that
political
1 to 2
channel
play.
here.
Unbelievable stuff as the flat.
We're
line
not a
for
political
Boston
channel here.
is what ends up costing them. So
Same
you look back
thing.
at the overall
Alright.
series, a tight map 3, tight map 4. Everything else pretty comfortable for Optic, all things told, including Plaza in the mix. So yeah, I mean, for Optic, you're sitting comfy right now, looking at a top seed for Atlanta. You're going to be working on map play, I feel like, for the rest of the way.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, man, because that's what they desperately need to. All right,
Like,
we're
it's
losing
just
our
gonna start
go-tos
calling
in
me
dead
a fucking
overload. We
commie
still have to
now.
add that force search and destroy into the mix.
Great.
Plaza at least treats them well, but job's not done. We got to do it versus the best in the world.
Agreed.
Like, it's just gonna start calling me a commie.
All right, let's head back to the desk, see how they feel, and get things set up for the rest of the day.
Thank you for clarifying there, Shift. Ali, let's start with you because you nailed the 3-1 call. Plaza looking good. Sake, little bit iffy, but talk to me about the overload. How did Boston win in game 3?
Well, so I thought they were going to win the search and destroy, but
We
we
need
did
you
end up
with
going
Hassan?
to overload. And
Hell
Boston,
no.
they've shown us some really good defense
Hell
in
no.
overload before, and so I feel like that's what we saw today versus Optic Texas.
Are we sure
I mean,
you aren't a
even when you
Russian
go all the way
spy?
down to
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
make
I'm
an
definitely
audio
not a
of
Russian
good
spy.
one there.
I'm a sleeper
But
agent.
to the point of like, you go all the way back
Could you
to the
imagine?
last, like, 10
I'm just a
seconds, right? And
sleeper
it's
agent?
nasty, and he's able to get those last 3 kills.
That
to
would
set
be-
it off.
that would
So
be kinda
their
crazy.
defense in that game mode specifically has just really kept them on top of their game.
You guys just play the Kill John Lennon video from TikTok or whatever,
hitting some pinches. The
and I just like
defensive stands out,
instantly
mentioned
react.
fantastic. And I really thought they had an opportunity on this map. Optic haven't had any official reps on Saki in a match yet, and we get down to the
Should
end.
we
I mean,
cancel welfare
a
and
couple
boost
decisions you had to
camps
make.
if
It's like,
no
okay, do we commit
commie?
to this P1 or do we try to flip the map and secure it on P2? Well, they committed to the P1 and tried to play break on that P2. And what happened is, we're sitting back there in the green room. We're like, Boston might actually do this. They had Hook super
Dude,
weak. And
I
they had
will
a
say
kill,
though,
but
what
they staggered.
makes
They
me
went in for
laugh
the kill right away. If they waited for each other,
is when you get like
likely
old
Optic's
people
gonna have somebody
that
committed
live
to the
off of
back,
like
so you gotta
social
have a
security
4v3,
and stuff,
Kyler's not
and then
gonna
they
be
talk
here.
about like
Exactly,
how
he's not gonna
bad
be
and
here,
how
but it ends up
horrible
being the hero 'cause we
socialism
kinda
is,
go
and
one
it's like,
by
bro,
one.
you're
We don't
literally
wait for
living
each other,
off of
and the game
socialism.
just gets away from them a little
That
bit.
is
And,
literally
for
what
was
that
such a
is.
great match,
That's why it's
like
called
that has
social
to be
security.
So painful for Boston, but some heroic efforts on the side of Optic.
You can't
Like-
fight a nuke one-on-one. You're going to lose every time. Afro and friends get
And they
it
don't
their
realize
all,
it
but it's
until
not
somebody
enough.
brings
And
it
I
up to
gotta
them.
ask real quick, guys. Boston's roster, not
Isabel,
as
I'm
worried
too
as
lazy
we
to
were
be a
going into
spy.
the match. They
Same,
looked pretty
low-key.
decent against one of the best teams in the
Same.
league.
Actually, I'm too scared to be a
Okay,
spy.
this is the exception,
And I'm
not
too
the rule to what
introverted.
we've seen for the last
I'm too
2
introverted
months.
to
So
be a spy.
yeah, I'd still be worried. I will say Purge had a better performance in this specific series, but
Thieves
I
talk
think you
is a
gotta,
winter
assess some
soldier.
options if you're Boston.
We're now joined in our
That would
monster
be
with a
kinda crazy,
spotlight by
huh?
the one and only hero, the nuke himself.
Yo,
who popped off at the end of that
Gold
game.
with
Who-
the
talk to me
with the
about Sake.
4-month
You guys decided to play it
resub on
tonight.
Twitch.
How
Thank
we
you,
feeling
Gold.
about the map for you in particular?
W Gold.
Good.
It's been a minute since we've seen you in the
We've
chat.
worked a lot on it in practice, just haven't got a match rep on it. It always plays a little different in the match, but
Isabel, that's
yeah,
literally
I feel
all the
good
old people
overall,
in
though,
Texas.
for sure.
Oh, I bet.
Talk to me about like your guys search and destroy in general. So on the season, you guys are the
All
best search
people
and
are
destroy
rancors.
team. But in the last couple of weeks,
I didn't say
it
that.
hasn't been as dominant as it was. Is that a combination of the
say
new
that.
maps, or you guys just kind of getting away from where you were?
nah, definitely new maps, and I don't even know when's the last time we played Den. It's been a minute, but yeah.
Get my Prime because it's free. Hey, thank
new
you, Gold.
maps,
I
think,
appreciate
what,
the
two-
Prime
two
sub
new
out of you,
maps?
man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, just trying to learn those maps, pretty much.
There are 3 new maps: Grid, Plaza, and
Yeah,
Fringe.
three actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and going off of that, you already brought up, scrims, having
That's
to
a
make
big-
sure
that's a
that
big
the practice
resub
from
for
those
4
new maps
months.
kind of translates into matches.
I mean, you're
can
locked
be
in,
a little
Gold.
wonky sometimes. And
You're
that's
locked
not
in,
something
brother.
new when it comes to the league. What do you find is the biggest difference? Is it the pace that people play
Wait,
at?
that's a
the biggest
crazy
difference?
comp,
Do they
Abdullah.
try
He
weirder
does look like
spots?
he could be from the
what's
Spy Kids
disparity?
universe.
I'm
I mean, all
fighting
of it.
those
it's
thumb
just
people
like
and shit.
We're learning the timings again on even though we played Fringe and Gridlock, we're still learning the timings.
Or do they work with the thumb people?
And yeah, just overall getting comfortable on it. I guess it's taken us some time. Yeah.
And then, Hook, I want to ask you one final question. Obviously, you guys have been so good this year, but on Sundays, things are getting away from you guys a little bit. Have you guys had a team talk, sat down, and kind of identified what's like the primary reason for, I guess, the Sunday scaries?
I mean, yeah, we've definitely had lots of talks. I mean, I just feel like we're a winning caliber team. I think we'll be ready if we get another chance at that one for sure.
Absolutely. Good luck, man.
I have a feeling it's going to happen once or twice more this year. Hook, thanks for joining us.
I'm not reading that last one out loud. Holy. Spy Kids was a great series. I only ever really watched Spy Kids 3D. I never really watched the ones before that. And then I also watched Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Knives in their fingers when needed, nameless. What did you love most in this series from this duo?
Yeah, I mean, well,
he looks like a grown-up 10-year-old. He does kind of look like that. Yeah, he looks very young still.
Yeah, you put them on pause, they can be able to run around and do whatever they want. I think on this map, Hook had no game-winning play.
That's a crazy comment out of you, Buckets.
4,100 damage, so yeah, them as a duo.
That's an absolutely diabolical comment out of you. It's a fair one.
It was more of like the ARs, to be honest.
I mean, it's a fair one.
Let's see, 26
I've heard she had an OnlyFans,
and follows up map 2 with 8 and 3. So I was like, all right, the ARs on the half time
you've seen it,
then it's like when Boston stole that map number 3, it's when both of them really locked in. It was like, all right, nah.
Yeah, let's close this out.
Yeah, Isabel, just straight up calling it out. Y'all are ass on Sunday, getting back-to-back second places.
We're done with the first match, but we still have 2 more to go. We come
Same, Justo. I had the 3D DVD with the glasses as well.
It could be a speed run or another close series. Lock in.
To be fair, he looks like the quintessential COD player. That's a big word out of you, Abdullah. That's a big word out of you. Wait, Shane. Hold on. After, did y'all hear that, chat? After the Thieves won the minor, Shane yelled out, "Give me the minor now!"
In fabulous Las Vegas. All 4-day passes come with early venue access. Head to phasevegas.com or scan the QR code to get your tickets now.
Wouldn't say they have the Sunday scaries. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the Sunday scaries. I think they've just had some rough moments. Did an AP language and literature? Yeah, I did not do that. I didn't do that. I took, it was called like UP. I took like UP English my senior year. I don't even know. I don't understand what the difference between UP English versus AP English was. But it was different. I didn't really take any like AP classes.
That's true. Well, why, bro? Why are you going? Why are you going?
I did have half days my senior year though, which was fire.
Hello.
Advanced placement versus underperformer. That's not what UP was. That's not what UP was.
You're an idiot, bro.
Because UP was between the regular class and the AP class at my school. I promise you it wasn't.
Find another 3 lives now for the Stallions. Hey, this is just around
I promise you it wasn't
indeed, but we saw how that one went. Dylan and Rex, last Hermano.
Isabel, you took AP literature.
Ultra clean, efficient.
It has a single AP test though. Oh man.
That says any mean things about any of his
Damn, just so you took 5 college classes in high school?
Unbelievable gameplay.
I didn't take actual college classes, but I kind of did because when I went to ASU my freshman year, the one math class I took was literally the exact same math class I took in high school, pretty much. Those jokes just hella writing about debating or analysis on old pieces of Shakespeare. Dude, I never understood how people could get into debating. I can't stand watching people debate. I genuinely can't stand it. I think debating is like the stupidest fucking thing. And I say that because I think if people just had legitimate conversations and not like debates of like I'm trying to win the debate, I think it would be a lot more beneficial.
It was 3-1, but CLOUD9 was able to strike on Scar, Search, and Destroy. Hard points weren't close. 108 points.
Buckets, you aced the math section of the SATs twice. Oh, so you're a mathematician, huh? Is that why you do sports betting?
I'd say the
you understand the odds and stuff.
The minor final is pretty terrifying. He's averaging 1.5s in like all the hard points, and then the closing overload, same thing. He put up a 1.4.
Damn, Isabel, by the time you graduated, you had an AA degree.
But also just LA Thieves in general. I mean, their hard point, you saw that layout.
Damn, so you were cooking
them in
then.
both 1 and 4, and yet they're getting better at it. So I think that's terrifying for the rest of the
Need a quick series? Yeah, I wouldn't mind a quick series.
Looking like a new player with the MPC. The same is said for Obeezy, who popped off throughout that tournament.
Vivi will probably get the intro at Major 3. That's what I'm thinking.
SMG dangerous form. Neum, a great tournament as well, but Scrap was the pop-off.
It's just arguing, but in a fancy setting. Exactly, Isabel. People just be like saying shit, and they get like they start to get personal, or they start to get like to where it's just like, oh, you're that dumb. You're so stupid that you think this, like, bro. Can we just have a fucking conversation? Like, if I have a belief on something, and you think I'm wrong, you can tell me that you think I'm wrong, but don't fucking belittle me because I think a certain way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm willing to learn your reasoning on why you think a certain way, because maybe it'll change my outlook. But if I just start getting like degraded because I have an opinion on something, it's like I don't want to fucking talk to you.
Like it should be a quick series, full of confidence. Everybody should play well.
Cubs are up 6-1, but Nico got hurt. Oh no.
My daughter got me sick. I'm ready for bed. I would not be upset with the 3-0 from the LA Thieves. But if you're a fan from New York, you're cheering on the blue team, a team that only has 3 wins on the entire season. They're looking for another upset. They caused one back in our Major 1 qualifiers, and we'll see what
debates are fun if it's things you like or both parties know well. I think debates are fun when it's stuff that literally doesn't matter. Like, my friend used to ask me like a bunch of like dumb questions that it's like, why would I answer that? But like having the debate on what you think is the better option, I think is entertaining.
I mean, you talk about some of the upsets. It's really come through the search and destroys a couple of times, and when you go back to that
I don't even want to bring it up because I have such a I'm so passionate about it, and it literally doesn't matter. But like when people say like, is a hot dog a sandwich? I think that debate is kind of entertaining because it doesn't matter.
With the Falcons,
it doesn't matter at all.
To like win that hard point. Not only they have like 1 or 2, but it's been a while. You're talking about a team that's minus 94.
Who's rounding the bases
in the game
in the first and was producing, so they pulled him. Oh yeah, hopefully it's just like a cramp or something.
94 average. Like these guys.
Yeah, see, is cereal a soup? No, it's not. It's not a soup. Cereal is a cereal, soup is soup. Different things.
Oh man, Scrap is full on.
Buckets, you sports bet because you're a degenerate. Fair. Fair.
Gridlock and Raid.
Hold on, Chad. I gotta get my.
It seems like it's clown mode
before
right now for LA
we get
Thieves. How do
too
we feel
far
about
along
the
here.
maps and modes? Are they trying anything new, or are they taking it dead serious on the coaching side of things?
Taking it serious. I mean, looking at they like Colossus. The Gridlock was incredible versus Optic, and yeah, Overload. They're one of the best Overload teams that we have. So I think this is a thunderous and rapid 3-0.
Thunderous.
Yeah, go crack a monster, but before you can finish it, the series should be over.
Then why even crack the monster?
Why not? You want to get hyped up for the last series? We got lurks.
You're not trying to get turned, Allie? This guy's turned right now. Let's take a look at the young stud. I mean, trying to figure out how to get it over the
fuck, yo?
What is he doing?
Oh my god.
What is Scrap doing with the propeller hat,
bro? Gotta re-angle it, dude.
Did he lost
He's
the bet.
gotta make it so that the propeller can still go.
Did he lose a bet?
I need Shake or somebody to hit it.
Still rotating.
Still figuring it out.
While Scrap figures out his headset,
what is Scrap doing?
Here. So for anyone who missed the minor tournament last week, let's revisit the success we saw from LA Thieves. Of course, there's the new gun. There's the new maps and modes.
What is
Where
bro
does LA
doing?
look strongest right now? Because they beat some of the best teams in our league.
Well, we already hit it a little bit, and their hard point is definitely looking the strongest. But I think a good angle to take during that is just that the MCP meta, they might be the
Cereal is
best
cold
team
soup.
that it has
No,
helped.
it's
The
not.
BZ and
Just
Hydra
so.
looked unbelievable
No,
last
it's
weekend.
not. It's a completely different thing.
And walk me through this bad boy.
Yeah, I mean,
milk
I think,
is not a broth.
Their search and destroy was unbelievable, and the Optic
Two
series,
different
they won
things.
both of those. I mean, we
Two
just
different things.
spent half the year talking about how good Optic was at S&D.
I will
and they
die
played
on
two
that
different
hill.
styles. You think about like the game 2, you know, they were taking space, playing super
My
aggressive,
favorite
and we get to
cereal.
that fringe, and it was like we're gonna slow it all the way down. Let scrap work bricks, like get picks, play off of info. And
I don't
that's what
know if I
happens. You get
have
late in the tournaments,
like a
game
favorite.
fives,
I
the pace
have like a
slows down little
cycle.
bit. We haven't seen that.
I
from
really
them.
like
They're trying to
Apple
just play-
Jacks.
They were just trying to
Apple
play one
Jacks are
style
good.
all year long. They
I
finally
like
figured out their S&D and they won a championship.
Cinnamon Toast
And I
Crunch,
think Scrap finally figured out
Frosted
his headgear.
Flakes.
We've got our casters ready to rock here in just a moment as Maven and
Yeah,
Merc are in the
plain
venue.
life
The
cereal is
match
really
just a
good.
few
Buckets, that's a good
moments away.
shout.
Gentlemen, you guys getting excited for this
Chex
one? Yeah, Clint's shaking
is
it.
really good.
Oh, yeah, can't wait.
Those are probably like my
Why
top
Scrap
ones.
is wearing that. That's all I want.
He had to have lost the bet.
Yeah.
You think so?
I'm glad
Frosted
we didn't
Flakes,
do
Cinnamon
pick-ups.
Toast
I think
Crunch.
we
Yeah,
obviously
We do
that
have
that's
Scott Pick'em, so.
that's a big one. A lot of people really like
Can I go
Frosted Flakes and
LA
Cinnamon
Thieves?
Toast
Wait,
Crunch.
did she pick Cloud9 in the last series?
She did pick Cloud9 in the last series.
verse?
Who did you pick them versus?
G2, I think.
For legal purposes, that's a joke. Yeah, I won't read that one aloud. Just so
I
we'll
got-
keep that one.
I got LA.
We'll keep that one in the bank.
All right, guys, we're going to jump into this game. We've got our casters, Merc and Maven.
He better not lose with that damn hat.
Holy hell, this is a riveting
He's
one,
already
right?
going to be memed into
Banger
oblivion.
matchup.
though,
Team that
Abdullah.
just won the minor versus the worst team in the league. At least 4 Thieves. I agree with Dan. And you and I talked about it a lot.
We got to get him.
The search and destroy
We
is the
got to
biggest
get him
thing
the
they needed to
in-ear,
improve.
so that way he
We've been
can
waiting
have
for
the
Hydra to
hat
come
on.
online. It'd be easy to get back to it. We've been seeing that. I mean, not only did they win both the search and destroys in that
Why
final,
is he
they won
not
those
wearing
6-2.
his in-ear
Like they
headphones?
dominated them. And Cloud9 is a team that might catch you in search. So I mean, that'll I guess the map 2 will be the one I'm most interested in.
Well, you're talking about the Optic one where that wasn't the final, but yeah, where they won both.
Oh, sorry.
Frosted Flakes with
yeah,
peanut butter is
I
peak.
mean, I think the search they
What?
just
I've never
at
even, like,
times
heard of it.
earlier in the year, like they would show moments, but then they would just show these rounds where they weren't on the same
You know what
page,
is?
they were
You know what
lost,
is
they were
really
throwing
good
numbers
though
away, they
with
were
peanut
throwing
butter,
lives away.
Isabel?
And we just kind of looked at each other like,
Oreos.
all right,
Oreos
who's
and peanut
making
butter
these calls?
is
What is
fire.
happening? There was a ton of
It's actually so
miscommunication.
good. If
So,
you've never
since
tried it,
owning
you
Neum,
gotta
seems
give
like
it a
that's where
go.
they put the most focus, and it looked a hell of a lot better last weekend.
It's
Yeah,
6-5
not right away
now.
with Neum, but
Bro.
it's getting there. And I mean,
Did
the
we
minor
give up
win,
a
yeah,
grand
it's terrific. But
slam?
I think for these guys
What happened?
who have won majors, who have done a lot, you can't ride high off of a minor win. The work continues. I think they still know they have work to do if they're going to win a major land championship. And they're starting to
Isabel,
get there.
it's
Scrapped
fire.
clowned a little bit with the hat, but I think they still know. They
Julia,
haven't
you're
reached their
basic
ceiling
with
yet.
Cocoa
They'll continue
Pops.
to try and progress there. I just
mean,
don't know what you can take away for them just in this matchup outside of the search. Like
I think I like the
two gridlocks
Cocoa
in here, right? They're going to do a little bit of extra work. We're going to talk about map pool now.
personally.
Just for LA Thieves, outside of that, like yes, they look good, but fact is when we talk about
Also,
this roster, we're talking major
my buddy
wins, champs wins.
told
that's it. That's all that
Kendall
matters.
and I about
that's
it.
Just the cost
sort of like a
this
hack.
roster
If you
alone.
get the
And
thin
there are the picks. Yeah, we went la la la.
the thin
obviously. Oh, wait, no,
Oreos that are
we're
mint
doing
flavored,
them. Oh, we're doing them.
and you
I
put them
thought
in the
they were
freezer,
La la la. Yeah,
La la la.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought
they're-
we were about the dash.
they
were doing
taste
la la
just
la
like
as
Thin
well.
Mints.
See, you switched it, so la la la.
La la la.
They're
Our
really
picks.
good.
Yeah, if you pick Cloud9, you're probably higher drunk. So game is ready. We're gonna hop into this best of 5 and continue on. Sorry, Cloud9, but the shot.
Wait,
was
Bregman
deserved.
just let it roll down the
I
line?
mean, they haven't looked great recently, and I
Bro,
think a big part of that is their
am I the
search.
only one
On
who
the other
hates
hand,
when
that is where
players
they
do
were
that?
catching teams
Like
off
you,
guard.
typically you have an idea of
That's how
when
they
the
were
ball's
causing
not going to go
upsets.
foul,
Hasn't been,
right?
Hasn't really been there the last couple of matches.
And yeah, it's gonna
Then
not
gave
be
up a
easy.
3-run homer.
Search and destroy, considering
Who's pitching today?
the S&D form that the Thieves team is starting to hit. The respawns, I mean, it's just.
I guess it's a good thing I'm not
Hardpoint's
watching,
not been
huh?
good for Cloud9. The overload's not been good for Cloud9.
All right, let's lock in, chat. We got
you're
the
going
Thieves
to be
match
gapped in these.
coming on
They
here.
haven't won a hardpoint like 60 days.
Yeah.
They 0-12.
The only, I just don't even. You'd have to hope that I'm utterly wrong and like.
We got
for
the
some
Thieves
reason, this
taking on
Thieves team's like, oh,
Cloud9,
in the
starting
minor, we
off
take
on
break.
Colossus
But
HP here.
Which,
I
okay,
think
they have done that in the
this
past.
is going to
Yeah,
be
I mean,
they have.
an absolute slaughter.
This is sort of a
Buckets
mega
is calling it
trap game on
250 to
paper,
12.
right?
Without a doubt, it is a mega trap game. But they have looked darn good with the NPC.
I do agree, though, with
Neum.
Merc. It is
I
kind
don't
of a
know,
trap
the guy
game.
is just sort of like this utility knife. He can do it all. Whatever you want from him, he's been
And
showing.
4 dead. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
For Cloud9.
That's
Yeah,
not good.
Exactly what we thought off the break off, but
that's not
yeah,
good.
That's
We
the
might
only
be.
thing I'll say.
We might be
This
cooked.
is just on paper the definition of a trap.
I've seen
game.
enough. I've
And
seen
Thieves
enough.
might learn quickly. Even if you're against the worst competition career in the league, just sitting in the last spot, still, You can get
there we go. 4 dead. Yep.
It was beating a Paris. It was beating a Koi. Like, they beat some decent teams when they've been able to sneak away at WEM. They've had to do it through 5 most times they got it done. But I think for Thieves,
why did they take Ray out if he was doing good?
Get things rolling here as
I don't understand.
Hydra
for 3.
Dials in a triple. Alleviates pressure from Statue, and that'll be a lot of time going.
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of legit like the Joshi staff, the sort of veterans on this team.
Well, Buckets, I fear the 12 scoreline is not possible anymore.
Button up sort of the small things, and one of those small things is
we gotta kill one here.
P2 spawns, because Hyde's gonna spawn back there. He's gonna find one, and now all of a sudden, Abizi is in danger. So yeah, it's just sort of like continue to work hard.
Yeah, I think they already know that, but I think even like seeing Optic so far this year would be an example. I mean,
they need money
for a long stretch, getting slammed by Optic and Scrim, seeing how well they were doing throughout the qualifiers, then still coming up a little bit short. It's like, dude,
one more in the back. One more.
Winning is still very difficult. We have to continue to improve. And a lot of that, as you said, is going to be around the map hole. It's going to be a big conversation, new maps in rotation, expanding that, eliminating your weaknesses, building on your strengths.
Yeah, and I think this team is probably the team so far that has benefited the most. They seem open to playing the ball. They are loving sort of Saki hard points. So it feels like LA Thieves is happy with how things went.
Well, Nezra on one side off to a hot start. They're a little bit of a hole early, but he's already up to double digits. And they'll be set up in a good position for this P3 rotation.
We got Scrap with the sub.
Fights in the first swing. Scrap, NPC in hand.
3 dead.
And well, they win every single fight. Last person's going to be Okus, wondering where all his boys went, and he's already tagged up and in trouble.
Yeah, he's just gonna back down, wait for them to spawn, but then you see the bottom side of the map. Hydra, he's just kind of faking this pressure. He finds the first kill, and this is just gonna keep them honest, right? So a couple of players have to make this up off the spawn. They start to turn, and now he is going to go.
Oh,
but Abizi's locked it down.
I mean, that's a great setup they had there. Oh, and they just know. Oh my gosh,
Abizi. This is a great example of it, where I think he would just go and maybe get caught, and then they would get broke and still have bad spawns. That time he waited.
Hold on now, chat. This might be bad for CLOUD9. They just put him in the blender there for a second.
Flip it here for P4.
Hold on now.
I mean, maybe it's like a learning, but also it probably is like, could just be like a trust thing in your teammates, different squad.
I think it's a lot of like this game and what we've seen.
BC's 11-8, Hydra's 12-8.
Yes, that is correct, but there has to be times when you
love it out of our sub duo. Hydra's just playing a creddy. Yeah, give him a free 2-piece. Maybe get 3. Fuck it.
That is what I think is allowed sort of the Optic subs to have the consistency that we've seen from them.
That change of pace. Well, the pace for Thieves continues to fly. At least talking about the scoreline.
Oh my gosh.
70 lead growing, still 40 remaining here, and still in a good position. The fight goes 1 for 1, and really the first pressure now towards the point that CLOUD9 are going to be able to bring. And well, here comes the pressure in a big way. It's going to fall to Scrap at the back with an NPC. And as we saw on this map, maybe you think about what felt like an upset win at the time with the Miami over FaZe, seeing Super Rancor with NPCs running 4 times. ARs being able to even have that kind of change of pace has been huge so far.
Yeah, which Neum and Scrap can both do. They're both loving it. You're going to see the M15 now and then, but it's,
Gold. I think the meta has been huge for us.
Definitely on a map like
I think the pace that our subs can play at now is even faster.
He's sort of sitting pretty. He's chilling. He has been chilling.
And we're blowing our boys.
The rest of the squad, but listen, they've got a significant lead. As we now get into our second set, we'll see if CLOUD9 can have a better start to this rotation. And well, they all get blown to smithereens. No trophy in for coverage.
Everybody's getting blown.
Connect. 1 player remaining will be Statue side. Encourage has been able to take down 2, so maybe buying his team some time to get back into the fight, into this P1. No one able to touch it for now.
Yeah, and I mean, a pacing side, when we talk about this sub, it has been Nezra, and he has been the bright spot in some of the respawns, showing it here again, leading the lobby with 19. No matter the opponent, this guy seems to be playing with the
best. I called the Okus under, by the way.
Everyone else to start to step up. Well, getting a little bit from Encourage and Hyde. But yeah, need a little bit more out of Okus.
Well, I've asked you sometimes about, I don't know, like a weaker team or a team that's struggling. And, who you think might solidify in the
Okus under's looking like a freebie right now.
The guy I really watched that I think, probably has a spot in this league going forward despite their struggles. Would it be Encourage or Nezra right now if you had to pick one?
Probably Nezra. I think with like sort of the upside that he's shown in every single game mode. That's probably the one guy. Like,
and maybe not because their struggles are maybe none of them get a shot. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I think if I had to pick one, it's probably him.
Okay.
E-money.
Well, Neum has been all around 50-50 throughout the course of this, but for Cloud9, you just can't really overcome what around the 50-point deficit will be as close as they can get it with a string of kills. I thought a chance to maybe open this up, but Hydra.
Nice little snap out of Hydra there.
Takes a few with him. Nezra, well, he gets his double as well, and that double will be big enough to keep Cloud9 here at the point. And Courage will clean things up as he's now on 4 straight. And Courage and Nezra leading.
Bro, for the fact that
now
Okus is 7 and 18, this is closer than I feel like it should be.
Can you get this back towards the tie game, really get into the fight?
Yeah, I'm a little surprised.
The fact that Okus is not doing good. We're keeping it a little too close here.
Courage is like the one guy with the M15. I'm surprised maybe it's not Okus, right? With sort of the playstyle that we've seen from him. But maybe in scrims, if this has been
Ezra's kind of ripping now.
You're gonna rock with it. As you said, they're within striking distance now. And Courage doing well, just distancing himself with that M15.
Yeah, they've kept it like close enough.
Good teammates there out of them as well.
Still have that next hurdle to actually take a lead.
Dude, Okus is getting slammed.
Because that'll be 4 dead. Thieves gonna get
a
little bit of breathing room here towards the point. It's going to open up a lane for a BZ to maybe catch a timing, and he will. He'll get damage into 1, find a kill, set Neum and Hydra up the finish.
Apparently, bro should have stuck to Fortnite.
That's just textbook there from Thieves, taking advantage of a 4-down
respectfully
scenario, taking space.
And honestly, if you were looking at the minimap, Neum made a massive play. You get a weird spawn there from Hyde where he spawns P4, but he knew something was up due to the pressure that they had inside of the lobby. So he just looks and, well, he had the M15 for this hill, so he takes down 2, and that's kind of what we talk about with this guy. Just feels like his fundamentals are on point. He's the guy who, all right, in a fast moment.
Bro, I feel like Neum is just genuinely so aware.
The spawn. Another example right there from Neum.
Yeah, I kind of need someone that like pace is slower, so the game comes a little bit slower too to them. Can kind of be that general and pick up on things like that. But same conversation we kind of had throughout this. Like every time I feel like Cloud9 get it back within that 50-point range, 40-point range, it's another nice hold and setup from Thieves that pushes out the lead again as they're approaching 100-point advantage.
Should have kept cranking 90s.
Cloud9 in position to secure some time here with 45 seconds left of the point. We'll see if the route from a BZ.
You would just, if you were Okus, you would take yourself off the team.
On the front side of the Stava.
I mean, he's definitely been struggling.
Honestly, Okus is breaking it up, but now a BZ's route. Hold up, well, it is going to pay off. Okay, it took a while to get there, about 15 seconds till he got in, but that'll be the break and that'll be the time.
And I don't know what read Cloud9 thought that they had, but nobody even watched that off a spawn. You spawn close elbow, you had one guy inside a lobby. No one picks up on
Neum with the double nade.
So, I guess I called it out 15 seconds ago. I would imagine thinking about it at some point.
And he gets a kill. That's a triple for Neum.
The thing is, he gets a kill, and then immediately teammates spawn on him. So, yeah, just taking that long route is a BZ. Puts them now close to that 250 mark.
Into the 3rd set we go. Hydra nearly a nice snapper there and nearly taking the advantage with the NPC, but Encourage comes out on top. Now back to a BZ we go. Just jump peeking for info. Winning 1 lower, loses scrap, but he'll be able to take out multiple. And Neum will clip the wig off another, so that'll be white time for
just
now.
Going back to Fortnite after the season.
One shot right there is Neum that he would say he's up to that 5 spree. Nezha continues to fight. Well, he's gonna get on this P1 time.
And dude, think about it, dude. Neum was what, 7-7? When everybody else was on around like, I don't know, 15 or something, somewhere in that ballpark. So yeah, when they needed him to step it up, he has.
Well, you're gonna have to break this again if you are LA Thieves. 20 seconds left.
Yo, what's up, Ghost?
Right now. But you get these kills, you know.
Hey, we got you guys next.
To that P2 quickly.
We got FaZe coming up next after this series.
Back and forth fighting for this scrap time, and they should get it.
3 dead, all pressure to Encourage. Tries to hit a little pre-fire on the slide across, but that was a BZ that gets through.
BZ's gonna get a 30 bomb here.
With him. Last will be scrap coming. The nades once again will hit for Thieves, and that's gonna break up the back line. It's just Encourage then left in an ISO game again, and he'll be pushed out, and Hydra will put him down. Or likely map inning here on this point. It's been controlled for Thieves throughout.
And I mean, we just talked about 18 seconds left. You had a player from Cloud9, P4. LA Thieves are spawning.
Bro, honestly, I feel like
left side full control, and then it's just 2 kills. And
I feel like if we didn't troll a couple rotations, this would have been a lot more dominant. This would have been a lot more dominant.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Comfortable map 1 win.
Cloud9 in a good position to really chain off, or not chain off, just pop off with a solid 45+ seconds on a hardpoint. Maybe, yeah, they go 2 or 3 dead almost instantly. It happened at a P3 a couple of times. And that's
that's true, Isabel.
The difference sometimes in this, like you're just gonna get done.
Yeah, and you know, just even strategy-wise, there were just a lot of areas where you had 4 NPCs.
I see
on the
what you're saying.
Everybody was comfortable with it. Maybe just trying to run that.
Make it a little easier on yourself at that point.
Pacing for Thieves was just nonstop.
Yeah, and
Taylor McGregor tweeted for the Cubs, Nico's been left or has left the game with left-sided neck tightness.
But we're getting to that point now. We're at that point after the minor
That's
win.
weird.
They're starting to hit form, and well,
I mean, hopefully everything's all good.
Really
Kenny has 2 rings, and after a bad season, so many people didn't think he deserved a spot in the league. That's facts. That's facts, Isabel.
Honestly, every single hard point. I know what Colossus could be.
We just wanted to practice our breaks and holds. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
Feel that way.
Like I'm exaggerating, but like it really did feel that
Storm,
way.
why is Scrap wearing that hat? I don't know. But
you just see both of them
he was trying to figure out how to wear the hat with the headset before the series started. The broadcast was showing him try to figure out how it was going to fit.
I got up to what, a 70-point lead early, I think somewhere around 95-20, and then this is another example right there where it gets within about 40. Cloud9 did this 3 or 4 times, got it within about 40 or 50 points. Next hard point, Thieves kind of dominate them, and we're right back to the chopping block again.
Yeah, even with like some of their fundamentals, they were.
I feel like if Cloud9 were to replace Ocus, they might be all right. They're not going to be good, but they'd be all right.
You got close, and you just need to have that next set of kills. They just never did.
Well, it's frustrating too. It's like even it didn't always come behind the gunning. I mean, there was a couple times it was nades. It'd be 2 nade kills that would hit for Thieves. They were on point. And I don't know if it was a no trophy available, misplaced trophy, whatever the case was. But I think 2 or 3 different hardpoint breaks came off a pick or 2 with nades for Thieves. So
that's it's just what's gonna happen. Depending on trophy time, he says that thing is spinning.
It absolutely is. You know, he's feeling good after the minor win.
He's locked,
some
bro.
Top 10 or something.
He's an idiot.
Cloud9 Cammy. That might not be a bad shout.
In a long time, we love
that might not be a bad shout.
Maybe too much of it, but I love it. Take a look at the game flow. And never really a question whether Thieves were going to win it or not. It was going to be how quickly they're going to be able to get it done. Maybe more questions than the search and destroy, but I mean, Cloud9 were as competitive as I expected them to be, I guess. I don't expect them to come in and beat Thieves in a hard point.
I mean, last time they played, it was 250-95 that we showed, so improvement.
Yeah.
Take a small victory.
A little outclassed here in this. We'll see if they can answer back in the search, but solid win so far for Thieves. Now we get to Gridlock, and we've seen everything and a lot of it in the rotation. We got a couple of Gridlocks here. It's been nice. It's been kind of refreshing to have the new maps and modes in the rotation. How you liking Gridlock back in it?
I mean, we really didn't see it until the minor. It was like avoided. We saw
search.
some search in general.
Gridlock S&D up next.
It really wasn't until I think Optic picked it versus Thieves. It was like one of the first times we saw it, right? So LA Thieves obviously are like, all right, let's continue to play this. It's their map.
Focus went from getting slammed in Fortnite to getting slammed in COD. Wait, was he getting slammed in Fortnite and then decided to come to COD?
Be the difference for them if they're going to win a major. 100%.
He's young enough to go back to school. I mean, realistically,
the talent we have at the top, or just
pretty much all these guys are.
The depth we have when you talk about game modes and maps,
especially on the Cloud9 roster.
Like a phase, Thieves are going to need to do that. Now we look at a couple of the superstars in S&D, and well, I know I'm a broken record. I've said it, Chance said it, you've said it. Hydra, at some point, usually starts to be the best search player in the game. Sometimes usually it's like a month or 2 in. A little later this time, but he's getting back to it.
And I think one of the base stats we noted early was Hydra and Abizi sort of opening dual win percent.
Oh yeah, they were like bottom 10 in the league,
30% or something, like stage 1. And
weren't they out of like all players? They were like literally the bottom 10.
Yeah, it was awful. But you can see there that got a lot better for him. Up to 70% now.
And that'll make things a whole hell of a lot easier.
Well, teamwork there from center. He's spinning it.
Spun it as they walked by. That's so good.
That's what Cloud9's hoping for. Yeah, please fly away.
He'll be in the clouds.
Yeah.
Oh god. That might be.
Bro, could you imagine if Scrap wore that shit on the main stage?
Sweet Jesus.
That'd be so
at times, even with their struggles, he has been the bright spot. The kid we've been excited to see in the league and what he is capable of was. I mean, at times very frustrated, vocal about it on social media that he hadn't got his shot. Maybe not the way he expected to get his shot.
250 to 140 map 1, pretty dominant out of the Thieves. Now we got a Gridlock S&D. We looked pretty good on this as well against Optic. Let's see, though, CLOUD9 New York is not a bad S&D team.
Stats, they obviously are great.
First time playing Gridlock S&D, though.
Was sort of like their workhorse in search to start when they started making a lot of upsets was Hyde. It felt like, I don't know if teams just figured out his play style or what, but he was sort of like
pretty slow start here.
Carry. And I think now he's like a 0.8 since the last 30 days. It has not been great for him. So you need him if there is one guy to get back into a surge flow.
We'll see if we can do it here. Thieves have got the numbers to take control of A. 2 people for CLOUD9 can be out of the play. Okus will have a pretty quick rotation over, but the rotation's got to start soon because Encourage has stayed honest the entire time. He's got a hike to get into this. This patience from Nezra.
Good play from Nezra.
Just tucked in the corner. We'll able to get
damn, man, we got a team kill there from Scrap.
Well. It's all going to be on to Scrap.
That's tough.
He's thinking snap on
good play from Nezra.
But it's too late. Nezra did the damage, and, well, you got to clear your corners.
Yeah, you just picked the wrong corner, and I think we need a little refresh on 3 of those cameras, as Nezra's the only one moving right there. But yeah, picture the right corner.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Isabel. I think if CLOUD9 were to add somebody that has a little bit more time in the league under their belt, they would probably be a little better.
That's when those pop-ups hit, and you get smoked, but took his time, able to find the multi-kill.
That's the example.
But we all know CLOUD9 can't afford that. We know CLOUD9 can't afford a veteran player.
That is what can happen. So CLOUD9 will strike first.
They should have just kept Mac.
Basically.
I don't know why they moved on from Mac. I really don't understand that.
A little bit of a different setup here defensively for Thieves than what we saw CLOUD9 with. More of a
for real as well.
2-2 split with just kind of baiting out maybe a mid push in the eyes of number 6 and Hydra.
Ooh,
a lot of Gridlock.
We're just here to help your sniper and Neum.
Yeah, a lot of retakes.
This could be a good nade, though.
Right, where is this hit coming from? So keeping them honest, and you have a spread set up for LADs, but 2 players really playing around the middle of the map as Hydra and Abizi. So Scrap and Neum.
Kenny would be a good leader if C9 Pam. I don't think Kenny would want to play for
both teams moving around, looking to be honest. Pressure over to Neum.
I don't disagree with you. I just don't think he would want to play for them.
Timing real awkward for him, but that's why Hydra was there.
Hydra first blood. Ooh,
through ice cream, and he's able to
with an aggressive angle
find
there.
The blood, as we were talking about him getting better and finding the openers. He does it there. Beautiful
nice
shots
shot.
With the pistol from Neum. Ogus
nice
twirling just like Scrap's hat gets put down.
Another example of where just clean it up if you're LA Thieves, right? You
tie
get
it up
first
one
blood,
apiece.
You don't throw the round away. You droop up.
Neum with some nice pistol shots.
Yeah, shots on point from Neum.
Looking like Gashy out here.
I was frustrated for Neum at first because he's been holding that. Yeah, the second he backslid, took a different angle, is right when the guy slid through and he almost got laced.
Bro, sniping in competitive COD has got to be low-key one of the most stressful things just because of the COD timing.
What, Tim?
I feel like you get the worst COD timing when you're sniping.
Oh, no, the pressure from CLOUD9.
Because you sit and you hold angles.
Those pistol shots were beautiful, dude. Oh, God. The push on towards A for Thieves didn't work out last time. Nezra disrupted it. Scrap, though, is
Scrap for 2.
Through them.
He still has 100 HP, by the way. What the hell happened?
No, we don't see it from his POV, but he's just trying to one-clip all of CLOUD9.
Right now, I mean, already through his Hydra round.
And then Hydra with the flank.
I'm not sure what happened, but Scrap just walked up and just destroyed
Pretty sure he just walked up and gunned people. Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Nobody gets shot at,
I'm not sure how he didn't take damage, but...
Yeah. Maybe someone else was shooting.
No, I'm assuming, he had a teammate there. 2 teammates there with him, and they were focused on them, and he was just mowing through them. But when we jumped to him, it literally was like he was a not quite stationary turret, but he was just L-triggering forward, just gunning. Robot must die.
It's hard to say because obviously this is CLOUD9, but I feel like we are definitely starting to see more consistency out of this team. And that's huge moving forward.
Well, Thieves rip off a couple straight. And we got a meet and greet here at A. Number's going to be the CLOUD9. Neum's going to have to get involved here quickly, or he's not going to need to be involved at all.
I mean, that's he just walked into his pre-aim.
Okay.
And this is what he talks about. He's
incinerated CLOUD9 in that round.
I don't have to be a movement demon. All the extra little stuff, sure, you can have that and it can help you, but I promise you, in a one-on-one, I am going to take every fight, and he continues to show it.
Bro, as an AR, though, you don't need crazy movement.
Absolutely.
I feel like the subs having crazy movement makes sense, but...
Okay, we knew, we knew he was...
if you're Scrap, you don't need to have like insane
2 seconds basically from
when
first
you
kill
know
that
you're
fast. I was so worried about
you're able to
getting
just
there in
hold an
time.
angle
No, he was
and
good.
just rip people.
Not needed at all, but
the movement's unnecessary at that
I know
point.
we knew he was good, but that one invasion where he put up like 7,500 damage, I was like, there's just no one else. I don't think anyone else can even do that. Like, that's like a pub, and that was in a pro match. It was insane. Like, I remember that's when I was like, this guy's just, there's something wrong with him.
He's still just shooting inside of this A-bomb, and no one else has shot him. No, I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, the only damage he took was from a stun.
Outside of being stunned, he hasn't taken a bullet in 3 rounds. I'm not kidding.
It's insane. 7-1, 6 straight. Thieves trying to rip off 6 straight rounds after the loss.
Scrap just has really good positioning all the time. I feel like
over here at B. Hydra's on 4.
He's almost always in a good spot.
Duo that was built for championships.
Whoa, Hydra. Whoa, let's be careful here, bud. We don't need you getting another red card.
Very tough retake for Cloud9. It's all going to come from.
There is a time.
I think he's just crouched.
2 players on the. All right, they're going to rotate now, but you had 2 players in case Cloud9 rotated from the opposite side of the map. Scrap finally gets some damage done. That's going to be from Hyde 3 versus 2.
Ooh, nice one.
2 versus 2. So 20 seconds. C9 has to go.
And while your person now has
I
to
just
go,
ripped a BC there.
Had to take a second. Gets back to full at least. Reads one,
nice.
But he's dead. He had 1 player behind him. No way you're going to win that. So 4 straight now for Thieves. And yes, Scrap the Invincible finally drops.
Yeah, finally a couple of bullets taking him down.
If I was C9, I would keep at least 2 and then look to get 2 bets. Yeah, I think that wouldn't be a bad idea, Storm. I just think the biggest problem is Cloud9 isn't going to want to pay for shit.
Let's use our numbers.
I mean, Cloud9 couldn't even get their team jerseys right away. They couldn't even get them basic jerseys,
in this
bro.
mode, and they continue.
You're telling me they
winning
didn't have any
blood.
left over that they could just pull and be like, yo, these are for our players.
For Scrap and Hydra.
Yeah, outside of Nezra shooting them in the back in round 1, this is so clean.
Like that, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, you had a cheeky corner that didn't get ejected.
That's it.
Outside that, body slammed. You're gonna send several at mid-map. They go real aggressive here on defense, and that's gonna turn some heads for Cloud9, but they get some info. So how much info do they get on how many are getting through? Scrap is just trying to
that's actually
jump
tech.
peek
What
and
the fuck?
lace somebody if the angle is there.
Yeah, that's why you need that smoke grenade for that angle.
That was tech.
Wasn't a thing at BO4, but here we go. Retake now starting, and Scrap
You're
and
dead.
gonna open it up. Sometimes when we show graphics, it's a curse. This map, it has not been. Those 2 continue to do what they have done throughout stage 3 and the retake.
We are running them in S&D right now. Scrap is 8-2, Hydra's 7-2.
I mean, what we expected in this. I guess I thought the one, if
some players don't even have good headsets.
Maybe
no, literally though, just so.
Take them a little more serious. Cloud9 has been decent in Search and Destroy. They're like 5-2 over the last 7. They
Scrap can keep the hat.
When we cast it, it was like G2 slamming them, but like they've gotten some wins in Search
never
for sure.
changes. Scrap.
Not looking like it here. They are just getting fried in another angle of it thanks to our ops team and
Will you feel bad?
Kind of show the protection of the snipe there. Scrap tried to get the angle.
I don't know if I feel bad.
The Thieves getting everything they want and more.
And they have 12 kills in a row. That tells that story.
Well, we are into. I mean, we played 6 rounds and Cloud9 have 6 kills. Yeah, you're averaging 1 a kill as a team. 1 a kill as a player is great. 1 a kill as a team is no bueno.
Well, this would be another situation where they do exactly what they want. I mean, Scrap walks into A, spots a couple, says, all right, boys, plant that B bomb. And now Hydra, he has the closeout streak if he wants.
Watching the back.
The Hellstorm in his pocket. So
sees
just gonna waste some time
easy with the first
blood towards him. You are just nowhere near this if you are Cloud9. I'm not sure if you've even played this map before.
Yeah, that was brutal. Nezra wins you 1 round with a spot.
That literally went so quick. I didn't even realize we were on the final round.
Thieves on the hard point by 110. They win this off 6 straight rounds.
Also encourage drop the donut.
I don't want to say the best team in the league.
Octane is smiling ear to ear right now.
Versus a team that has struggled. They are just props to Thieves for
Octane
coming
is
in
so
and just handling
happy
business
someone
against
else dropped
them.
the donut.
I will say that they're coming in and beating them like they should beat them. This should not be a close series.
LAT read him like a book. Yeah, they did.
I think it is
Yeah,
okay to say
encourage
that, yes,
0
they are
for
going to be a
6.
favorite for Major 3.
Bro, they had a total. Hold on. They had a total of 10 kills.
Yeah, one of the favorites.
Scrap almost had as
they are
many
in fine
kills
form
as
now.
the
Scrap and
entire
Hydra, we talked about
Cloud9 team had.
I mean, Neem's 5-1,
Oh,
just the whole squad.
that is
points.
brutal, bro.
You barely give them any kills.
That is brutal.
Yeah,
Wait, I'm
when you could've
hammered.
chopped
They
them
had
as a trap
7
game,
kills.
Or just trip them up or catch them in a map.
I'm fucking
that has not been
hammered.
the case
They had
here.
7
looks
kills,
really good,
bro.
which is good for them.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Adding one real quickly into the rotation, which could be a big
2
weapon
people
for
on the
them.
Thieves had more kills than
Some of them
Cloud9
make
had
sure
in
less slow,
total.
they look
I'm
so good
fucking
that they don't see
hammered.
it. I get banned a whole hell of a lot against them, but they do look strong
Holy.
early. Din Overload next up.
Time to
Showed us a
forfeit
series
map
in here.
3 and get an
I think so.
easy map 4
If
win.
there has
Literally
been one
clipped in.
struggle for Thieves recently
Although
in the
I do
last
think
couple
we can
weeks,
win
it
this
has
one.
been in Overload,
I
but
think
they
this is a
haven't
map
played
3
Ben, so
we
I think
can
this
get.
is one of their comfort maps.
And the trend for the league over the last 3 weeks has been 3-1 series.
That is
wins,
true,
loses the
though,
overload.
Isabel.
Well, that's just we've had so much.
Octane
of
needs
that.
a double
see what
donut
happens.
dropped.
So much of that just happened in the last series.
Yeah.
Like it's just been happening nonstop. I don't get it because it never was a thing with control ever. I just don't think. I mean, I just think,
Not sure if that was happening here.
I think Overload's just a bit wilder. It is. All right, but listen, we're heading to break. Thieves dominating for those at home watching. Thank you. We love you. You're beautiful people. Yeah, you sure are. We'll see you in a couple minutes.
7 kills for 7 rounds. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Hydra 25, Scrap 27, Nezra 19 or less, map 3. I mean, I feel like that's doable. Because the Thieves might just dick them down sexual style, low key.
Scuff, official controller of the CDL.
Yeah, Scrap and Hydra had more kills than Cloud9 as a whole.
Brought to you by America's
Unreal.
Navy and the special operators who work in the shadows.
Unreal. Starscream, we are kind of witnessing Delta S.
Major Hunter Tracer Pack.
Gold, the Thieves. The Thieves are dicking down Cloud9 sexual style.
We're heading to the in-game store now.
Or you could say on some
Black Ops
gangster shit.
7 returns to the Esports World Cup in Riyadh this summer. Scan the QR
Nezra
code
wanted to
be
drop
notified
35
when
map
tickets go
1.
live later this month.
I told you, bro. You gotta do the Ocus. Did you end up picking Ocus? I don't remember. I told you Ocus and Hyde, bro. As Karma said, why would you pick the over for a guy named Hyde? All he's gonna do is hide. First a minor, now C9. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. My bad, I didn't listen. Hey, I told you, man. I told you, like, because Nezra's the only guy that I feel like really consistently shoots back on Cloud9. Him and Encourage.
Real's 9 and 21.
Oh
my God. We're getting a top 5 play early today.
Massive moment.
Oh my God.
Close to their own, but
This is over. This is over.
He's destroying the.
Holy he's still going. He's still going.
Is anyone gonna shoot him? This is over.
Oh,
Grab the fucking thing, let's go and get a score. I'll get the kills, just run it through that hole. Grab the fucking thing, make it sure you score. I'll get the kills. Make sure I score. Oh. Oh. Hello, we are back, and Major 3 is around the corner. Just a couple weeks away.
Chat, I'm getting hungry.
We still have day 1 tickets
I'm getting
on
hungry.
sale. Friday tickets available. It's looking like it's going to be a sold-out venue.
I say, if we're just pushing day 1 Friday tickets, that means
If I drop the donut in the league, I'd say I'm part of the grace, just like Stay of Octane.
That's just Friday tickets. So.
That's valid. That's valid.
Yeah, flying out to Atlanta for one day. That's it. Maybe people are scalping tickets outside. I don't know. Or
Oh yeah, it only makes sense just so.
You dress up as a bald guy, try to be Maven.
True.
Yeah.
Dude, it's hard for me to be disguised, bro. Whenever we're walking out as talent, like there's a bunch of fans, like I'm the one that gets called out the most just because I'm 6'3" with the bald head. So like I try to put like a hoodie or a hat or something. Like,
no, you don't.
I'm not very sneaky. I'm not.
You're not a sneaky at all.
I don't like stealth video games. I don't like stealth in real life. I'd be really shitty as like a Mission Impossible type person. But there's a look at
these matches to hurry so you can cook your steak.
Probably about to be done. We're now going to head to the map 3. It has been dominant for
I
Thieves.
needed to hurry so I could have lunch, bro.
Belt to ass. Now
I haven't eaten nothing.
But, just if you're Thieves, like if there's a game mode
I've been slacking on working out recently since I haven't been feeling very good either. I'm not.
In the minor, then you've
haven't
had
been
some
eating
tough
as much.
So it's hard to like take that, but you want it to be better.
We fucking tear.
And where we saw like it was all exposure. There was a ton of scar. Now we're seeing a good bit of den over like the last week or so.
All right.
I feel like the first 10 matches were scar. I can be exaggerating.
Yeah, no, I mean they were
scar.
Den just started today.
Yeah.
Map number 3. Here we go.
Bit of it, but yeah. Scrap. The old goofball's been putting in work. Looking for angles here. Try to win this break. Pushed up already on one side. Is
CLOUD9's 0-5 on
find that kill. Good job from him. Just
on this map in
making
mode.
Sure nothing alerts
We have to
behind.
win this
Now
shit.
to get 4 on the other end of it, we'll find it'll be a BZ trying to take space.
Whoa.
You lost with your teammates.
Focus
So
4-0.
Instead of playing patient,
Hold
he has
on
to
now.
cut back and try to help. He gets caught.
Well, Otis is cooking. He starts off 5-0 and make it 6-0. But
Hold
the
on.
thing is
Whoa.
a couple of singular kills that have slowed this push down, but you are in.
All right.
It took a little bit, and he is still alive.
If there's one thing we talked about with Otis when he first came in, it was his starts were so bad. Remember he'd come in, he'd have these like 4 and 22 starts, and then he'd really get going. Like this is the opposite of what we see from him sometimes. So a hell of a start. 8-0. Now can he keep it going? Well, no. Scrap will get the kill.
Focus off to an 8-1 start, and CLOUD9 gets the first
all
half.
his team skills. 8 of the 11.
Yeah,
Whoa!
I mean, you stop the early counter attempt if you are CLOUD9. Just
Hold on now.
But here we go. Enemy 3 dead. Comes into a 1 versus 1.
Okay, we get a cap here.
Somebody to slide in, but Otis keeps
Otis
slaying,
is
and
still
now CLOUD9
ripping,
can
though.
add pressure over towards roofs.
Scrap not quite able to track off the wall jump. But
What the
teammates
hell?
support off a spawn.
That's exactly what you kind of want, where like you don't have too many players alive if you're LA Thieves. Everyone actually dies, so you get close spawns by where the EMP's gonna go.
That
so
would've been
there's
gross.
no counter attempt at all. Instead, it's you put into.
Okay, that's another
That
cap.
works out.
Yeah.
Now you just got some insane situations that can happen in this mode.
Abeezy's getting poopy done. 1 and 6.
Points sometimes, just like how a 1 second difference at a spawn just literally sets up a score.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised we still haven't seen a spawn revert, but not up to me.
Yeah, it definitely makes it's entertaining.
Yeah, there's more scoring.
I'd be frustrated sometimes as a player, I imagine, but you got to be prepared for just about anything. Thieves now up 2-1 in control of mid map. BZ started a little bit slow, changed together a couple to win the mid-map fire, so I thought. Scrap continues to shoot.
But I mean, Hydra was just like, yo, guys, wrap this AA. He's been AA for 30 seconds. He was just hoping the two guys
is
that
quadruple positive right now.
grab the EMP, just run to him. Instead, he's going to get sniffed
this
out.
guy
Now come off that respawn.
starting this one off hot.
Be dead, though, for CLOUD9.
Cubs up 6-5, going in the bottom of the 8th. Hopefully some insurance runs and then 3 outs. Yeah, that's what we need.
This will be EMP control. Look at number 5. Now we got to hop over to Scrap. Scrap's in behind multiple. He's able to get one. Okay, this is the second player's top window. I wonder why he was engaging both. But he'll get dealt with as well. So far, both teams doing a pretty good job dealing with that player that gets in behind enemy lines.
And I think a big part of it is just that LADs haven't been able to move EMP. You've just had someone middle from Cloud9 or top window getting that kill.
That's true. So it's been almost less like dealing with that person.
There we go.
You kill the other.
This should be a cap.
It's out of the equation. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, you just turn around.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they've had avenues for scores, and well, they're gonna get one right here.
There we go. 3-1.
Like they're getting the important kills in the middle of the map, so it's just like, all right, we're getting flanked.
Yeah. Honestly, it makes that a little easy. Everyone in front is dead. Where could the last?
That is true, Justo. Not for like a whole series.
Maybe a counter for CLOUD9.
Maybe a map here and there, but not really for a whole series.
Scrap chows at range with the sub. Unfortunately for him, Encourage has the M15 and will lace him.
Oh, Robbie, if this was a control, the game probably would have been over already.
You have numbers for Cloud9. They're going to try to get forward. Here goes Netra, and it'll be through. They get back within one. But they are all cleared out.
Cloud9's hanging on here.
It's a trek for Thieves to try and get back over there, and you get the top side spawn for Cloud9, so they're able to get the MP quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's similar to what the LA Thieves score right there, second one, where just all 4 die as you're dode in, so no chance for a counter. You do have Hydra going all the way through, and somehow got around where Nezra could not see him. So now pressure going to be on these players in Hydra. Oh, just one bullet away, but he's going to give that time to Neum. But now that player's going to regen it. He's going to wait for everybody off spawn.
I mean, I know
money
it's
can't
not
commit.
a realistic solve. Because you could just have people spawn like middle every time, but like you take out like spawns, like killing in the how that would actually play. I mean, it probably make more sense, but like
wait,
it just feels like a coin flip. I don't know.
Why did we all just spawn B?
Just
what the hell? There was no one really pushed up A side.
Unless Hydra took out multiple, Hydra was only able to get one, and there's
doesn't
the
even
time
matter. They cap anyway.
No time for EMP to spawn, so that'll take us to half 3-3. Takeaways from the first half.
I mean, one of the keys is Okus. Okus just started, and it doesn't stop. He goes up to 18.
I don't know if we've ever said that, by the way, Cassie. Like, hot start for him. It's usually the opposite, and he like mounts over the map, but nice start.
3-3 half.
Keeps it going just right from the get-go, ends the half with 18, and I mean, you're up 3-1 if you're LA Thieves, and I think you had some.
If we lose Den Overload to Cloud9,
watch this where
never play this map again.
Sort of scoring chances, you just couldn't get
EMP control, or someone just needs to go for it to try to.
Cloud9 hasn't won a Den Overload before, so if we lose to them.
Of
never played
back to the
Chalk it
roster.
up.
Like I remember times too, but they literally would have like 3 or 4 down, and just no one grabs EMP. Like I know you need to kill another wave more.
Easy got blendered that half. Yeah, didn't have the best to have.
But you know what you can't score is if you don't have the EMP. But I remember we were talking about that like really early on.
Yeah, they could also just be kind of trolling right now.
Maybe so.
Who knows?
They might be as well.
Just trying to pad stats and Brock. But they are trolling. They're tied up, so not out of the woods yet. Yeah. They're losing the possession game currently. Hydra, just a nasty little chow out of him. But still, everyone is battling here for mid-map control and D&D control.
I mean, if you're good at third game mode, I feel like it makes the series seem like it's closer than it was.
Top window. Unfortunately for him, Abizi is going to clean up the rest of them. He's going to have to take an angle to shut him down. That'll lead to him dropping. Cloud9 tied up, trying to stay alive in this series. Let's hear the conference for Cloud9.
I'm with you.
You doge.
Wait, you run here?
You mid cut. Pablo, dad. Double mid cut.
I have it. Hey, behind me. I got it.
This is a cap.
Get ran back.
Should have been a cap. They kind of trolled.
Outer. Okay, he's still outer.
Hydra. Nice. Can you grab it?
Crossing deep on you, one shot.
Two. They're grabbing the ball.
I'm dead. Behind me. He's in our low vines. Vines going out mid, I think.
That should have been a cap. They trolled.
I got you. I realize.
Go ahead. I'll pick up a mid pin.
I think they were good.
Yo, pick B2.
That one. Scrap steps.
Oh my god, the timings, bro.
There's all three.
Not down. Garage pushing through, dead.
Nice.
I'm already going left.
You heard. Go together, bro. I'm gonna hold your mid pinch.
Did they go small?
Could be small. Yeah,
nothing mid pinch. Nothing mid pinch.
Maybe you're small.
Yeah. Close.
No pinch, mid pinch now. It'll be easy.
All good.
There's too small.
I'm trying to hold.
Yeah, iron up.
I'm
going right with you. I'm throwing a trophy.
So yeah, I'm resetting.
Bro, the spawns in Overload are so confusing.
Back right. Easy weak.
I help. I'm near your garage.
Easy, absolute dead.
One got through, dead.
Nice.
I'm just showing it back, bro. We should chow now. We have 2 kills.
Yeah, I'm going to PC now.
I'm running at B cut.
Wait, one's it broken, and one's B cut. In broken
top broken. One shot top broken. He jumped down, I think.
One's right on you.
Okay, one shot. Hydra, one couches. Couches. He's going right. The couch right.
Couches, one shot on the left.
Right.
Let's get close.
Did he cross? Did he cross?
I don't know.
I'm holding the pinch,
Hold pinch.
Go left hide.
Comms were on point, and the game stays tied. 2.5 to go, but EMP control in the hand of Thieves for now. A big gunfight. I believe it was for Neum. If Neum wins that, maybe an opening or a head's got.
Bro, we are just
not
bad
able to win
at
it.
den
So
overload,
slow
man.
things down. EMP will drop mid-map.
We're just so bad at den overload.
CLOUD9 finding the kills.
You know, I mean, you saw time of possession, but a big part of that just shifts in the last minute. Just Scraps just hang on to this EMP. This is kind of what we've seen from Den, right? Where a lot of the times, if you don't have someone forward, there's just sort of this 50-50 stalemate. You heard the CLOUD9 comms iron up.
There we go.
Let's play a little defense, play slow. And when that happens, there's just no opening for players to make plays on Den. And yeah, with EMP in hand, you just kind of have to wait and do this.
There, you have 4 dead for Thieves. Hydra's just thinking,
I genuinely think the spawns on this, like, if they were more consistent,
one is able to slide across.
the Thieves would be better at
He's
this
going to drop,
game
but once
mode.
you lose him, things just kind of stall out.
I mean, Scraps had this EMP for like the last 2 minutes, just running around.
He's like, boys, I
think Overload is made for bad teams. Low key, I kind of agree.
Yeah.
Gotta get me involved. And now a potential counter opportunity here because you have someone all the way pushed up, but Neum's gonna find that kill. He's gonna find the
big
double.
plays from
Great
Neum.
shots out of him.
At first, I thought he was gonna get caught with the mantle, not get gun up in time, but with the
NPC.
he sure will get up in time. Thieves short a player. Maybe waiting for Scrap to get back and involved. You lose a BZ though. We'll see how staggered this gets. It gets roasted by the time Scrap gets there. Everybody is dead.
Our map record on Den isn't as bad as it feels like. I think it's just because when we lose, it feels like we shouldn't. And so that's why it feels so bad.
EMP control is just this next step for Thieves.
Yeah, I mean, that was a potential counter there for CLOUD9. Which were the
bouncing, huh?
The forward position that they had, but he's loving running the sub. He's like, yeah, this is fun. Ball bouncing back and forth, but this has been the tale of this half where
I know B is where you want to go, but A is not been working. I don't, so let's just go top side.
Yeah, try something else.
Honestly, they had 2 teammates spawn top, just go top. Let's just try that out because you have been shut down at that cross over and over and over again.
Damn.
You got Scrap to a pretty good position. He just, again, Encourage kind of wins that AR fight. He's won several of them over the course of this.
Well, it says he had the AR. He's playing with sort of the AR distance where Scrap had that sub, so yeah, just playing smart with the M15, wins that gunfight, and now maybe overtime.
It's looking that way.
We're really going to OT.
Just like CLOUD9 just playing for the OT.
Wow. Wait, this is horrible for buckets.
Thieves just got to get the kill here, and we'll head to the real OT. And here we go. Regulation draw.
This is horrible for buckets.
This swing K. We only seen it a couple of times just for fans at home.
Yeah, so new overtime, and it is what we call stopwatch, right? So if I score in 2 minutes, we're going to switch halves, and then you will have 2 minutes to beat that time.
And this is going back to, I mean, basically, if you're an old school fan, like back to what, like BO2, CTF rules, or with CTF rules.
If there is no score in the first half, it is a golden goal in the second.
Picks are jocked.
Man, I always think of like, I know PKs can be lit, like World Cups around the corner, but the golden goal is.
Yeah, it's tough buckets.
I thought you were just thinking of like, how do we have PKs like a one-on-one?
No. I was just thinking, when you said golden goal, got me thinking soccer. I'm like, dude, golden goal can be so entertaining, but PKs are also insane.
How do we get PKs in overload?
Gunfight, just put them into a gunfight.
Yeah.
Hold up. You pick 2 players, but hold up. The first half gameplay. Hydra tries to get it behind. He hasn't been able to find a lot of success where he gets that kill and his teammates gets the kill. Then now maybe the best opportunity they're going to have a chance. But never mind. After you got
Measure
2,
gets
everybody
2 there.
else drops. Thieves. An opportunity slips away. Let's go to the comms zone defense for Thieves.
I'm back over. Pushing us.
You're gonna get capped.
I'm dead. There's Tim.
Well, I lied. We're not going to
So much for that. Listen in, huh?
And score almost immediately. 35 seconds to score to beat, and our trend of not so good teams beating better teams in overload might continue. John, I'm telling you, there's something. It's a poison.
I do agree, Isabel. I also think if we keep playing Den and we're not winning,
you had 2 players in the CLOUD9 base, and
I thought that was the best situation.
We get more reps in HP as well.
You got a 2-piece from their top window, and just stopped it, and then it was just a counter. Like, that's what's so tough. Like, with Thieves, like, they had so many chances where players were forward. They just needed the objective.
We got to change something with overload. I'm telling you, like, it's enough for me. It's just weird. I guess it's entertaining, so I don't care, but, like, it's just strange.
Yeah, we got to have, like,
just the spawns, like, you're right.
A banger of a break off here.
See you in 2027. Well, they don't have much time.
This be game mode?
35 seconds to score. I mean, I guess hopefully. We'll see. Here we go. The pressure. Just going to send it.
Already through, though.
We're running at you. Trying to go for the dub. Several dead. Here we go. Someone's got to grab it. No way now.
Oh, my God. We got it.
The gut through the face. Smash him dead. Now, Maeve. You got to switch anything now. Okay, never mind. Never mind. A thrilling OT finish.
We're just different.
And Thunderstruck, our CLOUD9.
And I felt like they were just playing very spread. They were
we did it in less than 35 seconds.
Worked for them throughout this entire map is just
wow.
Control. Look, there's only one guy in the middle of the map. The only way you lose is if you don't have EMP control.
You think maybe if you only have to hold for 35 seconds.
Holy, CLOUD9 just absolutely soiled
at least
themselves.
More than one. They were so worried about sort of like these flanks and these pinches, and I get that. But they held down middle of the map most of regulation. It is why we got to overtime.
Bro, all they had to do was stop middle map.
Give this up.
That's all they had to do.
I'm trying to think of like a football comparison here.
And it's the only thing they didn't do.
Yeah, but like, without you defend for the Hail Mary, let the quarterback run for 60 yards.
or just like you don't have like you don't play defense in the end zone.
Yeah. That was a sloppy bit of work.
Storm, what just happened? I mean, the Thieves just ran it down.
Yeah, it was on.
They just ran it down mid.
35 seconds was quick. 21
and
seconds.
CLOUD9 was not prepared for that for some reason. I don't really know why.
And a wild one. Okay.
But
well, there we go. I
mean, we end up closing it out in 3. It got a little scary there.
All right, well, that does it for that series. We went the way we expected outside. Yeah, the circus. That was map 3. Desk, have fun.
Never seen anything like it.
Jesus buckets.
Brother, they just, with the football references, halfback dive straight up the middle.
It was like when the Bears throw a Hail Mary.
Yeah. Or get Hail Married. Yeah. But yes, just straight down the middle. There's 30 seconds. What did I say to you right after?
No. As soon as we went to the second OT, Ant looks over at me and he's like, imagine if they do it in 30 seconds.
Imagine
and I was like,
if they beat
it's
35
LA.
seconds.
21.
Impossible is what I thought. I was proving
not
wrong.
impossible.
Scrap and friends get the job done.
Maybe improbable.
And they do it in impressive
but not
fashion.
impossible.
Can we talk about CLOUD9's positives though? Focus, a much better start this time around compared to the previous respawn.
That is a hot 3-0 out of the boys.
He goes on a 7th spree to open it up, and CLOUD9, obviously, I mean, they keep this within 1 and tied for the majority of this game. I think the sad thing is when you go back and watch how great CLOUD9's defense was when they would go for counters, they would just blunder it. Like, it would be like the freest counter of all time. I think they had 3 opportunities and just get absolutely smoked.
Was it mini-map problems or gunfight problems?
It was during the listening. There was one that was really bad. You know, we were, kind of locked in. We saw they pushed all the way up towards B, and, they had a player in the corner, and they're like, okay, listen, small room, could be a guy in small. Well, after that comm, everything sounded great, but they just broke down like a 4-piece, so they don't know, like, when they need to slow it down, prioritize, like, the cut. And then, obviously, when we get to the OT, that's like mental coaching and just staying composed. Like, they lost track of what the ultimate goal is there, which is the EMP. It's in the middle of the map. Protect it. You can't let them run right down mid. Like, that's just...
Also, that's such an easy replay call. Like, not to be disrespectful to LA Thieves, but, like, they have 30 seconds. Their entire goal is going to be to 4-stack and just run out of sight.
Switch to Val? Is Val playing today?
Like it was a normal second half.
Bro, I thought Val played tomorrow.
Incredibly tough.
I feel for the boys. There's no way to bounce back from that one, but we have more to celebrate if you're an LA Thieves fan. Not only did you win the the Minor 1 championship, you also earned your Scuff play of the game. It's Scrap. His body of work, his propeller.
They do play tomorrow?
How do I wear both at the same time?
Okay, that's what I thought.
That's crazy.
I was like, what?
Yeah, Scrap's a monster. Obviously, they fried map 1, get to the map 2. Him and Hydra were taking over, showing us some new spots.
Viper just stressed me out. I was like, yo, wait a minute.
Bomb, getting some info, and they had some thunderous retakes. Yeah, Scrap's
Buckets, you got 04, draws alerts, sprays,
You're ahead of
overs.
the fashion game. Do you think Scrap can make these hats popular
Okay,
again?
solid.
Especially because this team already has.
I think those are solid
so
picks.
It's gonna match the fit. You always have to make sure you have 2.
Oh, we're playing crew. GG's.
Okay.
He's rocking it.
Do I even need to watch tomorrow,
chat? He's got it in the hat. I mean, Scrap, we talked about it.
Do we even need to watch tomorrow?
He was dropping 1.5s and respawn last week. This is just a continuation of it. This guy is unbelievable at this game.
He needs the red nose to complete.
Right, the red nose, the propeller hat, and LA
Team Marvel Rivals is live right now.
What we're building over there in the LA camp. They've got the merchandise coming. We're going to try and catch up with Neil, the rookie on the other side of the break. In the meantime, we've got one more match to go, ladies and gentlemen. It's the qualifiers. Lurks is on Ant's players to watch list. Is he still in the running for rookie?
I like Marvel Rivals. It's just so hard to watch. Like, the quality is always bad. There's always so much shit going on. Cubs win. Let's go, Gold. Let's go, W Cubs. Thieves and Cubs win on the same day. Love it.
America's Navy and the special operators who work in the shadows.
Start the season strong with the 2026 Call of Duty League Pack. Grab yourself the CDL operator by scanning the QR code on screen or check it out in the Call of Duty store in-game now. Scuff, official controller of the CDL.
Falcons. Mason again out of 5, 31 and 21. Good Lord. We're going to have to break this one down. Make it 6 in a row. He's doing Hercules. We're flying, folks. And we're 10 seconds away from a map 1 green wall victory. The kills are flying. The boys are firing. Shotzi top man. Can he fire 3? He can. Exclamation. As Optic will take man number 1 here in Dallas. Come on. Come on. That's outrageous fun. What a way to start the major for the boys.
Watching CDL today feels like community service.
That is all
damn, Viper.
Heretics 3-0.
Yeah, it is a pretty shit day.
Unbelievable stuff. Again, these
Can't
guys
lie.
on this map were lost for so long. The improvements they made.
Arguably the worst 3 matches that could have been played.
On 0.0.
I will give you that.
Either Heretics started celebrating, and there's still game to be played. There's 2 segments gone. Wow, what's happening? It's not over yet.
They're trying to attack me mid.
At their hill.
Mid. Draws on mid, guys.
Oh my god.
Mid. Him.
It's your boy Shotzi, man, with the ace. Little ace, man.
In the corner.
Nice, bro. I would have killed him. I just.
I could see.
This is ugly, bro. What are they doing on the map?
I haven't even like seen a post about. Right. I've seen like CS.
Pitching, Snoopy got him.
Nice.
Like posts about CS.
I don't know where he is.
In the water.
Oh, go, boys. Nice. Good DK 16. I got us, boys.
At COD Champs, it's more than Call of Duty. It's you whipping an F1 go-kart at the Grand Prix Plaza, testing your aim and movement at Summerlin Paintball. It's you driving supercars at Speed Vegas, surviving the best escape rooms at Escapology, experiencing the immersive art in the Arte Museum. It's you taking a picture in front of the Bellagio Water Show and seeing Vegas from the largest observation wheel in the US. It's you and the squad making memories for life. A weekend in Vegas that you'll never forget.
Hey, W Gold, thank you for banning that clanker. I wonder if CLOUD9 was just getting ready for map 4 mentally and just fucking lost it. Who knows? Who knows? Fingers crossed. I hope the current B4 and overall standing stays B4. Are you saying like the bottom 4? I think it probably will. You're out of here, Gold. Sounds good, brother. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the resub as well. Appreciate you for that.
In our World Championships this year.
Hope
We
you,
want to see you at champs in the low seating.
Hope you have a good rest of your day.
Individual premium seating, semi-private, lower bowl location with the
CLOUD9 posted the one S&D round they won. Oh my god.
Seats are available. Scan that QR code.
Viper CLOUD9 looked like they only practice.
If I didn't have my own seat, I would have scooped one up. You telling me bar and food? That's all I needed to hear.
I mean, they didn't even look like that great in Overload either.
A private zone. We got
but it was definitely their best mode.
And this is an interesting matchup
the rest they
because
just play like
FaZe
it's
were
ranked.
looking invincible coming off Major.
Literally.
They crushed their opening qualifier games. Then the minor came around, and Miami Heretics showed some
Damn, are we not getting a
vulnerabilities in
Thieves
their
interview?
game. Now, Nameless, we get ready to see if the Royal Ravens can cause any problems. How do you see the showdown?
Yeah, I
What
mean,
the hell?
FaZe loss was
We're not getting a
such
Thieves interview?
battle.
We got a
Miami
Hook
obviously
interview?
In the final, they look good. I mean, you think about it, it was a 17-minute overload, like a 25-point Colossus, where Miami have been unreal there. So I think, you know, you're susceptible to a loss here and there, and FaZe are still just fine. The HP looks incredible, and I do think this
Viper,
still suits their
I think we
gameplay.
all want this day to end.
Into that in just a moment, but this is a sponsored show. We're in the Monster Studio, and it's time for our Monster Winner Spotlight. Neum took his time.
Okay, there we go.
But he's got his headset back on after the dub. LA Thieves celebrating a minor one championship, your first $20,000 check, and another dub in overtime. Can we start there? What the hell happened in that OT? How do you allow them to score in 35 seconds and then somehow beat that number?
Basically, Paco just said they're probably just going to be playing aside. So, like, we're all just going to bang mid, and if we don't see anything mid, we're just going to run straight down mid.
Listen, production said that we got to keep this quick. So if Scrap's near you, or if you know, can you tell us what the hell the propeller hat is about, man? Why is he wearing that?
It's when we're low-key just being stupid.
Okay.
Put it on. We're being stupid like during scrim and shit.
I like that.
So he's got a rocket.
He has a persona for that mode.
So Scrap was just trying to let you guys know that you needed to lock it in?
No, he was the one.
Yeah. It's for everybody, honestly. It's for everybody.
Well, those are the vibes I love to see. Do you think you could do that on land?
Yes, for sure.
Neum, thank you for joining us in the Monster Winner Spotlight. You
Damn, that was
speedrun this
quick.
bad boy.
Shit.
Thank you.
That's Neum. He got another dub. He's in the running for Rookie of
The
the
6
Year.
CDL employees want to go home. I know they're not doing enough for the league itself, so it's like they're just ready to be done, chalk the day up.
Then he's taken over the helm of the CDL GOAT role. Behind him, though, you got two youngsters in Abuza and O4.
It's like a Five Guys that closes at 10 p.m. and it's 7 p.m. in the smallest towns on a Tuesday night. That is so specific, and yet it makes so much sense, Viper. That's so specific, but I know what you're talking about.
But it wasn't a 3-0 and 3-0 fashion. You go look at those maps. They were extremely
Yeah, Drifty, we
close.
did win.
We did get the dub. That we've seen so far in this season. And to be honest, it was just a little bit of a matchup diff. I think Miami Heretics' pace just really catches a lot of our top teams off guard. And going up against a team like Carolina,
now we get to watch
the majority of their pace. In fact,
FaZe take on the Ravens.
Consistent middle ground right now.
I'm sure that should be an absolute banger.
This should be an easy matchup for them.
The one thing in that series where they did get gapped was the search and destroy, and it was like just the strategy. Like they were getting funneled into back alley, picked early. No, O4 had no answer for like mid brick wall on Fringe. Just
Twins about to go insane.
So I would expect them if they have that map.
They're not playing Fringe today.
I would expect them to have it again. Yeah, because I think they need to keep.
I'm thinking Twins gonna go crazy.
It's there. They just gotta find. They just gotta get some more reps.
That is true, Isabel. If we get the Royal Routers, maybe it'll be a little
I'm not
competitive.
playing them on Fringe. I'm not risking any more losses.
Viper, you got
Allie,
Exceed under.
You're a front runner. You're a
Yeah,
top
I
2
can see
seed.
that.
Maybe you play with your food. How dangerous is your plate right now if you're a Royal Raven?
There you go, Drifty.
If you're
Love
Royal
to hear
Raven,
that.
I mean, you're trying to make points right now. So, like, having to take on FaZe is not an ideal situation. But at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. And for Carolina, it's an optimal situation
playing
because
like his bed is just a mattress
so
on the
we
floor.
can go ahead and make that point to it. But also,
I would think that would
Lurks
make
has
him
been
play
incredibly
better,
consistent,
no?
And same with Fire.
Like he's
didn't
got to
give us
grind.
the best showing in their first couple of series, but it wasn't necessarily a bad one either. So maybe some opportunity for Carolina.
And are Lurks and Craze getting the same NPC?
Just so
buff
not
that
looking
other
forward to
SMG
Val this
duos
week.
are?
I mean, if we're
Last
playing
series
crew,
we saw,
yeah, me
Craze
neither.
played great and they lost. Like they would have tried to lose some of those. So for them,
Hey,
though,
sounds
I'm
good,
coming at this
Buckets.
from a different angle. I do think the move
the
was
twin
to
size
find
mattress. Yeah, that's what makes me think
Fire's
he would
getting a
want
lot
to
of time
grind
on
more.
hardpoint, and he's generally a more consistent player than Nero. But you lost the X factor, like when they would cause the major upsets.
We have to win out to make
and it's
playoffs.
combination
Oh
of
yeah,
that,
we're
the
chalked.
X factor,
Then.
Nero
We're not
losing
making
him,
playoffs.
and then also some of your better maps
We play
being
Crew
gone. You're
tomorrow.
talking
It's
about a team that was
GG's. We're not
really good
making.
at exposure.
We're not
and
making
Blackheart.
playoffs.
Both of those are gone for the hardpoint map pool. So the hardpoint's been
If we
off,
lost
and
to
then the search
Sentinels
destroy,
and
Nero's a
NRG,
great
but we
X
beat
factor.
Crew,
Go out,
I
get
would
kills, play
genuinely
his
be
life,
shocked.
Make the rounds a little bit murky. That's not the type of player Fire is, and now they're
I would
0-4
be
in S&D with
genuinely
BT.
shocked.
Big picture, Ali, Carolina, one of those teams that could be on the outside looking in at
I
champs
really don't
unless they
see
start
that
scoring,
happening.
right?
Points is literally everything for them right now. Thankfully, they don't have a Boston level schedule, but it's not going to be easy.
Let's take a look at our maps and modes. It's a best of 5. Where do they choose to
Wait,
square
does
up?
Boston
I said
just
they
have
will
like an
not play
absolute
Fringe.
grueler?
Ant said they will. I still don't think
They just have a
play Fringe.
grueler of a schedule.
Doesn't get there, is what you're saying.
This is one of those sneaky series, though, where like Carolina have the ability.
Yeah,
That's
they could get
unfortunate.
weird, especially with the gridlock S&D. Like, I don't hate the Colossus for them, to be honest. Whoa.
They're like 0-9 on that map. We get it again.
Exceed said that they were going to get good at it, and if it's in the series.
How do you get up ready to grind Todd for a team that pays you minimum wage, realizing your roommate makes more door dashing than you do in the league?
As we take a look at the New York guys still pondering how
I
they
was
lost
saying
that
like
overtime.
in the sense
We
of
take a look here at
he's trying to make it out the
from
mud
Carolina
type of
at the
thing.
top, at the
You know
bottom,
what I mean,
got
Viper?
FaZe
Like,
Vegas, and we're just
yeah,
waiting
he's
on
in a
one
shit
man
spot
to
right
go.
now, but like
Still
if he
out with the
grinds
hurt.
and he
The
gets
Shepherds
out of
are
it,
bringing him in. We'll get him in just a second.
know.
Can we talk about Exceed though? I feel like this.
But
may
I do
be
understand
towards
both
the end
sides.
of his third chance in the
I do.
CDL.
I
Is
promise.
he under the microscope? Does he have the numbers right now to hang with the rest of the CDL?
I think a little bit. I think just because when he first got added to this roster, it was already such a big change. They were finding so much success. Overload, he was one of the best Overload
He'd have to
players
play
in the
better
game.
than Lurks.
I don't want to say he fell off a little bit, but he's
I don't think
definitely
he'd have to
playing
play
more
better than
average
Lurks.
compared to the rest of the league. And for him, like you said, Chris, it's his third opportunity. He needs to be able
I
to
think
try
he
and
would
figure
just
something
need
out
to-
with this roster. It doesn't have to be, you know, top
I think he
four,
would
but
just
it
need to
has be
play
better than what they've been putting up.
He's the IGL. Do you give
Better
him
than
any
what he
extra
is.
points for that and take less into the KD?
I mean, this team was world's worst before
But
he
I don't
joined.
think he would have to play better than
Exceed's
Lurks,
been
'cause
fine.
Lurks is
I
really
think he's
good.
still a good sniper. I think he brings a lot to the team. Like, he doesn't really get slammed that often. So for me with this team, it's just like the way that they approach the game. Like, they just have to play good team ball.
All right, chat,
Like,
I'm
we
gonna go
talked about
pee
their
before
overload
this
hasn't
match
been great recently.
starts.
It's still
I'll be right
top
back.
3 in Team KD and overload since bringing in Fire.
So they're shooting good.
Exactly. So, like, to me, I'm not going to point to one player and say, like, they're underperforming. Just maybe where they decided to go with the roster, they've lost their edge.
Shut down the storylines before they begin, and I love calling out the facts. Let's get to the real truth, though, in our scuff pick'ems. Where are you feeling? FaZe in 3 today?
Yeah, I'm going to go FaZe 3-1. I'm going to go FaZe 3-1.
Allie?
I'll hang with that. FaZe 3-1 too.
Carolina about to be upset 3-0. It's going to be FaZe. Sorry, fans. FaZe. Shift and study. FaZe.
Okay. FaZe.
Feels that way. Yeah.
FaZe.
Yeah, FaZe. I don't know. I mean, I think if there were to be an opportunity, Carolina could really step up right here. They know that they need some points to get the little bit of a closing gap into potentially playoffs. And they've shown some decent moments over the course of the last couple of weeks. So I don't think you're coming into this one disheartened if you're Carolina.
No, without a doubt, especially off the map set that we got. They're starting off map number 1 on a map that they were 0-9. They haven't won it since. They're still technically the worst team at holding down the P4, even if they have the spawns or if they're trying to break into it. So this series realistically can catch Vegas off guard because they're probably not expecting a squad who's 0-9 on the map to actually pick it. And then when you get to the middle half of this map set, Vegas, you always expect them to choose CB. They want to realize what S&D they want to pick. They want to control the overload and also the map 4. So they actually decide to pick Gridlock, a map that they have yet to play as a squad. So a lot of unknown factors here for Vegas. So it could potentially, Carolina can capitalize on them with this map number 1. Like, this map number 1 is everything for the Ravens.
Yeah, I mean, and like the Des was talking about, like, we heard it from Carolina. Like, we're good at this map. We swear. Now, if that's actually true, the stats would say otherwise. But hey,
that is true, Viper. I do agree with you on that one. That
there's a chance that we can actually see
he's known for being the Burger King, so I do agree with that.
0-9 on the map. Average scoring differential.
I do agree with you on that one.
250 is not exactly what I would call close.
Boston has FaZe, Koi, Optic, Paris, and G2 this split.
Carolina can give us something to think about here as FaZe Vegas will spawn into the P2 side.
G2 is the only one I think they stand a chance against.
Yeah, I think if you are
maybe
Ravens,
Koi
you
if
saw
Koi has a
Vegas
bad
play
day.
this throughout the minor.
But
the reason why they lost to Miami is because Miami was just running around with so much pressure on the map. Now after
this is the split that eliminates them from champs.
And with the players that you have, you need to be able to match that pacing force.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that. That's brutal.
Doing just that.
Hey, what's up, Scarecrow? What's 9 plus 10? 21.
All the things turning up the way you want them to. But Abuza, Draza, kicking
Scarecrow, you got Boston beating Paris?
Just finessing over the backside of statue, but it's Lurks.
I mean, Paris has been struggling a little bit.
At least hold on to the correct side of the map here with 10 seconds to go before the second hill opens. Simp working on that, and wouldn't you know it, Draza gets around the back.
04's blasting his boy in the back.
As we open up the second hill.
Yeah, that's just opening that Ravens cannot allow to be there. Like you
they already lost to Koi 3-1.
All set up around blue. Just no one watches the OE streak.
Oh, that's who they already played. Oh, okay.
Vegas able to hit that route. Now
hey, I don't pay attention to what Boston does.
If you are Carolina, you got to break through the front, and this is not going to be easy because
they have Gentlemates in G2 left. Then yeah, I could see them beating Gentlemates as well, but probably not.
04 sees all of that, doesn't take any damage, has help from Simp.
Yo, did they just say that Ravens are 0-9 on Colossus HP? Why do they play it?
Guys that when he's locked in a solid position, he's
what are we doing?
Miss much, if at all.
You're 0-9 on Colossus and you're still playing it? Are we hammered?
FaZe are already looking to kind of scale deeper onto the map.
Yeah, that's easy for Abuza. If you're going to solo challenge him in one-on-one over the statue
side,
it's going to allow them even without the numbers to still hold it down. Because the guy doesn't miss with the MVP.
Boston doesn't even have 100 points for champs yet.
They take a lot of space over toward yellow. Abuza still streaking, trying to earn himself an early Hellstorm.
That's a stinky one right there, Viper. That's a stinky one for Boston.
Off the rotation.
Destiny's grinning from ear to ear, though.
Here if you're Ravens.
Paris fell off. Yeah, they definitely have.
Gets a trade, but
they have fallen off a bit.
In position to try to help out,
which sucks because I like the team. I like, you know, obviously I love Ghosty and Envoy.
Neutral time is decent time right now for FaZe.
So I hate to see that for him.
As they find a couple of kills, they'll start to have an opportunity to actually fight for some of that time. Simp in some trouble. Lurks able to find another double. Make that 3.
Exactly, Isabel. You probably should have Chow, Twin, and Simp
but even with Lurks finding 3, it still fades in the time. And Ravens
your worst map. It's probably a bad idea.
Just one of those lives where 3 kills are fantastic.
FaZe ban Gridlock HP. I feel like that's kind of surprising. I would think FaZe would want to
eventually take you down, but
branch out a little bit. Maybe they just don't like. Maybe they just don't like it all that much.
Obviously, you're losing players at that old time, and you're forcing your team.
Ravens only play for S&D. You're kind of onto something.
Doesn't win the gunfight. Follow up. Ooh, if Simp gets that one, who knows? Lurks, though, does give you another double at the end of the battle. So, again, it doesn't really allow FaZe
Buckets is going to need praise to pick it up a little bit. He's 5-11 right now.
Respawn and develop another opportunity. Praise able to find one up top through P1, but Simp takes away
he had, what, 04 and Draza as well, so 04 is going to have to pick it up, too.
With 40 seconds still on the hill.
Simp is ripping right now, though.
If you are the Ravens. All right, we watch
He's in flow.
We watch front statue. No one else is taking a risk, and now Ravens have an opportunity with at least one player swanning towards the back lines in Lurks. You were too aggressive if you are FaZe in that moment over towards statue, which opens up that spawn point for him. And now if you are Carolina, you got to make this one count. We need this 20.
Oh no. An 04
2 from 04.
Up and over. Fire in some trouble. He's able to confirm the kill. There will be a little bit of scrap time, maybe, for Carolina. Nice moment from Fire. Gets 3.
Okay, Fire.
Gets able to find
okay,
4.
Fire.
Nice moment for Fire indeed. But
okay.
End of the story.
I see you.
The first rotation is FaZe all over this one. 113 plays 40 as we go back to P1.
And now Ravens.
Fire's not looking too shabby.
You have somewhat presence over towards statue, but Fire now getting a parallel spawn. Has to read that there's pressure over towards P2 side. Don't know if Exceed is going to be prepared for the pressure on the opposite side of the map, but it's FaZe flying on in for 3 kills without anyone falling, so the break is super clean.
Yeah, and Fire just playing
so hashtag into the bleach.
Return back over to the hill. Grace gets the one pretty
hashtag free nasty. Am I right, guys?
From behind this play, 04 just kind of doing what he can to double jump over the top of the barrier, but Carolina finds some good kills. Simp the last one.
At this point, Nasty would be better on the Ravens, bro.
And now he's looking for some statue control. Just using the Jaeger best he can, but
04 is getting dookied on. He's got to lock in. Come on, twin.
Yeah, now if you're the Ravens, you have an opportunity to trade it to the
I need you so I can get my tax cut.
In the back lines. Craze gathers the information, but it's just going to slide on in and give up his life for free. So now your teammates are in a 2v4 to try to hold this one down, while Abuza is still contesting on the back lines. Thankfully, Fire lines up a double. He's on 5 in a row.
Fire's on a 5?
Yeah, this is the power of having Lou in the mix. He has been Mr. Flexible in challengers. He's showing it here. See,
yo, is Fire like that, chat?
Craze over the middle of the map. FaZe will be pushed
Fire
all the way back to the other side of the map at yellow. That's great time now, as Ravens have put together 2 really solid moments in a row. FaZe looking to still, of course, hit this with 30
Ravens are bringing this back. They were getting stomped.
Craze is not going to give it for free. Draza able to
It's a
find
big
the trade,
hold.
but you still have a couple of members from Carolina on the hill. Draza, Abuza, the last 2 left, trying to develop this hit. Sip up close and personal, trying to do it himself. Put down by Lurks. And Carolina good on the time at P2.
Oh, fantastic at the time at P2. You're able to manage very quickly the spawn control towards the back lines and then never gave it up once. And that leads to the Ravens keeping themselves into this game. Without the first P2 go around, it's Ravens in the lead by a hefty margin, but now only a 14-point difference. You're going to lose some key gunfights off the rotation, so now Lurks in a position to value his life, does get caught, and now you got to try to break from blue.
Fire is kind of shooting, bro. 21 and 14.
You got a long rep.
Somebody help him out.
So you got the opportunity to put pressure on from multiple points. The first battle goes the way of Craze. Now all of the FaZe heads are on a swivel, and here comes the hit from the front. 3 will drop, 4 will fall. Really good.
Yo, this is good time for Carolina.
It doesn't get any better than that, and now you're going to
Good
force
cruise
the
for
Hellstorm
Abuza,
out
though.
at P3 hill, where realistically it's not going to have that much impact of getting any kills.
Oh, I guess maybe not.
So now you're
I always
Vegas
forget that the
in a
angle
tough
of
spot.
like where the
Gotta try to contest
Hellstorm
this
comes
all
down
because
from
there's
on
still
this
20
map
seconds
is
left,
like
but we have to start thinking
horrid.
about new. Ravens have flipped the switch on this second half.
Yeah, they
It is
really
horrible.
have. See, nice tracking onto 04. Follow
I
from
was just
Fire
like
is
a
perfect.
6-star.
And you've got a little bit of an NHL over towards Sid. Pixie will finish that off. He's going to be 2v1 though, and FaZe will play through the old time and move their way over towards.
And
P4.
Ravens have the
Carolina
positioning for
mostly
new,
close, but need to win the
gotta
battle.
get
So we'll
kills.
jump over to the Royal Ravens and see how they
Take
count
it
this
3. Listen in.
Bang him. Everybody on my beat front. Play for mid, Jay. I'm getting on. I got left, Jay. Close, dead. I'm down now. He's holding. He's one shot. Absolutely. Dead. Wow, bro. One shot anytime, Blue. One shot anytime.
I'm holding in there. I'm laying down close. I'm laying down close.
Go left. Hold on. Outer done. Top mid. They're both there. One's one shot. I think I Sip was one shot. Sip is front, one shot. He's in the close center. He's weak. There's 2 under. I got one. 2 under. They're alive. I got you outer. Outer one shot. Draws. Absolute. I promise.
Lay down outer. One shot now.
I got one. Close center. Both front. They're both there. Hold on. Every push. Nothing. They're gonna be on you. I'm nading. I didn't hit him. I did not hit him. I hit him statue. I got your statue. I'm sliding out. I'm sliding in. Go.
That's 3.
One shot. Gotta be on you. He's always statue. One shot.
Last guy. There's 20 yellow. All yellow.
20 yellow. 2 yellow. I'm dead. 3 yellow. 3 in yellow.
I'm pitching yellow right now.
One stat from me. Low statue. Wait for Jay.
Yo, we're running him. He's close in front of me.
I need time, Jay. I'm dead. I just dead. Nice shot. I'm back the block. I got the block. Pitching yellow.
I hear you.
I don't have a trophy in time.
That's a heck of a set of hills from Carolina. They're enjoying it.
Hold on now, chat. Wait a damn minute.
Step up as we jump over to a FaZe listening.
I'm here, Dress. One HP front though.
Royal routers are here.
Deep left for me. He's just on I'm needing your
04 is having a stinker too.
I'm trying to block. Stay down and back. First blow me. Back out. I'm near outer. I think something. I'm going to tell me. Go. Yeah, I'm here. Tell me. I'm laying down. Nice. Good time. Standing up. Yeah. That's one P1. We have to
Yeah, Carolina, even when getting tested on the backside of P2, still recover nicely to hold the spawns.
Wow,
Never really
dude.
give away the time. They're looking solid here, Jay.
Oh, yeah, they're looking fantastic, man. The teamwork is making
Okay,
the dream
0-4
work.
with
When
a
kills
2.
are going down, everyone is still in the action before they even think about the next play. And this entire second half has been all dominance out of the Royal Ravens. They need 20 seconds to close out this map number 1, which would be a heavy blow if you are FaZe Vegas. So you desperately need a good hold here at P3.
Yeah,
Raids are in.
Through tunnel, but 04 is watching
no.
and doesn't find the gunfight.
Oh,
so it leads
no.
into a point who will drop. Yeah, that's a great moment now for the Ravens. Cray's going to take away tunnel. Exceed with assistance from Lurks. This is going to watch the front as Fire will play a little bit.
Ravens are actually going
These
to
are
win
looking
map
to flood
1.
Up and over. First 2 kills go their way. Lurks in some trouble. Has to back
Wait.
away over towards Steps, and that's enough for Sip to find 2. FaZe will break with conviction. And now Carolina.
Wait.
Yeah, all the map control in favor of FaZe Vegas. Now you got to work on some of these routes. If you are the Ravens, you don't want to just commit all 4 through the front door again, but now we're starting to spread out wings a little bit. Lurks finds the opening kill. Now there's pressure through mid-tunnel. You win the gunfight at Blue Crate. It's a 4v2 flood.
Yeah, Booza will drop. Opportunity for Ravens to win right here. Sim, too much to look at. And you got a pinch developing.
GG's. Wow.
Insane. You can't get there. You can't touch.
It's the routers taking map 1.
Colossus hard point after a masterful second set.
They really are a work from home team, bro. It's
really,
unreal.
Really solid stuff for the Ravens.
From 0-9 running
Absolutely unreal.
to the NPC, we're taking out the likes of the squad who just won the last major. Great plays out of the
Royal
Ravens, especially on the
Onliners.
second half, because the first half they were just getting beat.
They
to
really
every
are.
punch. But when you talk about what they did so well in that second half, it was basically everything. Finally, you win the rotation to P2. You hold it basically for a full 60. On your first attempt at a P3 break, it's Crazy who takes the super long route around Statue that just has FaZe off guard. He finds the opening kill. Now you have the assistance from Look at Yellow. Instant first kill, 4v3, and we win every single trade fight after that. You get the early break for a good chunk of time and then chain it to the rotation at P4. Finally, they get good time at the hill that's been costing them 9 straight times. And the Ravens, off of the adjustments, off of the practice and the teamwork, finally showing prowess here on Colossus. They get map number 1, Colossus underneath their belt.
And it's just really good to see that you get this moment of reconciliation for the Ravens after that first set starts to go awry. And yeah, you've got a couple of individual moments to kind of keep you a little bit closer into it as we get in towards this first hill of the second set. And again, just keeping your head on your shoulders as you rotate back over to 2 is everything. Ravens have not really shown us that. They've been playing, I don't know, like maybe just a little bit too OBJ slamming, where we're not really making long routes like you mentioned.
Yep.
You're playing mostly off of just get to the hill first.
I was trying to pick my MVPs for the series so I could get some points from Breaking Point, or so I could get some bread, but
playing that way in challengers where it's you play for the rotation.
The MVPs were already picked, I guess.
I don't know if that's been him influencing it or just kind of a moment of kumbaya, but the Ravens look really solid here in the back half of Colossus.
Now the record is 1-9 on that map.
Allows you to have all the
That's crazy that it worked out for him. 1-9.
2 plays later because you are in control with all the
And their first win is against FaZe.
So Fire controlling pace, especially showing a lot of dominance over towards that statue side. Lights up the kill feed with that M15. But you can see Exceed. What did he tell Ali? I promise you we're good at Colossus. Finally able to show.
Won't catch Ravens losing a map 10 times. Not 10 times in a row.
But here we go. Look at the
you could beat us 9, but not 10.
Fantastic for FaZe, but the slow and steady climb back, and it comes by way of the money hills, doing the dirty work, hitting the long routes, making sure your bases are covered. I would say the most impressive moment for me for Carolina was actually later in that map when you start to see P1 to P2 again for the third time. FaZe is getting all over the map, trying to put pressure on you. You're still able to lock down spawns first, then take the fight back to the front. Really good stuff overall from Carolina to make sure that hill didn't get out of hand, because that may have been the difference maker in net points from winning versus being tied going to that P3. So good opener, and now we take a look at the gridlock, search, and destroy. FaZe yet to play this map. Actually, the same for Carolina as well. And I will say, like, our weaker S&D teams have not shown us very much on this map. They don't look very prepared. So I'm hoping we see something different from this Carolina team, who do, for what it's worth, have a couple of players who were present when Black Ops 4 was competitive. So.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for Carolina, and Search and Destroy specifically, because when you make roster changes, it's going to take time for you to put yourself in that form where you can fight versus the best. And for right now, it's a struggle for them because they lost their go-to Search and Destroy not once, but twice ever since Fire entered the building on that Den S&D. So now with losing Colossus, with losing Exposure, we got to get better at something else. So throwing in the new maps at the game 2 and the game 5 is exactly what Carolina wanted to do, because this is still the first attempt here for Vegas. They're not comfortable on this map yet.
Indeed the case. Well, let's take a look, because we very well may see a couple of snipes on this gridlock. We haven't seen a lot of it. It's been more bang out centric, but we do often get some scopes over towards that B street. Nabuza is on top in stage 3. 19 total snipes. He's averaging almost a snipe a round. That's pretty insane. Super, of course, up there. I think for the league, for the full season, I think he's still number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Nabuza has been right there, giving him the business as well.
It's crazy. Like, after the meta change, I was expecting Super to 100% still be at the top of that list.
All right, we're back.
He's running an NPC, running and gunning with his SMG players. So Super isn't going to always pull out the boomstick. But now, if you are FaZe, you are feeling the pressure, because you always choose Team B. They were the reason why this map is here. They decided to big gridlock. So hopefully the praxis is going to showcase itself here. Because Carolina, the same way they're sitting at 0-0, they're looking to potentially steal some strats for you in the middle of this map.
We'll see how it goes. Are we going to get a lot of bang out, or are we going to see some actual structure here? Feels like it's only a matter of time before we will find out.
How were the first 2 games?
Then Overload also there for map number 3. We haven't talked about that yet, but that will be
Optic
an
ended up
one.
winning 3-1.
The opening attack, and yeah, they're going to go all 4-8.
Dashy played really well
for us.
No trophies to play with. Just need to stay alive from the nades, and already from the Ravens.
The Thieves won 3-0.
Going to be fiery. He's gathering a lot of information, but all the space they take on the back end. Abuza's only watching this for the snipe.
We went OT in the overload.
Go to the pistol now. Exceed for first blood.
CLOUD9 scored in 35 seconds.
Sim follows up onto that, leaving Craze essentially by himself into the 1v2.
We were able to score in like 21 or something like that.
Backed away, and everything will reset.
Kind of crazy.
I'm still holding over towards A at the moment, but now FaZe will take their numbers over to the B site.
They're not going to risk it anymore. Going to rotate over towards B and get this bomb down for free, because Craze was just playing the 50-50, but
both series were kind of stinkers. They were very one-sided. BTAs.
Into the play, are you going to spot them on the exit? Pushes in towards Sushi. Doesn't see anyone. Still nothing to work with.
Sees one on top of the car. Smoke out. Seeing if he can force someone forward. Oh, well, here come FaZe. And they will just overwhelm them. Yeah, like the idea to try to force them out of position to come challenge the bomb, but a couple of pop shots never really had FaZe uncomfortable that he was going to hop it.
Yeah, I think the only thing that could have went better if you are Carolina, because they found the first blood. If we could have got that kill onto Abuza without Sip actually making the impact to keep him alive. Because you turn it into a 4v3, you get the jump on them at showers, but Abuza finessing the way that he did sets up Mr. Chris Slayer to keep him alive by finding 2. And then you keep the numbers. The playmaking ability to just rotate it back over towards P, and even with the smoke grenade, which gave Craze his best shot to force them forward, FaZe never needed to worry.
No. Okay. We'll see if we get something different from Exceed scope over here towards A. Carolina could be largely focused on this site with a little bit of a flank watch from Fire.
Craze with the first blood.
Towards Towels. A little bit further deep. Craze will go, but Sim shuts it down. Big double. And that will push Carolina back with no bomb in hand now.
Yes, again, Chris Lair found another 2 on this round. Numbers still in favor of
maybe
FaZe.
A bit of an overheat there, no?
He's just hoping that one walks right in front of his crosshair.
Oh.
That's exactly what happened to 2v2.
Yeah, Fire finds Sim.
Whoa.
But Abuza almost. Exceed was low, but he swaps over to the pistol, finds the kill, and Carolina will take the round.
Yeah, thankfully,
nice little snipe from Exceed.
Lines up the first shot, turns it into a 2v2. When Simp tries to play for that trade, Fire had his crossfire. So he's able to keep him alive just long enough, and then also pepper the last guy to set up Exceed to close out the round. A 2v3 clutch. Big round there out of the Ravens.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. 1-1 the count. A lot of focus towards A to start off these get-goes. But FaZe will have something different in mind here. Nades over the top into mid. As Draza, Abuza, and Simp will focus on B. Fire is the one defending. And without any noise being made at A, Craze will try to join him by rotating over.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if timing's going to work out here for Fire, because it gives up the street pressure, and that's going to allow...
Oh, force check, bro.
But Craze is aware that someone has to try to be making a play. Catches 0-4 for the first blood, but
it's
it's still
force check.
For FaZe.
That might not be good for FaZe.
Developing for Exceed. Abuza watching over the top of the sniper rifle. He will be the only one responsible for the bomb. Everyone else is watching the pinch. It is a trusted hand. There's Exceed. Knowledge known, nade over the top. Not going to hit, and he's pushed back. But keeping his life is still valuable. The Ravens from the front are starting to gain some ground as Abuza's not able to hit. Craze takes away the space, and trying to pick up the sniper rifle instead of trusting the SMG.
Sim's so gross.
And he can just back up to the other side, knowing Exceed's playing over towards Market. And yep, he's got the clock to his favor. And Exceed,
bro, Simp is just
see if he can play for the kill, and he won't even
so good at gridlock.
Yeah, and that's just one of those rounds where Carolina, they switched up their defensive approach. Like last time, it was Fire being the island player at that A site.
He's 9-1.
3 players in towards showers, and Fire was scouting over towards B. But that's just something that you can't play timings on. If you're the island player, you got to guarantee that no one is showing presence on your side,
bro.
Because the fact that he goes unknown, if you are phased to push up through that B street,
he's just living in the good old days right now.
Because you just
reminding himself
space.
Of his rookie season, rookie of the year, winning champs.
Decent effort for Ravens, but ultimately,
actually, did he rookie? He had to.
4 in a row.
It's like back in Black Ops 4 days.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, he's just a walking double kill right now. Carolina trying to stretch right up the guts. Simp gonna be smoked out. Sees 1, sees 2. And that, of course, means that Draws can just hold down the trigger and allow Simp to do this. 11-1, 6 in a row, but still doesn't have a Hellstorm somehow.
Yeah, he's approaching the SD kill record. It was set by Super with the sniper in hand on raid. Simp sitting at 11-1. Just feeling like he's
just such a good play from him.
Team. They have 3 kills combined, my friend.
Yep. Sometimes it just be like that. Yep, Exceed falls. And FaZe will
he waits a second to see if there's a third that runs through. Nobody runs through, so he just chases him. It's a free 2-piece.
Looking at the stat lines like, all right, Chris, go ahead, pop another 2. He's basically got a 2-piece every single round so far here on Gridlock.
Bro.
Teammates are just locking down their lanes while their playmakers making all the big-time plays. These guys grind, search, and destroy. They want to be involved a little bit. Simp just got to chill.
Yeah. I mean, he's getting set up for all of this action. It's all happening pretty much right on his rotation or right on his defensive position.
How is he 11-1 on a 6 streak and doesn't have
over towards
a Hellstorm
with at least a little bit of force? But actually, they're going to just back off just a touch here and see if they can give Simp an isolated win for the Hellstorm.
And again, it's on Fire to scout for the info. It's just all 3 of his teammates are watching at A, so he has to go back and forth between B Street and through the middle of the map. So timings are bound to go FaZe's way. 30 seconds wiped off the clock. They're slowly edging their way up towards B.
Yeah, this is FaZe trying to pull the defense through A and around the back. It's not going to happen. Carolina will reinforce from mid. Tough little battle here as Craze will get a little bit of information on the 04, but here's the problem. If you leave A wide open, Simp could just hit a long flank. Instead, he's going to help out from the front. Draza gets 1. 35 seconds on the clock, and the hit's going to develop purely from the front. 04 comes back to the action as he finds Fire. 1 more down low. Mercy finding a way to just pogo off the top of that door. Exceed does hit Draza. But getting through and getting this plant off is got to be the key for FaZe, and it's not comfortable anymore.
Not at all, but it's a 1v2. Manageable for Lurks to try to clutch on up, but they were prepared for him to be on the top side of broken. FaZe do what you love to say, Al. Kill the noise, cost them down. And just force Fire to consistently go back between middle map and B Street. They go slowly but surely, edging their way up through B side. Strike on the first kill onto Craze. That creates the opening for 04 to strike through mid for kill number 2. And even though it goes down to a 2v2, FaZe, there was no need to worry at all throughout the entire round.
Yeah, and I love that call to not even bother trying to plant. Just take your 2v1. You know that the other player is sitting top grandmas, so take your SMGs, run them down, don't let them exit, and trust that you'll get the kill before the time runs out. That works out. See, still sniping over towards this A hit. Looks very familiar to what they had done in their first offensive effort. Simp playing on top of tree, able to find himself another first blood. Long range shots looking good. Going to be able to follow up. No, Lurks is there fresh. The trade will come through 3v3 until Draws is able to find 1. Lurks' double, though, keeps them kicking, and Nabuza in some trouble. Cannot hit the shot. It's up to 04 for the 1v2.
Yeah, he knew he had to jump on him. Sniper pistol, and he misses his shot. Potentially find kill number 3 on the round, but now it's all left up to 04.
Hey, what's up,
Catches
Hobo
the
Beard?
information, but now Ravens are going to set up for the bait and switch.
Yep.
Simp is on pace to break the S&D kill record. Well, what is the record?
Yeah,
what did
just trying to force it through small door in Carolina?
They said super. What did super have?
First blood goes against them with just really solid trades. And that lends
Is it
them
like
towards
16 or something?
Really, I would say pretty casual entryway back through.
That sounds low, though.
Side of this site. I mean, that looked like initially, with the nades and stuns not quite hitting, that it was going to be a little bit more hard pressed, but the trades just come through so quickly thanks to Lurks.
Yeah, thankfully you don't allow Chris Lair to break you down again with an opening double. This time you instantly find that trade as soon as he gets one.
Bro, 12 and 3
take care of the
is
guy who's
crazy.
single-handedly been causing you problems here on Gridlock. You should stand a pretty good chance, especially with Lurks popping 3 on that round. So,
for real.
Ravens starting to gain some momentum here. With this 3-1.
I mean, as long as Ravens start winning rounds, he should break the record pretty easy.
Yeah, no, Fire's seen everything, though. Playing bottom bedroom this time. Bomb will be planted. It'll be Abuza watching the flank in market, of all places, with a scope of all things. So he's just going to try to hit, and he hits the first. Follow up? No, not going to happen. Lurks gets the trade, but now help has arrived. Simp, yep, that'll work. Lurks trying to force the issue, and knowing that Simp is low, and that will also come through. So now it's just down to 04 in the 1v2 again off of his post plant.
And I love how Fire is playing this. Just super patient. We have a lot of time to work with. Let's just try to spot him out before you even commit on this defuse. But the longer time you waste, the more it's going to be beneficial for 04.
Yep. Checks again. No one home. Smokes it. Up and over.
Oh,
my gosh, he finds the
wow.
He very well may. Timing is going to be in favor. So even though Lurks finds the kill, 04 just finesses, and the Ravens, a moment of indecision. Like, are we going to stick to defuse? Or are we going to try to hunt out the kill? They don't really do either.
Yeah, they just had no info on 04 the entire time. Even with Lurks making another big play on the pinch, lines up another 3 in the round. Just right here with 30 seconds left. All right, I just killed 3 people on this side of the map. There's no way in hell, unless Fire is taking a super long re-ramp.
I'm not sure what happened.
Is going to be on this side. And Fire was somewhat aware of it, but just didn't want to scam. He didn't want to go out there and turn it into a one-on-one and allow him to get away.
Yeah.
But just not gathering that information allows the time to be 04's best friend. Now Vegas at game point.
Yep. Carolina going to go over towards B Street. Seed, sniping off of 18. 04, playing on top of Milk. He's got help from Draza.
Lurks has got to get this Hellstorm.
Kill away from a Hellstorm, which could be huge in the comeback effort for Carolina. And 04 is just tucked perfectly. Will it matter, though, is the question. This is quite the conundrum.
I don't know if you're going to spot this if you are crazed, but 04, you're going to allow your teammate to die. Still holding on to the trigger, though, so he's thinking about the big-time play.
Bro.
Oh, but Exceed's able to find him just wiggling around up top on the milk truck. Lurks still alive, still looking for the Hellstorm. Bomb planted on B. 2v4 retake required.
That's huge. Hellstorm is huge.
The Hellstorm and the kill will come through behind this to give Carolina another chance.
Yeah, Josh is just caught off guard there. Like, 04 sitting right next to me. He's watching the left side of the truck. There's no way I should die, but even if I do, he should quickly get the trade. But he just didn't know if he wanted to strike at that moment. And just turning your feet to the opposite side of the truck allows Exceed to spot you. Somehow, some way has the angle. And it's because 04 edges up just a little bit. And that gives Exceed kill number 2. And a very clean round there for the Ravens to stay alive.
We need some production from Fire if you're going to make this comeback happen if you're Ravens.
Yeah, Fire's getting slammed.
Whoa, tons of damage. Fire will drop to the scope of Abuza. And FaZe
no production this round.
Numbers and then reset the map.
Because usually that's the island player, but they do read that there's still pressure from the other 2 SMGs around shower side. And now Exceed, you cannot afford to die in that scenario. Because in the 4v2, you're forced to force this Hellstorm in because you have to.
Yeah, it doesn't make a difference. So Kratos is going to be hunted by all 4 FaZe members while this is being called in. He gets one, but the Hellstorm will come up empty. Everyone taking shelter.
Oof.
And let's see if Lurks can pull off a miracle 1v3.
Just so this series sucks. Yeah, this is...
Every time they have won a round, he's found 3 in it, so...
Yeah, it's true.
He has to do it again here. It's just not going to be easy, but you do take care of the first 10 seconds. Do you have a smoke grenade that can keep you covered at the site? No, you do not, and that's going to set up a Boozer with the snipe to call game. FaZe tie the series.
Yep. Yeah, 3 in the
It was a
round
bad
for Boozer
cruise,
with
but he
sniper
kind of
rifle.
had to do
We've
it
seen
because
much of that
Exceed died.
But the graphic, not a curse. As Merc and Maven were saying, that one comes through nicely.
I think if Exceed stays up,
So,
they could save the cruise.
Carolina,
Once he died, though, it was like
it just felt like Sims take
your
over
only
early,
chance
never
is to
really
try
gave
and use
Carolina
it.
a chance to get into this map. And then Abuza late, obviously with the sniper rifle, finally starts to get some connections. It doesn't help that Fire goes 1 and 8. So the rounds go 6-3. FaZe find themselves tied back up 14 and 5, so short of the kill record for Sim.
Yeah, Fire also
but
got
still 1800
shat on.
damage. Yeah, that'll play.
Yeah, the guy just popped takeover
Bro,
very
Sim
early
almost
into
had
this
2K
game. Didn't really
damage.
give the Ravens an opportunity to get back into it with such a hot start. Like, he was influencing. You can't go towards A anymore, because every single time they went there, they got cut down. Besides the one round where they finally get a trade onto Sim. But other than that, like, the Ravens just need to continue to work on their team play when you talk about S&D. If you're the island player in Fire, all your job is spot my lane, guarantee the information on your lane. But the fact that your setup is forcing you now as the island player to go back and forth between B Street and middle, yeah, that should be an opening. He's trying to overcompensate, and it was just too much for him to handle.
Crazy scenes. Carolina starting things off nicely, but immediate bounce back for FaZe has us looking at dead for both the overload and the map 2 hard point. We'll see how things unfold as we come back to a double dose of dead at the backside of the break.
Just so I agree with you. This series is a snoozer.
Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
COD Champs tickets are on sale now. Come see
This
the best
series,
teams lock in for this
absolute
season's grand
snoozer.
finale in fabulous Las Vegas. All 4-day passes come with early venue access. Head to FazeVegas.com or scan the QR code to get your tickets now.
Look like the pros to play like the pros. The CDL team skins are available now. Scan the QR code or check out
Absolute
the in-game
snoozer.
store now.
Brought to you by America's Navy and the special operators.
Hey,
who work in
sounds
the
good,
shadows.
Isabel. Thank you for stopping by.
Oh, great. This again. Oh, they're gonna dig
I'm
this.
thinking this is a Kismet. Bang.
Finish the mission.
Bang.
On the way. Look out.
Great game. Here we go. S&D clutches in 2023. MW2. I mean, he's the Iceman, right? He's got to be up there.
Weak. One shot low. Nice. He was weak. I'm just holding iron. I couldn't get him.
All right.
He's working bomb quick. He's playing confident.
You saw him. You can't get on until 8.
Oh, frag. Wait, what?
Let's see. Who do I want to pick for the day?
All good.
Let's go Hydra.
He's going off a streak. Ain't no other frag on, bro.
Okay.
All good.
Not LAT, Cloud9, NYSL. Less than 24 years old. I'm assuming no championships and no rings.
Oh, no. I would have did the same thing.
And he's giving them some extra love in them now.
Hmm.
A few moments later.
Able to connect on the one and
Let's go.
And Vancouver going to try to
Lurks,
take mid away.
maybe?
Make sure they try to collect the
Okay. US older than 20, but no championships, no rings.
Oh, come here. And backward.
I'm coming alley.
How old is Craze?
Oh, my God.
Is Craze older than Lurks? Well, I guess it can't be because it's not Carolina.
Can you walk us through what kind kind of y'all's situation?
Yeah, what's the setup you got going?
Apartment?
So
maybe
we have
Estriel?
like a kind of like a penthouse apartment.
I don't know how old
Estriel
is.
In here.
Do you guys all live together in this penthouse? Who's cooking? Who's whipping up the meals
23 years old.
So Brian gets the penthouse. We're all staying at a different apartment.
Okay.
Still pretty nice. Not quite a penthouse, but you know, we spend every day here.
23 years old, from the U.S. 0 championships, 0 rings. Didn't play for G2, LAG, or Rocker.
And I'll tell you what, that apartment complex they're in is nice. Well, let's get into challengers. We've got Elite
Who could this be? Who could this be? What team could they be on?
Thursday. You don't want to miss it. 2 spots left for Major 3. You can find it both for Europe and NA.
What team could they be on?
Thursday, the big day with losers finals and grand finals. We'll be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we'll find out who will be there at
Surge, maybe?
We're not even just talking about teams. We're talking about you. Yeah, talking to you. Friday tickets still on sale. Make sure you come on through. It'll be a really fun weekend. Atlanta's great. The location is unbelievable.
Gwyn played for Carolina.
Have you ever had Atlanta food, Jay? Wood. Telling you, hits.
Lunars.
I'm looking forward to it, bro, because
I don't think he's 23.
Like, we gotta be able to follow up if you're ATL. They gotta have the good stuff.
Oh, they do. I got you on lock, brother.
All right,
I got
bet.
you on lock. I got you. So that's what we got going on for Major 3. But for us,
this one's a tough one, actually.
Years, Carolina came out swinging in the Colossus hardpoint. And then
I don't know who's 23. That's kind of the problem.
Search and destroy. So we got Den for the overload, Den for the second hardpoint. And I will just kind of say, looking at just generally the records, I mean, no overload feels great right now for Carolina. Maybe some better than others in terms of overall record, but
I don't know. We'll have to go back to that one.
That they don't like. We're on the other side for Vegas. A lot of reps.
That one's actually tough. I think the age is what's kind of making it so difficult.
Trying to turn that up here.
Yeah, I think if you are FaZe, like you were banking a lot on Den overload, especially early into the season, but teams have been able to figure you out, and now they were basically forcing your hand to play exposure and scar. It hasn't really worked out for them as of recent, so let's try to go back to the map that realistically worked for us all the time and just fix a couple of little things so we can be back in the driver's seat here, because Ravens, even though they are 2-6 on this map, Vegas have shown that they can bleed here.
Oh, yes, they do. Draws it through mid-map, able to find one. I don't know if he saw alerts in the cross, but he's able to find fire off spawn. That could lead to a scoring opportunity. Just a pistol up for the carrier and doesn't even need it. Abuza just slides on.
Damn, early cap.
Simp behind enemy lines will be taken down. So Carolina will regain some ground here quickly, but FaZe already off to the races.
Yeah, that's a very quick score. Like, if you are the Ravens, breakoffs need to be a lot better, because there's no way you're going to give a ball that map control and allow people to just run right up the middle of the map and get players coming off the spawn as well. But at least off their second attempt, they stabilized. They find the opening kill. They had pressure around the back. You just need to clutch jump on this next wave, but FaZe find 2.
Yep, exceed for 104 for the trade. EMP still has not moved from this location on their second set position. And 04 is looking to get some space away here, already moving up. You've also got a double hit happening over towards mid for FaZe. Simp for the trade. Now it's 04's time to get activated, but is turned away by Lurks. Huge moment there. Abuza able to respond to one, but not anything more. And
yeah, I completely agree, Joso.
I was gonna say,
league matches are boring as fuck.
Through, but not the case. And FaZe Vegas will get their defense off.
Yeah, just a little bit sporadic there on our team push. You got one player trying to clear out space, going for a super late pinch through A. He gets caught off guard, and then your EMP carrier was the farthest player push up, just gets caught. All those kills are completely irrelevant. Ravens got to do it again. They strike for the first blood. Craze finds kill number 2. Now you have mid-map to go with it. EMP should now be in their possession.
Ooh, draws it, just holds down the heady angle though. Finds a couple, now is off the regen, trying to chase the back part of this EMP push. The rest of the team still in position to watch from the front. Draza will drop. 04 is able to find the trade, but now the hit just developed from the middle of the map, and Craze will have a chance to grab and potentially score here. The only one in position would be Draza.
I think the worst part is literally no one likes the format.
No one.
Yeah, I love the patience play right there out of the Ravens. Allow your teammates to still help you, even if you go 3 for none.
Yeah, but Daniel Say is just a fucking moron.
You come off the
apparently.
respawn, you take the proper space, and clutch up in a bunch of those one-on-ones to tie the game. Ravens currently dominating the time of possession, but Craze now in a very crucial spot.
I gotta watch that flank episode to see like what he says, because even the clips that I've seen, I'm just like, this guy's just spewing bullshit.
To deal with the pinch. And the hit from the front will actually be shut down. One more one fight, that's all you need. It should be just a clear coasting run for Craze. Wall bounces over, stun doesn't really bother him, and the Ravens will take the lead here. 2-1 up, 2 minutes to play, and we're still still dealing with some mid-map pressure that the Ravens are finally
like the clips I've seen literally just
possibly go the relay.
I'm telling you, an
feel
extra
like he's
NPC,
speaking
these
nonsense.
guys are flying and frying. An opportunity to get score number 3, just looking for the opening kill. And Lurks doesn't check the corner. So now you got to retreat if you are fire. You have Craze on the opposite side, though, as the lead blocker at A.
I think it's another situation similar to like the whole optic thing, the phase thing,
found 2 from the front.
where like they brought in corporate people who are too fucking dumb regarding
Craze from the mid
like
pitch, shuts down the EMP carrier and
Call of Duty
a little bit stuck up creek without a
to
panel.
do the right
Simp
thing.
will eventually be traded away, and Carolina once again can control.
A minute and 25 left to go. Your lead blocker now turns into Lurks. He does get caught by 0-4 now. This is where you want to be if you are the Ravens. Controlling the game, controlling the way that phase are going to play. Forcing the mind game, show a little phase here, wrap it back. Just keep on drawing the defense to keep on being sporadic.
Big win there from Draza, shuts down the potential for this run up to B. Looking for the MP carrier, shots are in, and that will do it. Bay's now a chance to control. Still
exactly.
Pesky Carolina members over through Dojo though. Lurks
Like
in particular.
the numbers are good because people want to watch Call of Duty.
The Succeed will follow with 2. And he's
Like,
looking to go quickly here to try to take away some extra space from
The
Face's
numbers are
defense,
good
but
because
not gonna
people
happen.
want to watch Call of Duty.
Just now the reset comes in. 35
It has
seconds
nothing to
left go.
do with the format.
Look at the route that Simp is starting to hit. He's going to be able to get past Craze as well. So if his teammates from the opposite side are able to find a couple kills, your lead blocker, that B point is open.
Yeah, you need to find these kills though, and the problem is they're not. So now Simp's position will be revealed because he has to try to stop the EMP. He's forcing spawns to go down towards Dojo though, so Draza has to stand tall, same as 0-4, and both of them find good kills. Last one's in the corner. Draza deals with a low health pool. And
In fact, I think the format makes
still try to control the backside of this first half overtime.
viewership worse than what it could be.
Am I going to commit on a deep pitch or am I going to wrap back to help my team? Because FaZe are already at a very close position at roofs. 25 seconds. They find the opening kill as well. So hopefully you can get back in a position to try to stop this.
Oh, and Abuza just tallies up the shadow damage.
I mean, put it this way.
That's enough for the kills.
I alone,
through, but fires with a fine 2, looking for the last
as
one
a
of the
small
EMP
watch
carrier.
partier,
Time is
right?
ticking
Like,
on 0-4. He's going to have one more chance to push with Simp.
I maybe
But all
average
the
around
Ravens
like
are
200 views a
4
stream,
seconds on the clock.
and
You've
that's
got
not
to make a
concurrent
move
viewers,
forward,
right?
And they will not be able to get through small.
I
Decent
probably
effort,
average
but
around
Carolina,
200
solid
viewers a
first
COD
half.
stream.
It's a first 30-second score for FaZe, but everything
Today
after that was all
alone,
Ravens. You dominate
I had
the time
2
of
people
possession,
say,
those
"Hey, I'm
sequences where you need to clutch up on these fights, they were
I'm
finding them
dipping
in
because
sync. That's what
this
gave them easy
this is
scores.
boring as fuck."
They put
And
that
not
second
as
one
in like
to
I'm
Lurks and
boring.
Craze, who stay
Like
alive
as
in a
in the
4v2
matches are
scenario.
boring. What the fuck are we
Over
doing
towards
watching these
Cabo and find
matches?
all 4 kills at the right time.
As someone who's
Gives them
averaging
slightly
like
going into
200
the
views
second half, but break
a
off
watch
is
party.
always going to be the key
Now,
to how that
if
second half
I'm
is actually gonna
experiencing
play
like
out.
2 people out of say like 10 people, because I saw earlier I had up to like 10 viewers on YouTube. If I have like 2 people out of 10,
Well, let's see if we get a reset here from FaZe on the flip side.
imagine what's happening for
Fire will carry a force
people like Octane, like Zuma, like Scum, where they have much bigger audiences.
Really not even close to the Hellstorm yet. Nice shots
and
up
they
top,
feel this
pushes
way.
Abuza off that angle, but
How many
Simp
people
has the opening set and
are
having FaZe
leaving
trying to stretch across the map here.
because it's like today's
Fire's
matches are
long
so
enough in this
ass, they're
gunfight.
so
Abuza
boring.
eventually able to take him down, and that's enough space now for FaZe to run down the gut.
Yeah, they're just trying to get right up the middle of the map. Craze was thinking, all right, it should be a wrap over towards Platt side. Isn't instantly going to be into the fight, but Xyz starts it off for the first wave. They're going to turn it into a 2v2, and the bait and switch, just bait your teammates, not the ball carrier, allows Vegas to tie the game.
Indeed. Go 4.
If there was Sunday like last weekend every week, that would be great.
Abuza with the
yeah,
trade.
I think
We'll get a 2v2 over the top.
Oh.
Nade overcooked or something happened there.
I think the other
Lurks and
thing
Xyz will drop, and now FaZe may be able to run with this opportunity.
is
Albatross is thinking that the space is going to be clear off of the double
when you
team
have
nade.
like the tournament,
You find one kill through the middle map,
the
now your
tournament
teammate
weekends,
falls off the map,
like we
and
just had.
instant defense into offense because Craze
If
is
teams
already behind
consistently
enemy
are
lines.
not doing
On
well,
4 in a row. All you're
they
trying to
have
do is
to make
stall time for
changes.
your
They
teammates
have to
get
do
here.
something to
He
try and
goes on
improve.
5,
Whereas
and it's
right
gonna
now,
allow Carolina to take the
teams
lead
can
again.
just be mid.
What did 0-4 just do?
The wall bounce, man. You know how it is around Combo.
Yeah, but like he looked like he was purposefully falling off the map. Like
No way.
That was, I don't know what that was, but it's a huge mistake, and the Ravens will punish. And now they've got numbers over the top of the roofs. Trey's thinking about trying to grab, but
I genuinely feel like right now teams are like allowed to be mid because they can just play online qualifiers.
That's 04, and Lurks already has an angle on him. Off the reload, Sim for one. Lurks able to find the kill. EMP trying to make its way over.
Whereas if you're playing the minor tournaments at least,
it's just Exceed.
If you're not winning anything or you're not competitive,
so
a change will have to be made because you'll never play.
He needs to make his presence felt here. His phaser's still bottled up and Exceed will fall. It's just down to can the EMP carrier get out, and the answer will be no.
Yeah, his teammates were expecting him to chow that damn cross. He just sat in a corner where he was playing for somebody to go in towards bottom servers. But if you watch the cross, you pepper those guys, you give your teammates an advantage.
And the upside for the fans
that you took, though,
is if the shitty teams don't make any changes.
So 2 minutes and 30 seconds to work with. Gaten is
we don't have to watch them.
Turning it to a 2v2, and now you're forcing 0-4.
Whereas right now we have to watch teams that are just pure ass.
Back over towards the B side
for no reason.
Abuza will drop at mid couches, and FaZe don't really have any map control here. They're just trying to see if Carolina will push them out, but why would they? They're up by 1. 2 minutes on the clock. And now we're going to rewrap, try to show some presence through mid. Draza trying to clear out couches, and Carolina are just happy to stay in the positions that they're in.
Yeah, no need to sweat. They haven't shown face. We have every single angle being watched, and the EMP is just trying to force the mind games, but
I honestly feel like I need to start watching
struggling on this map recent. They used to have so much finesse ability, but they get stuck almost every single time they try to commit over towards statue because they're trying to commit every single player right through the front. No one
isn't Challengers viewership higher than like the regular viewership too?
Just sit there and hold their setup.
Or am I crazy?
Well, time of possession.
Huntsmen are frying for Challengers right now.
Exceed will drop, trying to play through onto B. Lurks feeling like he has to play trades. Will find one, slides away, gets an extra lease off the reload, not able to lock down 04, but the help is now here off the spawn. Exceed finds one. Last gunfight goes the way of Abuza. That's now 3 dead, and Abuza's looking to take space, hoping his teammates can collect the EMP.
Yeah, but we need to grab that. We don't want to allow that reset to go down. We know it's going to be more difficult if we try to commit over towards A. Our lead block on the opposite side, though. Draza does find the opening. Pressure through the middle of that. Gives you kill number 2. Now you just got to sprint because this is going to be your free score. Phase are going to be able to tie the game. You just got to slide it. Abuza gets there.
The N04 follows up. The EMP will be reset.
Of course we're going to go to
48 seconds on the clock. And this is a big fight right here. 04 is able to win 4 in a row. You can grab this and re-wrap over towards the bottom side of the map again. 04 in the corner. 2 Carolina members coming upstairs. Exceed the first one to drop. Fire able to find him cleanly on the trade. Can you get more than that? Yes, you can. Fire for 2. Abuza with the pistol for 1. It's just down to finding the last Carolina member. Lurks. And he's going to find the final 2. Unbelievable scenes from Lurks. He may have just given the Carolina Royal Ravens a chance to steal this map away.
Oh shit, Buckets, do you need overtime for your picks?
Overtime here on 10. It was 17 minutes versus Miami in their last matchup.
Wait.
It might potentially work out, but this flank is going to be unreadable.
Oh,
Sim
no.
finds the first kill. You're not expecting 04 as well, and we're just going to grab it.
Oh, no, Buckets.
04 alongside Sim.
That's such a bad beat.
You don't have a hero moment like that from Lurks, and then
that's
like
such a bad beat, bro.
Oh, no. The one moment that Carolina lose sight of the larger picture is the one moment that a double flank around the back.
I'm pretty sure Buckets just fell to his knees
from playing for what was the guaranteed regulation overtime for them. Oh, I can't believe it.
Man, that's so tough because they were setting up to be on the offense. As we take a look at it again, 04 did exactly what he needed to. Goes on 5 in a row, allows your teammates to tie up the game. But then in this situation, Lurks has a clutch moment. 30 seconds left. All right, we have control of the EMP. Let's fight this swerve away before we even think about the objective.
Oh no, Craze.
All they're doing is waiting on Craze. They're waiting on Craze to work in this long route. They're trying to set up the win condition, but no one is watching the pitch. Like, I know Craze is giving the comms, wait for me, slow down the time. But if someone simply just turns around before getting traded by Simp, you find the opening, and you're probably in a position to now get that trade on the 04. So it doesn't allow Craze to be impactful on the pitch, and the communication had to hit a little bit different right there for the Ravens to not be aware that that was open.
Yeah, that's so tough. Craze misses the timing on that couch's push by maybe a second. But, wow. Okay.
That's crazy.
2-1 the count to FaZe Vegas. We'll stay on Den for the map 4 hard point, but taking a look at the stats first, yeah, how about 04? 27 to 21, 22 non-traded, kind of getting it all done with 6 carrier kills. He's Mr. Objective Focus.
Yeah, Dylan, you'll never catch me saying phase up unironically.
With all the space that he was taking, you're going on 6 in a row. That's going to lead to a score. Playmakers getting loose. Make the game easy and overload. Now up 2-1 is going to be phase. Choosing Team B.
I agree, Justo.
They decided to play Den instead of Scar exposure, and it works out. But now going into a Den hardpoint where realistically, it's been for both squads sort of like their auto veto. So you haven't played
some of the breaks
time,
just seem
but
a
you
little
know that
excessive.
You need this to be at the top tip form because all of the top teams are great at that.
Yeah, for real. That's absolutely
That's not
you
true.
Can't afford to bring in a hard veto on
The Thieves
Den
are not very good at Den.
into a major. You just can't have it happen. So it's been a while for both teams. For Carolina, they played it against Paris most recently, lost it by 20, but before that, were able to smack around the Boston Breach. But you have to go all the way back to Major 1 qualifiers outside of those 2 instances the last time Carolina played this map for FaZe. A little bit more recently, 3 out of their last 5 were wins, and that dates back into when they played Thieves in the middle of the Major 2 quals. So a little bit more experience. Of course, most notably, 2 really solid wins back-to-back, one being against Toronto, the other being against the Falcons. Falcons match most recently, I think a couple weeks ago. So they're vibing on it. It's down to putting it into the pool, like you said. It's putting it into the pool.
I knew Octane was never going to go to FaZe.
Go up against anyone that you go up against, but as we take a map 1 rewind between Fire and Lurks,
I knew that wasn't going to happen.
A slow start. We really had such a second half takeover. Fire was a 1.5 KD. Lurks with the pressure sitting at a 1.4.
He loved the Thieves too much.
Damage. But just the way that they were playing as a collective unit, anyone could have dropped these stat lines.
I knew Octane wasn't going anywhere.
Was making the dreamer. When you're winning rotations, you see how easy the game becomes, especially when you're also holding down that first wave and forcing FaZe to be uncomfortable. That's got to be the winning recipe for the Ravens. A map that you tend to not really play a lot. Let's just do the little things correct to give ourselves the best chance.
And keep in mind, this would be in a very important 10 points for Carolina, with the Falcons starting to show some vulnerabilities, having only won a single series so far throughout this qualification stage. Carolina is feeling.
But it did suck that he retired
very quickly.
Because I thought,
and it really is for me.
I thought
if
the
closing out
Thieves
series, they had a chance
would have
against
done
Vancouver,
Ghosty,
dropped it in a really bad set of searches.
Kenny,
had a chance versus Paris.
Draza and Envoy, they still would have been really good.
Kind of blew it in the overload in the surge. So it's just like getting something solid for Carolina is the name of the game right now, because everywhere has vulnerabilities, and you need to
Dylan, you're mostly here because Jake Mav is at a wedding today and tomorrow. Damn, so you just don't fuck with me like that?
Stealing away a 10 versus a team that's already guaranteed to be insanely good.
I guess I'm just a backup.
That's 100% always going to be through the search.
That's crazy.
Sure. So you make that new roster change up, SD's
That's
always
crazy,
going to be
Dylan.
the game mode that takes the biggest hit. So if you're managing to get through this map number 4, to get to a map that you have yet to play as a squad, hopefully you got some good strategies.
I guess I'm just
to go with it, as FaZe have played it 4 times already on that fringe. But into the map number 4 we go. Lurks over the top of the frag and see.
Right, I'm just fucking with you, Dylan.
Immediate pressure here from the Ravens.
Yeah, and immediately spawn control for the Ravens on top of that. So good break off set. For,
Hey, I don't
Carolina.
have any problems with Optic, but
Seed was trying to challenge.
I do know
towards
Jake
Dojo,
is like
put some
the
pressure
overall
down onto
Call of
FaZe,
Duty
but he
guy,
gets
so
traded away, and now there's an opportunity for Draza.
I get it.
To try to put some impact onto the hard point, but Carolina get a really solid read. Last fight down low will work out. 04 out of the top window will confirm a trade and try to contest. He's waiting for help. It's on the way over towards mid cut. But
I try to
gets
be
some key space and Exceed's watching his back.
when the Thieves are not playing.
So far been able to slay their way to dominate.
I try to be as unbiased as possible. Even when the Thieves are playing, I try to not be super biased.
It would have been great to get that extra 15, go up 30 with the spawns over towards.
But naturally, when I'm a Thieves fan,
you need to clutch up all these fights. Fire's gonna lose the first. Exceed, it's now your turn to lock down the back lines, and he gives it to you. A nice double there from Exceed. Carolina win the rotation.
Yeah, Fire comes off the spawn, watches the pinch through couches, and Exceed tons of damage towards the outside of rooftops. Really good start here for Carolina. FaZe stacked up over.
I feel like for the most part, I try to keep it real.
Who's trying to pull them
Whoa,
away.
how did Crazy stay alive?
He's able to still find a way to mantle. Little side grab from you, and then almost turns that into 2. Trade should be here. 04 trying to finesse his life, but not allowed to, and Carolina hold.
Yeah, that's fantastic layering out of the Ravens. All right, we go 2 players that draw through the front. Let's instantly still apply that pressure. To not give up the space, to give ourselves another shot.
Shows that you're a fan of Dashy, but since he's on Optic,
20 to 25 seconds, FaZe get the
I mean, you can still support him.
So you're gonna contest this because you still
I
have
like
close
Dashy.
function. Might as well do so. And FaZe is gonna now be forced off the rotation.
Clean start. Numbers here for Carolina trying to get to P3. And they're going to get that control. 04 also going to be revealed on the flank, but still finds 2 before potentially even being traded. And he will be, but Fire's in trouble, so is Lurks. Doesn't seem to make a difference. Both are still alive and kicking. Now you've got help here. Can you find this win on the outside of Dojo? Yes, you can. Fire's down 4 in a row here all of a sudden, and Carolina are going to go scrap to initial in from 2 to 3.
Yeah, the way that they are stalling the game clock, even when they late off the rotation, or at least stalling those gunfights. Craze values his life so well towards the outside of combo, which allows your teammates now to have the advantage in that next wave.
Oh, Dylan, you're Canadian? That's cool.
Is clean. And so far, the Ravens are now getting pushed back.
Yeah, there's not many Canadians in the league
for the route. It's not going to
anymore. There used to be.
Ravens are now
there used to be a handful, but
do we rotate? Do we contest that old? Everyone's trying to at least.
Illy, Asum.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both right now. They're playing for exits, and
they're
if those
both
kills come
gone.
through, then you can get a little bit of time. But Craze is actually going to avoid touching the hill to see if he can get around.
I mean, Karma, of course.
Behind the play at pillars. Meanwhile, mid-cut.
I really don't know a lot of the Canadian players, but I do feel like we used to have more Canadian players than we do now. Ray.
Wait to see if his teammates can provide some pressure from the front, but Carolina's in
obviously
some
Ray's
right
been
now.
out of the league for a while, though.
Luckily, they do.
Yeah, and this is where you hit that go button if you are Craze. 2 kills, one through the front, one through the back. Value your life, and now allow your teammates to still have the advantage. 3 versus 1 in the gunfights is going to allow the Ravens to flip these spawns out for a good chunk of time.
Yeah, that was almost a disaster though for a moment because
okay, Dylan.
Falls, Fire wasn't in a position to block the spawn, so FaZe.
So you're fairly close to Kitchener.
Fire still able to find those eliminations. As Ravens right back into the lead. The hit now has to develop purely from the front if you're FaZe.
Play COD with Asum's younger brother. Damn, that's kind of cool.
4 in a row will be shut down. Exceed, Craze. Last one's left alive. And it's just
isn't Asum's younger brother supposed to be like nasty at COD too?
Exceed, which goes the way of the Ravens, plus an extra here from Craze to get some space around P1. This Carolina team's looking so much better in hardpoint.
Yeah,
they're a half hour from Kitchener.
I don't know what they've been doing in practice, but it's shown drastic improvement. These guys used to be, all right, you win the rotation, everyone is fighting a one-on-one gunfight, but now they are showing we value our life a little bit. We make it more difficult for FaZe to try to locate us. We're going to stand a pretty good chance of holding down some good time here. So look, almost a 30-point difference. The contest fest here at the P1, but they have mid-cut, so a different angle to get them off.
Absolutely the case. FaZe held back from being able to challenge or contest, but Abuza gets Craze off. So now there's an opportunity to possibly contest and win some time here for FaZe. 30 seconds to fight. Lurks in some trouble. Nade over the top was the primary focus for him, and Abuza finds him freely from behind. Craze now on the same route, able to work the pinch nicely. Oh, nice shots from Craze, but runs out of ammunition, and Abuza gets the shutdown. Nade still connecting, and Ravens are able to still fight for this last remaining 10 seconds.
And now you're going to force FaZe to back on up. 2 players are already across the map, so you take the backside of P2 away from them. But this is the most important wave of kills. If you can get this wave, you can blow the game wide open. FaZe are playing super tight in their setup.
Lurk's trying to look for information before Exceed and Craze join.
FaZe seems to lock the fuck in right now. I'm not trying to see a game 5.
But with an M15 in hand, needs some help. Team kill onto Abuza, but it's just down to Exceed, and he will not be able to hang against all the FaZe members that were still holding the outside portion of this hill. Good nades, though, coming in for the Ravens, who still spawn close, immediately on the recontest. But Lurks, once again, the first one forward, does the damage, but there's not enough of a follow-up. Last one left is fired, and he will drop. FaZe will hold.
And FaZe have fought 2 times now.
Low-key, I'm trying to take a nap.
2 different ways I've been able to hold on. But
I just got kind of tired.
Finding that opening kill with the frags. Just this time, he's not immediately traded, and that's going to give the Ravens a heavy advantage they were looking for. You're breaking for the final 20. You still have that 30-point lead. You're going to grow it by a little bit extra, and now the rotation to P3.
Yeah, the first gunfight goes the way of Abuza. Craze trying to contest, but has to wait for help. Nades are cooked. Pushes him back just a touch, and Lurks will fall, and 04 will clear. So you know that the Ravens are still spawning towards the front side of this hill thanks to the blocking from Sim. And this is turning into an absolute murder hole right now for the FaZe Vegas team.
Yeah, this is funneling right here. If you
It was just hard blocking.
Should 100% work that late route. So you have a different angle, especially your first break attempt. But now in your second attempt, we have that angle coming, developing, at least from the middle of the map. You go 2 for 2 in the trade fights. Exceed and Lurk's last 2 standing. The break is good. And now Vegas have to break from Dojo.
Yeah, Simp will fall. First one trying to come back into the play. The rest of the Dojo hit, finding some success landing. Nade's no trophy right now for Carolina. May not make a difference though. Exceed's able to find 3 in a row. Gets the regen off fire right there to support, and Carolina will do a really nice job at the back 30 of this hill. They'll also flip the spawns here, heading over to 4. So again, just taking the L on the rotation, but finding a way to break into a very dicey setup as the Ravens up 30 points.
Yeah, bad time for FaZe to give us the spawn there.
Control this P4 hill.
Yeah, and it's been crazy making all of those long routes possibilities happen for the Ravens. Wins the early one-on-one gunfight, secures the back spawns, and also pushes out Soda 4, creates that extra layer. Now it's instantly right back into the fight. You just can't get the trade if you are RC, but it's still your team in the time.
Yeah, for now, Lurks trying to just wiggle his way around, waiting for help to get here. No trophies for either team. Team Nate comes through from Abuza, and Lurks turns that into a 3 in a row.
Perfect.
Numbers good for Carolina.
I honestly feel like holding from the back is harder.
From Craze to move the spawns at the same time, and now all of a sudden FaZe are panicking.
100%, because they keep on getting broken with ease. The way the Ravens are setting up these breaks is all of the teamwork showing again, just like they did in that map number 1. A 60-point difference. Exceeds lining up the kill feed again. And FaZe are now forced to forfeit this time. Ravens are going to be able to breach that 200-point mark, and are looking for just one break to keep it scrappy at the 3-1.
Lock in,
gang.
The
first kill onto Abuza over towards the Dojo side of the map. Lurks by himself, top window. 2 members right below him. Damage out to 1. Oh, and is able to snap onto 04 up close and personal. Huge win for Lurks.
Bro.
Time will still stall out though.
Who was that? Lurks just rolled starred someone.
For 3 in a row, but the trades continue to manifest over the middle of the map. And that will mean that FaZe Vegas will have a chance to still stabilize and try to contest.
Yeah, but Draza was the last man, so he gets traded. Now the Ravens are right back in towards the time. Need to work on these routes. You're looking for the opening kill, and that's going to be Simp finding it from couches. So the pressure is going to be here. The gunny is going to be here, but we got to take care of Craze now for mid-cut, and you do it quickly.
Good moment of control here for FaZe. A long road, though, to go.
Good shots.
From Lurks with an M15 out now. Oh, my gosh. He almost pulls off a second.
Gosh.
Absolute blistering set of shots. Now in towards couches. Not going to anticipate that Simp was playing this close as he was. And really, no one's in a position to trade until eventually Craze finds the win. But in that final 10 seconds, look who's won the spawns back. Where has this Carolina been? They're looking so good on their timings. Craze and Lurks able to hold the front, and now Ravens have a chance to send us to 5.
Yeah, they are understanding the game to perfection, man. The practice has been doing wonders for this squad. Only needed 25 seconds left to force the game number 5, and you're just trying to withstand that pressure for FaZe at the front door. It's 0-4 with the double. Able to calm the noise now.
I mean, this is huge time for FaZe. They really need this.
He's thinking about, how do I win? You're not going to read this if you're FaZe.
No, there's no chance you read this. So now the hit from the front starts to develop. Craze able to find one that'll open things up, and all of a sudden, yeah, FaZe is just absolutely scattered. What a heads-up route from Craze. This is what we saw in
big 2 from 04.
It's finally starting to manifest and show up here in the CDL. Unfortunately,
get a little bit more of that scrap time.
Lead to a full break. 04
FaZe are going to be first to the point as well.
And you're going to have him the first one up for FaZe onto the new time.
Yeah, you have a 4v3 off the rotation, and you have information onto the first player. So all you have to do is trade out the fights, or just not drop anyone besides one. So Ravens win the rotation that they were looking for, but this first wave needs to be a little bit easier to hold it down, and at least Craze stabilizes with 2.
Big 2 from Simp as well.
FaZe will have the numbers back into the action first. Exceed trying to hold over towards 10. Draza gets 1. Hit markers through the wall, plus a follow-up, and hold on a second. FaZe are looking good. They're going to push out Dojo, get the pillar spawns, and now have Arena where Carolina are spawning.
Yeah, Carolina looking for the opening, man. Lurks is able to find it. You have already Craze showing pressure as well through the middle of the map, so that's 3 dead in sync. 04, last man standing over towards 10, just needs to value his life, but he gets ripped by Exceed, and all Carolina have to do is hold on to 1 wave.
Oh,
Exceed's
no.
to find the first onto Draza. It's going to be a 2v4.
It's looking like we're getting a game 5, Robbie.
Mid-cup of fire is watching this. You've got to go. Yeah. You've got to get in. No one's able to find a win. No one's able to find a kill anywhere on the map. Draza from behind is only able to find a single kill, in Carolina looking like a totally different hardpoint team out of absolutely nowhere. I'm telling you, that's the kind of routing that we saw from Craze of, yeah, I don't care. I'm just going to go do this thing right here. You guys wait for me to make the play, and it works out so many different times, especially with the value that you're getting out of lurks on the entry.
It's crazy to see the difference of just one practice for this lineup. Because last week their hardpoint game was, okay, we can win the rotation, but that first wave we
Ravens are such a confusing
we got players
team,
trying to take too much unknown space and just giving up your life for free, which leads
they
to
really
easy
are.
breaks. Happened to them last week. This time it's completely
this team
different.
is so
These guys
confusing.
are just fully in sync as a collective unit. Crazy majority of these times is hitting that long route, creating that first opportunity for a very clean break by approaching a different angle. But there was times where Exceed was doing it. There was times where Lurks was doing it. These guys are now starting to understand the little things about hardpoint, and it's showcasing right in front of us versus one of the best teams in the game.
There's been so many times where we've looked at teams that find themselves in the bottom four that are
Yeah,
filled
so
with challenges.
I mean, they got to be the
so much success
definition
in
of
the previous
online.
year or the current year, and it just feels like they get to the league and then they change everything about what they were doing successfully in challengers. Like almost like now I'm here, I have to play the same game that the CDL players are playing, and you find yourself typically on a team that doesn't have the same notoriety or reputability. And I just love to see this out of this Carolina team. Let Craze run road. Let Lurks jump in as an entryman, knowing there's good follow-up. Great stuff for Carolina. We have a map 5 affair to close out our Friday. We're going to go to break. We come back. We'll see if there will be a major upset to kick off our qualification weekend. It'll be fringe to determine when we come back.
Now we got another long-ass break for no reason.
Scuff, official controller of the CDL.
Brought to you by America's Navy and the special operators who work in the shadows.
Dominate the competition on main stage with the CDL Major Hunter Tracer Pack. Collect your chip by scanning the QR code or heading to the in-game store now.
Black Ops 7 returns to the Esports World Cup in Riyadh this summer. Scan the QR code to be notified when tickets go live later this month.
Let's find out who's built for the big save.
Heretics ready to dive in.
Thanks, Tim. 4 and Snoopy.
Once the ball. But Hydra with the switch impossible. He's making top room. So damn happy. It's Sykes. Down a bruiser. Dominance on the grandest stage.
Sorry, Chad. I'm just trying to finish my nachos here.
Who's the band that sings "Wake Me Up, Wake Me Up"? I can't wake up.
Might. Oh, the whole team might. I think they are. They're going to get a quick bit of a workout in. Come on, Vico, get up there, son. They're going to get a workout in here in round 1. There we go, team. Up we go. Oh, Vico, for God's sake, he's choking on main. God, dude. It's wide open. 4-3. 1, 2. No! Oh, no. It's real.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
It's over.
That's a G.
Definitely no Rocket League. G2 just cooked them. Oh, my God.
GG, man.
He's done.
Wow, bro. Wow.
Look at him talking shit.
Oh,
he said, I run you, motherfuckers. That's it. Oh, God.
Oh.
That was a breakdown.
Would you rather stack a point and just get that extension? Because they don't even have 2 ticks done yet. Now they will, as Formal, he gets pushed up into wood, and they're just playing around these spawn kills. They're looking everywhere. Only 1 death in this round for Optic.
Oh, yeah, this has been a clinic. An absolute clinic.
Oh, that's I have the door push. Okay, wait. Stay alive. Long. I have the door. You just 2 front door. We're going. Let's get front door. Let's get front door. Watch your front door. Watch your front. Nice job. Let's get late. Long. Stay alive. Get down. Oh my God. Let's go. Baby. We're sweeping them. I promise you we're God.
Welcome back there, friends. Map 5, Carolina and FaZe. Yes, yes, I said those words. Carolina versus FaZe, Map 5. Carolina, this looks so different in the hard points right now. But can they do it in the search and destroy? So far in Map 5s, they have been really, really solid. The same can be said, though, of course, for FaZe. 4 Map 5 winners in a row, and a lot of it comes by way of them finding great opening first.
I mean, FaZe looked good in the Map 2.
Well, you could have just watched Sim's POV and found most of them.
Yeah, you saw Chris Lair just absolutely pop takeover on the grid.
I mean,
if you allow the guy to have that much comfortability,
Ravens are not typically bad at S&D.
But for the Ravens, man, you were desperately just looking for one map.
I don't know, man.
That you can potentially add to every single series in this
game. Abuza has a 1.78 in map 5s.
We always know.
Holy, this guy's trying in map 5.
Always going to be the game mode that takes the biggest hit. But FaZe have played this 4 times. You knew that you were going to pick this up against them. You have to prepare what's going to be thrown at you. And the biggest thing that causes FaZe
Dylan, where's the gong?
Is when you don't give them any information when they are on the attack. When you force them to waste a lot of that time and then just fully commit to a blind spot, that's where Ravens need to be able to capitalize. Don't give these guys anything.
He did not, Dylan. He was, I think he was a couple kills short.
Get info and then pick you apart.
Yep.
Well,
I think if Ravens would have won like 1 or 2 more rounds, he probably would have got it.
Tally information onto Lurks and Craze over towards A10, but the rewrap immediately over towards the rail yard has 04 in a really tricky little spot here. Yeah, wouldn't have expected that. Over to the top on the fence, he finds first. Exceed, counters, smoke to give 04 some space. Back into the fight, he finds himself another, but it's 2v1 with Abuza last one left with the pistol. And he's about to turn the corner into the face of both Raven players. Opening round goes to Carolina.
And that's Ravens gathering the information and using it. All right, stuns and nades are getting invested over towards 10. They're most likely sitting at Junkyard, so... Okay, we have 4 guns, ready and waiting with push over towards train. Let's just get this trade. They find their first blood. Well, 04 finds the first blood. They instantly get that trade fight. And then once those gunfights continue to go on, just because they have an extra gun on that
I don't remember where they are.
It makes it easier for them to get those trade fights, to have the last man standing. So Ravens catch them off guard on the opening attack. Up 1-0.
Okay. Now it's FaZe's turn on to the attack. Nades early over towards B. A lot of them. And an opening snipe from Abuza. Shuts down Craze, trying to find some sanctuary in the side room. So how do FaZe move their 4v3 from here? Not really scouting much info at A for now. And again, a lot of that opening utility was already spent. So this is down to feeling it out with just your numbers.
And they're going to rotate over towards 10 side. Back alley is going to be acquired by the Ravens, but
all right, 1-1.
The spots that you want. So now it's a 1v4, all left up to Lurks. Information already gained. Bomb is getting planted. Yeah, it's 1-1.
Yeah, should be. See what Lurks has to offer for us. A couple of shots through mid window will have him weak. And that will be where he falls. Okay. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's just
Dylan, I think the reason he sniped in Black Ops 4 was because there were 5 players. I think if they didn't have five players on the team in Black Ops 4, Simp probably wouldn't have sniped then either.
We're going to take trains away from them.
Because most of the time you want one of your AR sniping.
They're probably expecting the pressure on that
Simp
side of the
is
map,
too good of an SMG
so far here in stage 3.
That
killed number 20 with the boomstick.
You can't take him off of that. I do think though, with the way FaZe is built, I'm sure
they were looking for to tie the game.
If they set it up that way, you could have Draza run the other SMG and have Simp just run a snipe every now and again. And that would probably work.
Dubs, but nothing yet. FaZe still largely playing outside of A.
Draza's not going to be able to fill like Simp shoes in SMD. I feel like no one really can.
Now it's coming through. Looks like FaZe want to challenge this outright. Before in some trouble. Smoke comes through, but Abuza's still able to connect through the smoke by the look of it. Just takes a shot at the door. 04 off the regen gets a second. And you know that there's at least one more player inside, but there's still one in the corner. Exceed able to get one trade back, not a second.
It's a little different, but kind of similar to like why Neum runs the snipe sometimes for the Thieves.
Perfect setup there
because Scrap is so good with the AR in his hand. You don't want to take it away from him, even though he is really good with the sniper as well.
This time they stay strong.
But with Simp, because he's a
Lurks was gonna make a
sub player, it's a little different.
Up to the window, having a different angle. You just allow a Boozer to make an impactful snipe again. Throw a smoke grenade for the first blood onto Craze. So we got to start to take our time because these rounds are going too quickly, and this is how FaZe want to play it.
Yeah, absolutely how they want to play it. Can they follow up with an offensive win, though? Booza taking the sniper out in towards mid-house. Lurks up and over. Trophy system down. Here comes the hit for FaZe. Very clean on that initial play. First blood tallied. Not enough space to give them the freedom to plant, though. At least not what they're thinking at the moment. Looking for that next wave of kills, or at least one more piece of contact.
Yep, just a little bit of information before they commit on the OBJ.
Is that why Dashy uses
all the way across the map,
usually
spot
snipes?
The guy in towards top grandma. So
I think Dashy does because he's always been a really good sniper, and he's always been an AR. So it just makes sense that he's the sniper on the team
because no one's really pushed up through it. Now there's starting to be some action as fire keeps wiggling back and forth.
Yeah, I think Simp is the weird case where like he was able to snipe in Black Ops 4 because of the fact that you had 5 players on a team. So like if he wasn't running a sub, it was okay. Somebody else could still run a sub instead. Or you also had a 3-gun meta where you were able to run the ICR, Maddox, or the SOG. So if you had somebody who wasn't running another SOG, it was kind of okay because you had 1 or 2 people running a Maddox.
You were instantly into that trade position, but we can't keep going
into these
rounds in an early man down situation.
A phenomenal gun to use.
It allows FaZe to.
But now when you only have 4 players, you have a 2-gun meta.
The one lane that you choose, they have 2 guns actually watching that because they have an extra
it's just a different, system.
Picked off earlier for the Ravens, and unfortunately in this round they do just that.
Yeah, just preset fire coming through with nades, the tag. Craze able to get one in response, almost a second, but that's where the round will come to an end. And yeah, FaZe are starting to really take control here. And it just feels like Carolina's playbook is just being immediately countered every time.
Yeah, even if they have a playbook. First time that they played this match against the collective 4. Just in these first 15 seconds, you got to try to stall out these rounds, man. FaZe is gathering the information. They are properly set up around it. And
exactly, just so.
Just trying to 4-man push into
this is why I
territory.
Say Ravens are such a confusing team, and they might be the most frustrating team to me, in my opinion.
On their blind counter so far,
because this team will fight in series just for it to not matter. At least CLOUD9 went down 3-0. Boston went down 3-1.
From Carolina.
Ravens, though, they're like, let's take as long as we possibly can in a series. Just for us to suck ass and lose anyway. That's what it feels like.
So now it's just down to how do you deal with this long pinch? And Simp will actually find first blood. Meanwhile, other side of the map. Draza, Simp, traded out. Pistols for Exceed. Trying to go back and forth between Sniper and Pistol.
Down his leg right now.
And this is just down to which side of the map does FaZe want to try to isolate with the bomb down right in front of Exceed. Misses the first shot, and here comes the rush down.
Hey, you got to get there if you are Craze.
Where the fuck is Craze?
All out time, but not Craze is in a position, but he's the only man. So now 35 seconds, potentially 0-4 was able to spot him. Spider senses are starting to tingle, but time is starting to get away from you. We got to get the bomb planted.
Craze is going to rewrap the same route. May have an opportunity to stop the bomb plant from going down. He will. 1v1.
Good read from Craze.
Coming through. 17 seconds on the clock. Over the top of the heady.
Good read from Craze there.
Craze clutches up in a big moment for the Ravens.
Tomorrow's matches. Let me look.
Slip right by Draza's line of sight.
Let me look. I haven't really looked.
0-4 is planning right in the spot that works out to perfection for him. I love the commitment there from Craze.
Tomorrow,
we already peppered them with a couple of
We
shots.
got CLOUD9 versus the Ravens.
On the gunfight and is
Heretics versus FaZe. Surge versus Falcons, and Koi versus Optic.
To stop the bleeding.
So Heretics and FaZe, probably a good one.
That round
and then Koi and Texas. Optic, probably a good one. Then on Sunday, we got another 3-day.
Lots of nades littering
or a 3-match day. Surge versus Thieves, Heretics versus G2, and then Gentlemates versus Boston.
He's able to back away. Street control go to Carolina, but
Optic Koi should be a good one.
This is not a comfortable position to be stuck at.
You gotta remember, Exceed is most likely sniping over them, so with the smoke grenade and the sniper, if you phase, you don't really want to.
I will be watch partying Valorant though.
Decide to back out of the A site.
Not that that's going to be a good matchup.
It's going to be a 4v4 attempt to hold it.
Yeah, Lurks and the rest of Carolina will actually back completely out of bar. Exceed is watching for a close pinch. Phaser full flooding the back alleyway though. Little pop up and over. One player up close. That's Lurks. He gets traded. Here comes the follow-up from Draws to the middle of the map. He will be shut down by Craze. Good, nice moments right here for Carolina. Yeah.
See, look, Ravens are battling.
Finds the kills in Carolina 2 in a row.
Yeah, and that's off the back of finding.
Yeah, just so the Val match tomorrow probably isn't going to be
They just didn't allow Abuza to find that kill onto Craze because he has been at the end
Bro,
of
we're
going
to be done with COD before 4
so many different rounds, but somehow, some way, that bullet doesn't connect. Fire was prepared for that jump up. And Abuza's impact with the sniper who has been felt in the last couple of rounds can't connect onto anyone there.
Lurks is struggling 2 and 7.
Here we go. Phase on the setup on this next offense. Ooh, that trophy doesn't get to where it's intended to go. It got body blocked as it's trying to get out the window. Lurks already playing up towards tools. The rest of Carolina playing a little bit back behind A, but looking to contest the plant. But as Exceed and Fire, both of them got ARs, I'm pretty sure. See if they can hold this. Yeah, both of them do have rifles. And FaZe will wait for the smoke, I'm sure, to fade and then potentially try to hit.
Yeah, no one's watching over the middle of the map, so it's 0-4 who's going to be the big-time playmaker. He knows that there's pressure out up windows. He's able to find the first blood. Sip finds kill number 2.
Yeah, no one's watching
the entire
mid
setup
map
that Ravens
there.
had to stop this push at A. Gets broken down.
Yeah, in an NPC meta, I just don't know why we're throwing 2 M15s into close corners like that.
Yeah.
Nade will tag, though. Lurks, Craze, trying to make their way back in. No, not going to happen. Craze, last one left.
I get like holding the cross, but then you have no one watching over you mid.
Like in terms of trying to reach out that position, but with rifles, that's the last place I would want an M15.
Yeah, Exceed should have been watching mid, and then Lurk should have been in there with Craze.
The openings that are on the map in that round cannot exist if you are the Ravens. Like, it's tough because you got a double stack in towards bricks. You got the guy watching the back alley reading that pressure. And your last teammate is sitting in that top barn going between trains and middle of the map. But 0-4 just finds that opening. He's a deciding factor to how that round is going to play out because Ravens are thinking, all right, if they go in through Junkyard, we're prepared for it. But they weren't prepared for the pressure through the middle, and now FaZe that game point.
All right. Need 3 in a row from the Ravens. Running it down mid again this time. I'm not sure if 0-4's seen much of this. This is a heck of a route to get on to B. And Abuza by himself, playing the back rock with the scope, and really only make sure no one pushes him out. So, bomb planted 4v4.
And Abuza, at least for now, knows that there's no one showing presence over towards train, so they got to be playing in square. And it's all about the first kill. Time is ticking. 10 seconds already gone.
Fire gets stunned. Lurks able to get the first blood, though. Draws a response. Lurks is still finding picks. He's going to go on for potentially the ace. Abuza trying to hang. Pistol out. First shots are good.
Whoa,
able to get some space
hold
away
on
from
now.
Exceed. But you've got to find a way to find this kill in the next couple of seconds. And Exceed has just finessed his way around the back.
Oh, he's not checking
He'll
back.
do one more check.
Wow.
Finds Abuza, and Carolina will stay alive.
Yeah, that's all off the back of Lurks, man. Allows his teammates.
Oh my gosh,
just
so
shots in early on, but he's able to clean up house around that square area.
He couldn't crank his 90s.
The best play he could have possibly made, though, is if he disengages after he gets that third kill, because the Steed was still yet to be in the vicinity for an immediate trade. But guy walks up, Craze gets the bomb planted, double stack in towards square, and Fire peppering all these guys through the back alley. While Lurks finds the first blood, he's just in the position that he needs to be to always be in the fight.
Are we about to go
and
round 11?
For Ravens to force another round.
Yep. Can they get it to 11? This time Lurks will be the one defending on top of A. Craze looking for some space to run up mid, and he's going to find it. But has it been seen by Abuza on this long angle backside A? Yeah, it looks like it very well may have, because FaZe come back to it. Yeah, they isolate onto Craze, so a little bit of information likely gained from Abuza, but Exceed.
That's a big snipe from Exceed, though.
Simp, so 3v3.
That's a big kill, because that's also the bomb carrier, like you said, my friend. So FaZe got to backtrack over towards tracks. retrieve the bomb and now make their next decision. But the entire time, they didn't take any space over towards 10, so you're forcing yourself to commit through trades.
Yeah. On fire gets some great information to win the first battle. And he also sees the cross from 04. Lurk still playing behind the play technically. Exceed smoked out. And here's Lurks.
Oh, big win from Lurks.
First onto Abuza. 04 trying to finesse for the 1v3. He gets the first cleanly. Has space and time to plant, but here come Carolina trying to contest. Does fire catch an angle?
Oh, he ran the wrong way.
Exceed's pistol will work, and Carolina sends us to round 11.
Man, even with Craze getting picked off again for that first blood.
Bro, we got a game 5, round 11 just for the Ravens to end up throwing it.
Exceed through trains, gets active, pushes up on that side of the map, and all it took was finding.
That's what I'm saying, just so like. I think honestly that's what needs to happen. The big creators on days that like the matches are so ass, they just need to not go live. And if that happens, viewership will tank, and then the league will have to. They'll have to make a change.
That elusive 5-3 curse. Does mentioning the curse break the curse though? Let's find out. It'll be Carolina on the attack. What does Exceed choose to use here? He's got an M15 off the spawn. Carolina trophy system down towards Railer, trying to go quickly, but the trophy does not stop some of the nades at the actual entryway. Draws a playing backside rock, avoids damage from the nades, and Carolina, getting maybe cold feet on this push.
It's already a great opening round though, because no one dies in the first 10 to 15 seconds. You get someone to read.
They do have somebody over at A.
Has sort of a stack at that B site, so just gonna retrack back over towards A. Just looking to gather some kind of info, and they get some now with the boost.
Yeah, just spamming down the 10 doorways. Nade pushes him off the angle. Trophy sister down late. 04 still watching from the side room.
04 might spoil everything here.
Alleyway. They're going to try to commit to this as well. It's going to be a bloodbath inside the site. 04 sees one of the cross. Damage evenly tallied. Here comes the push forward. Craves for first blood.
Team kill.
Team kill from Sid, but it doesn't make a difference. He's still
he gets 2.
Abuza there for the assist. Just down to Exceed. 1v2. Trying to make his way through the back door. Sip has the first shots. Exceed trying to hold down the
what I
trigger.
say. What I say. The Ravens do everything possible to make the series be as long as it possibly can, just for them to lose anyway, bro. I hate the Ravens, dog. I hate this team.
Why you're not able to clutch up here in the game 5.
Brother.
In the position to play the trade. All right, we find the first blood. Great. A team kill also goes.
God, it drives me crazy,
we just weren't expecting that fast.
I know it probably sounds dumb, but it's just like, dude, I know you're not that good. I know the team is not that good. Why do they keep things competitive for so long just to lose every time?
But Carolina, you gave them a run for their money.
Yeah, man.
The Ravens are the worst time disrespecters. They are the worst in the league at it.
Haven't won a qualifier match yet, so yeah, that was a big one right there. If Ravens could have found that one, you've got a match with CLOUD9 and LA to finish. Maybe there's a chance that you sneaking into some sort of
27 and 2 S&D maps from Simp. Holy.
Not looking nearly as positive, but a tight series, especially
That's
as we
unreal.
got into the 3, 4, 5. But Carolina improved, just not that improved. FaZe still holds strong.
Yeah, it's 0-7 now as a collective 4 in Search and Destroy, man. S&D wins your championships. You quickly got to figure it out.
So he averaged 13 and a half across 2
I'd like
S&Ds.
to appeal to the commissioner. Can we please award 5 points to the Carolina Royal Ravens?
That's unreal.
5 round 11 where you almost committed on an all-in push. They almost committed to the full-on wrap, and you were not happy with the final attack.
That's going to do it for me.
If you're a Ravens fan, they hung with the Ravens 2 champs.
Yeah,
Thieves looked good today. Obviously, they played
I think
CLOUD9.
just said it. Like, you're losing so many search and destroys. They
either
need to reach out to a search coach.
It's kind of whatever, but a dub's a dub. Dub's a dub. We'll be live again tomorrow for the Valorant match, even though it's probably going to be a bit of a stinker. And then we'll be live again on Sunday for the Thieves match against, I think I said it was Surge? Maybe? I don't know. either way, Thieves play again on Sunday, so we'll be live for that. I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see you guys in the next stream. Peace out, everybody.